Nuggets.
I love it.
Be serious.
All right, if y'all missed yesterday,
by the way,
turn this show off. Well, watch the rest of the show. But after the show, make sure you go back and watch what happened between the Boston Celtics and the New York Knicks. Largest comeback ever in Knicks history. And the Celtics just blew the bag. And then, as if that wasn't enough, you had the Denver Nuggets make an epic comeback against the Oklahoma City Thunder, the best team in the league. And they hit a buzzer beater, courtesy of Russell Westbrook. Right, Swiper?
Yes.
Yes. And so we are just going to get directly into this. Oh, and there was a Coach of the Year that was announced yesterday, too. So we'll talk about that, too. But, y'all, we really have a jam-packed episode. And we got so much to unpack and talk about. Swiper, I'm going to kick it to you right now to talk about what the hell happened and how you guys made a comeback that crazy against the Thunder. What happened?
I mean, well, first off, man, I think the credit needs to start in the third quarter with Christian Brown and Russell Westbrook. I mean, I don't know, Mars, if you watched the game, you might have been asleep because I know it's dead late where you are. So, like, I think that's insane that you stay up every night. It was honestly just a show of pure will in the second half. At the start of that game, the Nuggets came out hot, smoking. I don't know if people realize this, but the Nuggets starting five in the Thunder matchups to start off the game, they typically start off really well. But once the Thunder start getting their bench substitutions in there, and then Mars have a love affair with Batum and now Caruso, right. They just start like going and chill because they're 1 to 9 deep or 1 to 10 deep. When they put Caruso or Casey Wallace or whoever in the game, they just start to get the ball rolling. And honestly, like Jokic in the first half has 16 and 10, or actually almost 20 and 10, I believe, in the first half. But even then, I don't think he was playing like crazy. But I was just giving that credit to the OKC Thunder defense. Jokic had 5 turnovers in the first half because he was trying to force the ball around the court because the way the OKC was guarding him, he was trying not to be too dominant as a scorer, meaning I was trying to get everybody else involved as game one. And remember, Chill, I told y'all, I took OKC by 20 because I just didn't think they would have the energy. Yeah. Coming off of game 7 2 nights ago in that kind of a game, and then have that emotional high to then going into OKC, a 68-win team with the best point differential in NBA history, perhaps the best defense ever. And they look just like that in the first half, y'all. But literally, man, I think I told you like maybe 2 weeks ago, I think this is, and I went into this series saying this, I think that this is going to be Hakeem Olajuwon versus David Robinson. I think that Jokic is going to make it a point. I think Jokic is going to make it a point all series that no matter how the voting is going to go down, I know that when money time hit, I'm the best player on the floor.
So we're going to end this argument. We're going to end this. We're going to end. This is going to get. We're going to get to the bottom of this right now. Is what you're saying? In this
Chill. He went into. They were down. They had a 13-point deficit. He went into the fourth quarter, scored 18 points in the fourth quarter, hit 2 threes, went to the free throw line, and won. And then Aaron Gordon, 22 and 14 rebounds yesterday with a dunk on Chet Holmgren. I want y'all to know this. Do you realize that going into the series, FanDuel, they had the Denver Nuggets as minus 900 to win the series? OKC
minus
had better
900?
minus 900. OKC had better odds of sweeping Denver than Denver pushing this series to 6 games.
Incredible.
And then for them to come out the way they did, not being afraid of the moment at all, and being the more aggressive team like I said they would be, being the more physical team like I said they would be, and honestly being the team that just wants it more. And I told y'all for months that if you told me who the toughest matchup in the Western Conference would be, it would be the Wolves for Denver. And I also told y'all that I think OKC, among all the people they will play against, they would not be one of the easiest, but I wouldn't take them over them or the Clippers. And then the reason being is because of Zubac, Dunn, and Kawhi. But you see what happens as soon as Jokic stepped in front of Isaiah Hartenstein and Chet Holmgren, especially in that second half, y'all. Dude, like, he just went to another level. Like, his brain went to another level.
So I just want to say, Swiper, number one, this isn't a love affair. Moss has always had a thing for Alex Caruso, and this is going back for years. Like, this isn't just something that has just come about. With Nick Batum, like Moss kind of just developed a thing with Nick Batum. He's always had a thing for Alex Caruso for years. And I want to expand on that by saying, and Ron, can you do me a favor, Ron, and put the camera on me really quickly, and I want you to put the camera on me and keep it on me so I can get a memo out to the NBA.
I got you, Chill.
Thank you very much. Stop switching small players on to big players. Enough of this already. Just because you're switchable does not mean that you can guard everybody. Small guys can't cover big guys consistently. Oklahoma City, as good as your defense is, Lou Dort should not be covering Joker one-on-one. Alex Caruso is a fantastic one-on-one defensive player. He cannot cover Joker one-on-one. Get him off of screens, get around screens, get back to your guy, Chet Holmgren. Get back to your guy, Hartenstein, because he can't cover him one-on-one. When Joker sees Alex Caruso in the mid-range one-on-one and you don't send help, he's going to die. Not sometimes or most times, but every time. Just because you're a big guy does not mean that you can switch on the small guys neither. Stop switching Jared Allen on to Tyrese Halliburton. We get wrapped up in this switchable thing, and when we get wrapped up in this switchable thing, we think it's for everybody. No, it's not. As good as Oklahoma City's defense is, you cannot leave Lou Dort in the mid-range with Joker by himself. You cannot leave Alex Caruso 14 feet away from the basket by himself with Joker. That's a recipe for disaster. You can leave Hartenstein over there with him with some help on the weak side or from the top side, but you cannot switch small guys onto big guys. You're going to die every time. Can't hear you, Ron.
I agree.
So with that being said, the thing that I think about the most on that game last night, Swiper, is the fact that you guys just hung around. That's the thing that I was thinking about the most. 13 went to 7, went back up to 11, but then it went back down to 6, and we're late in the game, and I'm thinking these guys are just hanging around. They're just hanging around, and you guys aren't hitting. You guys aren't hitting consistently big shots, but you're hitting timely shots just enough where you could just hang around. And when you hanging around, now what you're doing is you're relying on your defense, which I thought you did a really good job on the defensive end of the floor. I did, and I thought you did a great job on the glass more than anything. I thought both Joker and Aaron Gordon did a great job in taking advantage of Chet on the defensive glass. I thought that was a huge deal in limiting their second chance opportunities. I said to you it was either yesterday or a couple of days ago before this series started that I said to you that I thought the turnovers were going to be the difference in the series. And it was for a while. It was, I stopped counting. I believe that they had 14 points off of 7 turnovers. That's almost every other turnover to score it. Like, we can't have that. That's not going to work. But then you started taking better care of the basketball. And then Oklahoma City went into this defense where they started switching smalls onto bigs. And I think that threw a monkey wrench in everything that you guys were everything that they were trying to do. I'm not going to argue that. Now, moving forward, can I say that Joker 44 and 20 and 8? I mean, if I'm expecting that, I think that they smoke. Oklahoma City can't absorb that. They can't. There's nothing that they can do to absorb 44 and 20. And on top of that, 17 from Russ. They can't absorb that, no matter how good they are.
Well, I mean, Chill, I agree with you. Like, I mean, but we talked about that. I think we all assumed Jokic was going to have a bigger series this series than last series. But still, OKC could have, I mean, you say they can't absorb it. They can make their free throws at the end of games, you know what I mean, and stop the ball in transition. If on that last possession, the ball bounced. Mm-hmm. Brown and Russ are looking at each other like, who's going to get the ball?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
You got to be quicker than that. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Somebody stop the ball, get to that, but make your free throws.
Sure.
Although Jokic brought that team back, carried them to where they are. Mm-hmm. That was still a very winnable game for OKC. Absolutely. So I don't. You should never, of course, you never want somebody to go for 43, 22, and 8 or whatever, something like that, right? Yep. But you can absorb it though. You know what I'm saying? Yep. OKC could obviously, like I said, I thought OKC was gonna win last night, but I have Denver winning the series. That was still a very winnable game for both teams.
I'm glad you brought that up, Ox, because like you just said, you got to make your free throws. Well, what is it about my free throws that's the most important thing? Well, it's upstairs. Well, if I got Joker leaning on me all night, if I got Joker beating up on me all night, by the time I get to the stripe late in games, I am mentally exhausted. by dealing with Joker all night. And I think that that's exactly what was going on with Chet, which is a prime example of him being on the free throw line. Nobody blocked him out. He could have ran and got the ball and got fouled again. But mentally, I felt like he was so exhausted, which goes back to my original theory that when you're dealing with a guy like Joker all night, leaning on you and pounding on you, that does something to you mentally. And I think and I feel like that hampered both. I feel like that didn't just hamper Chet. I feel like that hampered a lot of those guys. Even though the game was nip and tuck.
I agree, Chill, but that's a part of being a champion. You know what I'm saying? Sure. If you want to win a championship, you gotta make your free throws after a long night banging with Jokic. And on top of that, Chet and iHeart, they're fresh. Jokic just came off a long game 7. You just played 2 nights ago. You know what I mean? So if anything, y'all should be taking the fight to him. Y'all should be beating him up, making it hard. And I know that's a tall task. I mean, you know, I've seen the dude, he's a mountain, but at the same time, though, Chill, you don't. I was banging with Jokic all night, man. I missed my free throws. Nah, young fella, you a champion. You know what I'm saying?
That's not an excuse.
Exactly.
He just missed it. It was just a deer in headlights. And also, too, since we're on this right now, and what's good, Mustard? Want to hear your thoughts? Definitely want to hear your thoughts on this on this Thunder and Nuggets comeback. But y'all remember what happened in the grand scheme of the Thunder being up 3. Now, obviously, the Nuggets are making a crazy comeback, but this is when fouling up 3 goes wrong. It's 119, 116, 11 seconds in the game. Remember, Jokic isn't even in the game because they were playing offense defense. Jokic is out of the game. OKC decides to foul. Obviously, that's 2 free throws. I've never been a fan of fouling up 3. I know that that's the smart thing to do. I just
Why not, Ron? Why not?
Because I just be like, play defense. Play
but
defense.
But you can't play defense enough to where they could run out the clock.
No. No, the team that's down has the ball. So it's 119, 116. The Nuggets had the ball. They were down.
So that you don't have a chance to make 3 points. You found
but even then, you're controlling your destiny, though. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're controlling your destiny by putting them at the line. You know they're not going to tie this game.
And then you just hope that you make the free throws.
But you'll put like fouling up 3 when it's the last play of the game makes sense to me. Fouling up 3 when there's 12 seconds left doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
Okay, that's fair.
Like
that's fair.
I understand. I understand the numbers behind it, but it's
And that's fair because I think they did it twice before Chet missed the free throws, or was it once?
They fouled SGA the first one. He made both, and then they made their free. Then Jokic made his, and then they fouled SGA. Well, the SGA got the ball on the inbound, made the dunk, and then they fouled Aaron Gordon, and then after that they fouled Chet on the out of bounds play. But they changed it this time. Instead of Jokic going out, they kept Jokic in at the ball. So now they have the gotcha. And Jokic 2 seconds was jumping in front. Then he turned around and he found SGA. Like they found SGA and then they walled him off, and then they just found the mark. I mean, Chet was just like his eyes were like this.
Yeah,
like,
you could see he wasn't about to make that.
I seen him comparing to. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, to your point, Ron, I feel you. I think it's really just situational. But when it's that much time on the clock, if you're the team up, you don't want to stop the clock. You know what I'm saying? If you're the team up and it's not the last possession, like Mars was saying, you want that clock to get going. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're the losing team, you want to score when the clock is stopped. If you're the winning team, you want the clock to get ran out as fast as possible. So you put some ball pressure and just make them make a tough 3 over you.
Yeah, and it was tough for the Nuggets. It was tough for the Nuggets because until Chet missed those free throws, they didn't have a timeout, so they couldn't advance the ball or anything. Yeah. So once Chet missed those free throws, it just,
I just didn't understand. That's why we was on Playback with Swipe a while back, and I was telling you, I don't agree with teams fouling when they up. Like I just trust your defense.
I'm right there with you, Jordan.
Bro, I don't agree to be the best defense of the 21st century.
Yeah, I think it's.
But it's a strategy though. To be fair, like
I think it's a bad strategy though.
Why though?
It's situational.
I just think it can't be the strategy.
It's the last possession.
If Chet makes those free throws,
hold on, y'all. We got 5 people in here. Mars, you give the reason why you don't like it, or why you like it or don't like it. Then Jordan, I want to hear you. Then Mustard, I want to hear you. Go ahead, Mars.
I'm fine with the strategy in principle, but like I'm gonna sound like Buddha and stop real quick. this is where I have like I'm conflicted with analytics. Like I understand what the analytics are saying, and if you're up 3 and you foul on a free throw, the best they can do is make it a 1-point game, and then you have the ball and you control what happens. I understand that, but at some point, what the analytics aren't accounting for is situation. The situation changed. Jokic wasn't on the floor. The Nuggets had no timeouts. That means they couldn't get the best offensive player in the world by the Nuggets account.
That kind of court.
On the floor, down 3, having to bring the ball up full court with 12 seconds to go. If you have the best defense of the 21st century, one of the best defenses of all time, and you don't think you can not give up a 3 with 12 seconds left when the other team doesn't have their best player on the floor, that's a problem to me. I understand the principle of it. You're up 3 with 3 seconds to go, foul, so they can't get a 3. I understand it. 12 seconds to go, their best player's not on the floor. Like, you have to be able to understand the situation and know fouling isn't optimal in that situation. And even with that being said, if Chet makes his free throws, this probably is a different outcome. Like, OKC still put themselves in a position. Yeah. Okay, well, no, because maybe you have to take it out. Maybe you don't have to Aaron Gordon 3. A lot of things are different. Like, so even then, Chet makes the free throws and maybe they still win. At that point? Would you question because Jokic? Yes, because I'm huge on process over outcomes. If Jokic isn't on the floor, fouling is a bad decision. Even if you come out and win the game, all I'm gonna say is you got away with making a bad decision. Like, you won the game, but you still made a bad. That's a horrible decision from the coaching staff. And then I think like Mark Daigneault said after the game, because I had to watch his post-game interview because I needed an explanation on this. OKC foul up 3 all the time. That's what they do. I understand that. But then he said that it's hard to audible on the fly and get everyone on the same page when you might want to change the strategy. And he said they probably fouled a bit too quick, and that so they didn't take any time off the clock.
But he said that was on him too, the players.
But he said that's on him. He said the players are just listening to what I'm saying, which I understand. But at some points, I do think the players have to be able to like understand the situation and like maybe not listen to the coach. But then that's difficult because if one person decides not to listen to the coach and the other 4 are listening to the coach, then you're all in scramble mode and you don't really know what's going on. So it's a difficult situation to navigate. But I think as a coach, Mark Daigneault, you have to be able to understand the situation at hand and know that even though you typically foul, this isn't a situation to do it. But
Mars, is that a simple case of just out coaching yourself, just over coaching?
I think it's overcomplicating something. Yeah, I think it's sticking to your principles and ignoring the context of the game in which you're participating on. On the spreadsheets, fouling up 3 makes sense, but the spreadsheets don't account for the team not having their best player on the floor at that moment in time. Like they don't, like that doesn't account for it. Like, you have to just be able to adjust on the fly.
And also, you know what though? I didn't until just right now, like watching the game just that time, I didn't go back and check it out. That didn't even register that by fouling they allowed Jokic to get back on the floor.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like that right there alone is not.
That's the foul. The first foul I'm kind of okay with. The second foul,
I didn't like none of them.
That's what threw me off. But
I didn't like. But
Jordan, if it's the last possession, though, Jordan, are you good with that? Like if it's 6 seconds left, are you good with that foul?
I'm okay. I'm okay with if that's what you want to do. Would I prefer it? No, because the likelihood of like people just don't make game winners at a 90% clip. Like
you know why I would disagree. You know why I would disagree with that. You know why I would disagree with that.
Jordan, you do when you got that. My bad, Mustard. I just gotta let Jordan know. You do when you got that Northern California blood just flowing through your veins like Aaron Gordon do.
Jordan, I'll give you an example. Let's say the Knicks were down 3, right? When they faced the Pistons, that game 6. Jalen Brunson hitting the craziest clutch shots, not even just in this series, all season. You don't foul him with 5 seconds left in the game,
but it was a tie game when he hit that shot. So that's
I'm saying, let's say if they say they were up 3.
Yes, but see, look, you are speaking that from that in hindsight. If they were like, let's say that they were up 3, okay, whatever. Like they say that they were up 3. More pressure is on Jalen Brunson to make that shot than when it's a tie game. That's number one.
But if you foul, you almost essentially get the game.
All right. Okay. Let's say you foul. What if he shoot it? Yes, he shoot it, and now you got him before.
You got to foul him as soon as possible.
Yeah, it's easier said than done.
Yes, easier said than done because Jokic almost did it yesterday. He just and he was mad at himself because he knew it was coming and he didn't react. But like bro. Just play defense. Like I'm gonna trust my defense.
I think
it's just worst case
I think
scenario,
you have a better shot. I think you have a better shot at getting that foul before they get in shooting motion than not.
I don't
Especially
even
if you got a SAR. Especially if you got a SAR right there.
I don't even want to risk it, man. I seen T-Mac get 13 points in 35 seconds, brother. Like,
okay, we're talking about 5 seconds.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is, bro, like, just play defense. Like, I didn't understand what what the Thunder was doing. It was like 18 seconds left when they started fouling. And I'm like,
Thunder situation, I understand,
So Mars,
18 seconds left, we fouling? That's crazy. Like, I saw no good outcome coming out of, all right, you're gonna foul me. The Nuggets gonna make their free throws. Eventually, I'm like, eventually I'm like
15.
I'm not sure if the Thunder gonna keep making theirs. Once they realize,
what about Oklahoma City? What about Oklahoma City suggests that they wouldn't make their free throws?
Well, what about they found the right one?
A late game. I mean, yes, they took
SGA
out of it.
Yeah, he'll make them. But Chet, like I said, when you got to find a mark. Chet's already done this in the clutch before. He's already missed free throws. So like Anthony Davis used to have this problem, like where you would foul him late game, he could shoot 88% on the season. You foul him late in the game, he might miss a couple of those.
But
Jokic just missed them. Like,
I mean, Chet is even a lockdown free throw shooter.
Yeah, but I would even say this. I would even say this. I knew something was up with them shooting free throws when Shea got that breakaway and he just dunked it. Like I
thought that was smart.
I didn't think so. I didn't think
so. I thought that was the game.
Why not?
Wait. Can I say why I think it was smart? And
I want to know why.
The reason I think it was smart, and this is obviously before everything else unfolded after that. Jokic wasn't in the game.
That's number one.
They had no timeouts. Yeah. So taking the quick dunk means they couldn't get Jokic in the game. But then they decided to be stupid and foul again. So Jokic got in anyway.
Exactly.
But I'm saying at the time in which he did it, with me not knowing they would go and then be stupid, I was like, I even tweeted about it. Taking a quick dunk so Jokic can't get in. That's genius, in my opinion. I don't know if that was a diagonal decision or a Shea decision, but then they ruined it.
I think Shea just did it.
But like doing that so Jokic can't get back in the game, I thought that was really smart. You're now up 3, no Jokic, no timeouts for the other team. And then they ruined it by fouling. But at the moment they did that was smart.
I just feel like it to me, you're probably right. Like, it's a good strategy. But to me, as a coach or as a competitor, you're looking for signs of maybe you're not sure you don't want to get to that line. Like, you're looking for signs a little bit rather than drag it out, dribble it out, waste a few more seconds on the clock. Now you come and foul me and we good. Now what the Nuggets realized, let's just take Shea away. We took Shea away, make somebody else get it.
They did that down the stretch in the last 5 minutes.
And they were scared, and nobody really wanted that ball right there but Shea. So that's why, like, it's certain things you look at when you competing. Like, it's certain things you look at when you competing. Like, who wants to go to the free throw line, who run into the ball.
Mark got out coached down the stretch of that game, though. I mean, that's really, I think for me, what it came down to is just Mark, I think, did what they normally did. They didn't prepare for that moment. They should have made the adjustment on the Jokic not being in the game.
I mean, even that challenge.
Shea was pleading with him.
Shea was really begging him not to do it.
Yeah,
he did not need to do that.
And again, I think they'll adjust and get. But for me, y'all, this is why I, in this series, I think the Nuggets have the advantage.
Yep.
The Nuggets are so battle tested, and there's no getting down for them.
Mars, you know what I'm about to say.
No, move on.
Championship DNA, brother. So I keep telling y'all.
Think about this. And my shout out Automatic, by the way. Automatics put out that tweet yesterday. The Nuggets have 8 wins over the last 7 years when they've been down 14 or more points in a playoff game. And they were down 14 in the fourth quarter yesterday. Like, they don't stop. And I think that's the thing.
They go down 14 a lot.
Yeah, I mean, they do. They just welcome to Denver, bro.
How many losses do they got?
But what's their record?
They were down 14 to the Clippers in the bubble all 3 of those last 3 games at one point in time, and then they just kept coming back. And then they did that to the Lakers last year in Game 3 or Game 4, or no, 2 years ago when they were down 20 or 15 points going into the half in Game 4. So they do this, but I think some of this they got out coached. But like I said, I think Russell Westbrook was huge yesterday. Yep. And honestly, Ox, on that missed 3 he had, when Jokic, when he was driving and the Nuggets were down 1 point and they kicked it out the rush for 30, I was cool with it.
I thought he was going to hit that.
Me too.
Oh, y'all know I was about to kick down the group chat. I was about to kick down and Chill was going to kick me out the group chat. Because I
wanted to see Russ make it. I wanted to see Russ. Back in the
hey, you know the thing about, when I watched about this game, like, Jokic was having a really, really hard time. And he was having a hard time at the beginning of the game because he was being very indecisive with the ball. that last 5-6 minutes, he said, "Fuck it, y'all."
He went into the mode Ron wanted him to go.
Yeah, y'all
That's
too little.
all I be
It's
asking for.
nothing y'all can do. I'm gonna
Thank
empty
you,
the clip.
Mhm.
And once he did that, I said, even if they lose this game, I think he found something. And I was like, but the game kept going on. I don't never say who's gonna win or lose until it's over with.
Well, we all know that.
That's
what's
all
the-
I was asking
yeah.
for. That's all I was asking for. And Swiper got pissed at me. I'm just like, this is what Jokic do. I just want to see Jokic be Jokic.
Yeah,
Last
Swiper,
year,
chill.
I said,
Russ
you
did the same
lost your
thing.
mind.
Russ kept going in their
Oh.
chest.
Well, I
Swiper,
think
what's
dude,
the Jokic stat? The one where you got chill, you brought it up too. When Jokic scores 40 points, they
they're 0-5 or whatever. Yeah.
is it 40 or 50?
Damn all that. It's
40,
the playoff.
40, 40.
So now they're
Damn,
1 and
you
5.
look,
Something like that.
1 and 6.
Yeah, Big
Or
Yo.
1 and
1 and
5.
6.
1 and 5.
Yeah,
One
Big
and
Yo.
1 and 5.
I don't care about the record when you score 40. If you
Jordan,
got a
that-
mismatch,
field
goal
you need to
percentage, bro.
bust
They
their
were
ass.
down the minute 30 left. When Jokic had iHeart at the top of the key, that face up, bro, I was
he
like,
shot that three?
That might have been
What
I
the jab?
thought
The
this-
jab step?
Bro,
Yeah,
the
bro.
jab
I
step
said,
three
oh,
was
no,
crazy.
bro,
Because that
man,
puts
this is crazy,
because
bro.
now it goes from a 2-possession game to a 1-possession game.
Yep. And then
Dog,
remember,
that
and
shit
they
was
scored.
tough, bro.
They scored, but remember Jamal got Caruso on an island and gave
Hey,
him
chill out.
he gave him
Oh,
a
he did.
crossover, bro. And I said,
Oh, he cut the game. He
You
cut
know,
the game.
everyone
You know,
everyone
he cut the game to
gets
7
lucky
with
from
that one.
time to time.
You know,
That shit
Ain't
was
that,
good.
ain't that the shot that blew the parlay?
oh, the under? You took the lesser? The lesser? That what it was?
It was
you
30.
took
It was
less on
30.
Jamal
It was,
Murray?
it was
Oh,
I don't know why y'all taking less on Jamal Murray in the playoffs.
because it wasn't
That's
points. It wasn't points. It was the PRA. It was
PRA.
30 and a half,
Yeah.
and he ended up having 32 PRA or something. So
Oh damn.
Bruh.
Shout out Lester. He's trying to shake his nickname. But
Bruh.
Morse,
That was a hell of a game.
I
OG
know
came
that
through.
OKC had a good game, and specifically your guy, the ball Mamba. You want to talk about Caruso and just OKC and what they did to, I guess, dominate the first 43 minutes?
Yeah, I don't think OKC had the greatest game. I don't think Denver had the greatest game either. I think it was a very good competitive game. I think player of the game to me for the OKC Thunder was very clearly Alex Caruso. I think there's a reason he started the second half in place of Hartenstein, who I don't think had a very good game. Defensively, I don't know if there's any more words I can say about how good he is. Just the amount of plays he's able to make on and off ball. It's like, I don't want to say it's unfathomable, but I find myself when OKC is on defense and Caruso's on the floor, I find myself just watching Alex Caruso. I find myself just, oh, what's Alex Caruso going to do on this play? Oh, okay, I'm going to steal this pass to Russ when he's cutting through. Or I'm going to poke the ball from behind Jamal Murray and go get a transition layup. Or first play of the second half, I'm going to steal the little entry pass Jamal Murray throws and go out in transition again. Or I'm going to get a chase down block in transition. I think all of these were on Jamal Murray, by the way. But
they were.
I'm going to go get a chase down block in transition. And the motor is just so high. And then it gets compounded when you have a game where he also is knocking down the three and he's driving and kicking.
Yeah.
Like,
Mars, what's the gap
He's
between
one of the best players on this team, but
Mars, in terms of time being on the floor? Because I know how you feel about him. What's the gap between him and Jonathan Isaac?
Well, Jonathan Isaac plays like 15 minutes. Caruso's like,
sample size is not.
Mars thinks that for the amount of time that Jonathan Isaac is on the floor, he's the best defensive player in NBA history.
I think so too.
History?
There is no player in NBA history that's been on the floor like Jonathan.
I mean, yeah,
Isaac
in 15 minutes or less, you can't name me a better.
I was about to say
bro.
you can't. But the thing is, he's only on the court for 15 minutes.
That's the point.
Like,
shit, if he gave you 30 minutes every
you can't
game,
name me a better defender who plays 15 minutes.
And this is what I'm asking.
Who plays that amount of minutes? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Permanent, like, you can't name me a better
30
defender.
minutes on the court.
That's not because that is his role.
But
how many minutes?
Close to 20 minutes. So
that's what I was about to say. What is
it's
he
a
like?
bit
20,
different,
20,
Caruso's in that. He's in that ballpark. Like, if he had the minutes logged and the games played, like, he should be in the top 3 of DPOY. Like, that's how good he is defensively. He's a monstrous defender. He wrecks the game off ball. He's tremendous on the ball. Like, there's nothing he can't do. He provides rim protection at 6'4". Then he's able to guard your best player on the ball. Then he's able to double team the post, play at the nail, play defense in transition. Like, there's nothing he can't do. Like the only limitation he may have is to like the bigger like the physical players. So like they might be able to have some success with him. But like even then, I don't think that level of success does anything to make up for everything else he does off the ball.
Hey Mars, I will tell you though.
He's really
Mars,
good.
I will tell you though. Caruso gave what's his name problems. Caruso gave
the Triple J.
Jared Jackson problem. He can't give
Jokic
no goddamn problem.
Hey, yeah. He doesn't. He's
no
too small.
But Jokic
He's too small, and he's not physical enough.
His arms ain't long enough
to bother a Jokic.
Put the ball out, and he can't.
That's why he's not the perfect defender. But like positionally and what he provides this OKC team, like. I don't know how many.
He was your best player in the second half,
and that's the thing with Caruso.
He was amazing. Like he has to be out there. Like he has to be.
And with my bad.
No, you
go ahead. With Caruso, you know, because I'm a Bulls fan. You know, last year I think was obviously his best year, offensively at least. My goodness, like he actually provided he's always been a solid offensive player, but last year he was like a real plus for us offensively with the shooting, and he's like such a good connective player. You know, he's nice making like the extra passes. And, you know, it was a little tough to see yesterday because I really like Alex Caruso. I love Alex Caruso. I think he's been great. He's one like the only rare guards. A&M, but he's one of the rare guards in history to anchor like a top 10 defense in the league. Like he was that good. And I missed those like that 35 stretch with him and Lonzo. Like they were doing fucking amazing. But with Caruso, also, I think that also speaks to why I'm a little disappointed in OKC yesterday because they wasted a great game from him. Like, you're probably never getting another game from him where he hits 5 threes.
I don't know.
For the rest of the playoffs.
Caruso a competitor. He damn near
5 threes in a game from Caruso. I don't even. When's the last time that's even happened?
I don't know.
One or two more times.
He doesn't play that much.
He normally doesn't play a lot of minutes to get him 9 threes in a game.
I will say
he only had 5.
Yeah,
he had 5
no, he took 9. He took 9.
Okay, yeah. But like, I don't know if you're gonna get another game like this probably for the rest of the postseason from Alex Caruso.
I disagree. Man, I'm telling you, one thing about Caruso is if he's out there, Caruso, like I'm gonna give you a backstory. Caruso's been playing like this his entire life.
Jordan, you just want to disagree just to disagree. When have you seen? When have you heard Alex Caruso hit 5 threes? When have you seen it? When have you seen it?
No, that's crazy.
So what? When have you? Okay, once again, when have you seen him hit 5 threes?
His whole life.
When have you seen him hit?
He don't play that long
in a playoff game.
Because he don't play that long. Chill. Chill. You can yell. You can crash out. He don't play that long. That's why.
Because this shit doesn't make sense. Okay.
Yes, it does.
That long. What? Okay.
What the fuck? He don't play that long to shoot 9 threes.
Okay. So because he doesn't play that long, what makes you think that he's gonna make 9 threes? You just told me last night was an anomaly.
He cooking Jordan.
He doesn't play that much.
First of all, I didn't say that it was an anomaly. I didn't say that. I said when Caruso was out there.
This is what you just said to me. You just said you disagree. Okay, so I'm asking you, when was the last time he hit 5 threes?
I said I disagree that he
when's the last time he hit 4 threes?
I said I disagree.
In a playoff game or just in a game?
He said playoff.
Actually, go to a game where he's even hit 5 threes.
That's it.
Listen.
I know he was hurt too this year, so it's
this is exactly what I'm talking about. I'm saying Caruso's been this player his entire life. Y'all are new to Caruso.
March of last year.
I'm not new to Caruso.
Over a year ago.
Who is y'all?
Who's new to Caruso? We're not new to him.
I'm a Bulls fan, and I watch A&M.
Okay, listen to what
I do about bro at A&M.
Keep going, Jordan. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going, Jordan. Keep going. What am
I just want to know how we're new to Caruso.
I'm clearly missing something.
What am I missing? If you quit talking and let me explain what I'm trying to say, I'll be able to say it.
Jordan, I got you. Everybody shut the fuck up. Go ahead, Jordan.
Good work, coach.
This is a family show, Ron.
Bro, this is exactly what I'm saying. When Caruso's out there for a long period of time, he's never a negative. He's always playing good defense. He's always in good position. He's always making his shots as well, too. You give him a setting like he did last night where he start the second half, or you put him out there for an extended period of time in the playoff, where they're going to allow him to do something. Hey, we're going to give Caruso this shot. He's going to start making it. He's going to make plays. That's what he does. He's been doing it his entire life. Some players in the NBA just need an opportunity to do what they've been doing their entire life. Not a small sample size of 15 minutes. You give Caruso, how many minutes he played last night?
26.
you give him 26 or you give him 30. Let's say the Thunder say, you know what? Fuck, we're gonna give more minutes to Caruso. You give Caruso 31 minutes, 32 minutes. You don't think he can make 3 or 4 threes again?
Well, I think their offense is going to slip with Caruso out there over the course of the series.
I don't
even that. He's not even that great.
To justify. Really quickly, Mustard. So to counter your point, Jordan, that you just talked about, giving him more minutes. Okay. So he played what? What he played 20. So he played 24 minutes.
26.
So he played 20. Just so you know, Mustard, did you say last year? This was last year.
Mars said last year in March.
Okay.
March 31st.
So the year he made the All Defensive Team in Chicago, he averaged 24 minutes a game. So he was getting burned. And that's just on average.
It's a different from a Bulls team to a Thunder team.
Just so we clear.
Bro, he was getting more shots with us than he's ever going to get in his career.
He's getting burned.
He's not that type of player.
Denver was actually conceding shots from him.
But that was his best offensive season.
But he's not that type of player. If Denver's going to concede shots to Caruso, he's going to make them.
Whoa,
that's the case. Wait.
That's not always true.
I just want to make sure I'm following you guys. So like you said, Mars, Denver was conceding shots to him last night. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So when he's in Chicago, are you telling me that they're closing out hard on him? They're not conceding shots to him in Chicago.
The game, bro. When you in Chicago, bro, and then not a good damn team kill. Come on, bro. That's totally different. He's not playing with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, J-Dub. And a hell of a defense.
The year in which you're saying he played 24 minutes, he wasn't as good of a shooter as he is now. Last year, he shot like 40% from three.
How about last year was a great year?
Yeah, last year, and he had 4 different games with 5+ threes made. The thing in common with those games is he played over 30 minutes in all of those games. When Caruso plays a lot of minutes and he has it going in terms of shooting, he makes threes. When he doesn't play a lot of minutes, he doesn't make a lot of threes. Like volume is going to be there's going to be a direct correlation between minutes played and volume when it comes to scoring.
So Jordan's point.
But don't you think the reason why the minutes are not played? Don't you think the reason why those minutes? I was about to say thank you, Swipe, but don't you think the reason why those minutes are not played is because he's not making shots on those nights?
The question was asked was, can Caruso make 5 threes again? Not is he going to do it every game?
Yeah, I say he can do it. I say he can do it.
Caruso is entirely capable.
But what I'm saying,
if a team is daring him to shoot, which is what Denver did, maybe they won't do that again for the rest of the series. So then maybe he won't.
Or maybe they will
make 5 threes. But if they do, if they keep daring Caruso to shoot, he's entirely capable of having another game where he makes.
What did he do again? What did he do?
He's a really good shooter. Like the reason I think he shot 35% from 3.
Really good. I think that's gas.
The reason Caruso's 3-point percentage is only 35% this year is because the first 12 games in which he played for the Thunder, he couldn't buy a 3. The last 42 games he played, he shot 40% again. His first 12 games, because I looked this up, because I remember early on Caruso couldn't buy a 3. His first 12 games for the OKC Thunder. Let me get this pulled up right here. So this is when he first joined and he couldn't make anything. So the first 12 games he played, he was 19% from 3.
Yep.
19%. From that moment on, so from November 20th to the end of the season, he was 40% from 3.
Yeah.
Like now he can shoot the ball.
Now with that being said, Mars, so
you can do a whole bunch of shit.
Because to Jordan's point, Jordan, you definitely had a point about him being able to do that. I'm thinking about this being the playoffs. And I have not seen him in any atmosphere when he's been in the playoffs shoot the basketball like this. That's why I'm thinking to myself, well, how can this guy, even when he was with the Lakers, being a rotation player and still being a good
shoot back then? Yeah, he
wasn't terrible, Mars.
No, he was a bad shooter.
He's never been a great shooter though.
He could make an open shot. Now he might not. He wasn't Derek. I'm not going to say that he was Derek White. Right, I'm not going to do that and say that he was that kind of shooter. But if you left them open, like Oklahoma City was leaving them open last night, he could make an open shot, to Alex Caruso's point. However, I'm thinking last night, for him to make 5 threes, if that's the game plan, if he's going to do that again, that's going to be trouble for Denver. And I don't see him. Because what it sounds to me like, because Jordan, what it sounds to me like is, it sounds to me like we got a league full of Alex Carusos, who we got dudes, we're using them a certain way when they're much better at a whole lot of other stuff that we haven't seen.
Yeah, I mean, to your point, I do think like when you, and I'm only saying this for players that I don't know, that I like seen play for a long time.
Yeah,
I can't speak for people that I've never seen play for a long time. Yep. All I'm saying is Caruso has been the same player since he was a kid. Like the same player, same dunking on people, same shit. I swear to God, same thing. He's always been that type of player. All I'm saying is this guy here, if you put him out there for a long period of time, he may not make 5 threes next game, but he will be so much more effective on the offensive end if you just keep him out there for a long time.
But I think
he might not make 5, but he might make 3. He might make 4, and it could be the biggest one too to help y'all lose the game. Really, I don't think Shea played that great again last night either. Though
he didn't. But
he didn't. He didn't.
Some of this.
Don't let that 32-10. Don't let that 32-10 and 8 fool you. No, it wasn't great.
No. Some of this is going to come down to this: is the Nuggets are going to gamble on Caruso, Dort, and Ihart and Chet.
Yeah,
that's basically going to be the role.
Yeah.
Those are going to be the 4 players they're gambling on, and it's going to work more than likely on 2 or 4 each night. Now, if all of them are making the shots, then it's a blowout, which will probably be game 3.
Probably get beat by 60.
But
I'd be game 2.
The thing is, Denver didn't shoot well either yesterday. Like I think some of this is like, and Denver had wide, bare, open 3-pointers, but they just, I think,
by design.
Yeah, I think their legs were kind of taken out from the game 7 on some of the long jump shots. I think that the momentum, but as Jordan knows, because we talked about this with the Clippers, and you brought this up a couple times about the Clippers and Nuggets series. Role players shoot better at home. Jordan, this is I'm saying now. This is what I will say. The Nuggets are going to come out with their hair on fire in game 2.
The Thunder
if they push OKC and they feel like if they get a win, I'll just say if they get a win in OKC, at that point Denver coming back home with momentum and 2 games in Denver. And I think, but this is what I meant, Jordan. You know, the whole Clippers series thing. I think the Clippers just have a different kind of defense that gives the Nuggets more issues than the OKC defense. This is the third time this year
with Zubac.
Right. This is the third time this year that the Nuggets have scored over 121 points on the Thunder. The third time. Like, the Thunder have struggled guarding Denver consistently. And I think Denver, Mars, you can tell me if you disagree, and Ox, whoever, they feel comfortable playing versus OKC because for them it's like, we've been playing versus Braun, Durant, Jimmy, Devin Booker, all kind of pull-up shooters for years. And so
the one-on-one coverage is what it is, though, to be honest with you. Right. I think that's the difference more than anything. Like, they don't jump Joker. They don't. I think that they're
in the post. They do.
No, they did. No. That's and this is what I'm talking about, Mars. This is exactly what I'm talking about. In the mid post and in the mid range, they don't jump Joker, and that help is a lot further away than it should be. So I think that they're more confident in their one-on
paint. No, they did pack the paint though yesterday.
They did shade and shit. They did that.
Yeah, when he's posting up, they'll
when he's on the box,
when he's facing up, it's less.
Yeah, it's
and the space.
But I'm saying that. But you know that for Dirk, Dirk like Kevin Garnett type players. Because I wouldn't say Shaq. Shaq's not at the nail like that. But I'm saying with players like that, or LeBron and Kevin Durant, that's a much better situation for a scorer because when I can see everybody that's in front of me, so you can't just help off of anywhere.
Yeah, when you that big,
every time Jokic went to that post or with his left shoulder to the post, Ox, OKC had 5 players with a foot in the paint. And they were sending help backside underneath the rim with Link on the other side, so he could.
That's where he got in trouble at.
But when you're that big,
that's where he got in trouble at.
And you can use both hands, and you're that big. It's nothing but a spin move, bro. A double team is nothing. Like when you're that, when you're that wide, just a simple boom spin, and you could use left, you could go right, but you can't do nothing with that. That's like don't even send the double. You know what I'm saying? You got to send a double before that. Like as soon as the ball hits the ground, you got to come from other angles. Yeah. It's really simple. I'm not saying it's not hard or nothing. Yeah. I'm not trying to make it simple. I'm just saying like for Jokic, that's really, bro. Because when you spin, the ball's already up here. You got to block the shot, or it's just a bucket. You know what I mean?
Think, Mars, please go after this. But Mars, you brought up last year in the Minnesota series, their over the shot making cost them that series. I think from Jokic and from AG. For both of them to come back to be to be fair, like honestly, elite volume jump shooters this year, both of them, and in particular for Jokic, the fact that they had that over the top shot making over Hart and Chet now, I think that changes the series. This is why I think now, because now OKC has to bring everything out. Nuggets had 54 paint points yesterday, and they shot 51% at the rim. They had 54 paint points.
Swiper, I think a lot of that's because of offensive remids.
They were,
but Swiper, I think
Gordon and Jokic to 36 rebounds. I think like 11 offensive rebounds, something like that.
Swiper, I think the thing that's going to be curious for me with Oklahoma City is, like I always said, if you got somebody that can break they one-on-one defenders, they in trouble. Now I want to see what strategy they go to, because I don't think they're strong enough inside to stop Jokic from just walking down there and he get Chet in foul trouble, Hartenstein in foul trouble.
Fouls for all.
Yeah, it's kind of like, and then it's not only just him. It's Russell Westbrook
why are we
doing the
not
exact
bringing up
same
J-Dub?
thing.
Why have
we'll get to him in a second. Don't worry about him, Mustard. We'll get to him in a second.
But that's the real culprit right here.
But it's not
the
even
only number 2 watching that get blamed up here is James Harden for real. But we'll get to J-Dub.
No, I've been talking about J. I said J-Dub before the season even started.
J-Dub was the concern for most people who didn't believe in OKC.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
that was my.
No, I know that, but I'm saying we just haven't brought nothing up. So
no, we will. But I was saying about
Mm-hmm.
the rim protection. It's not just Jokic going down there. It's Russell Westbrook. It's Aaron Gordon. It's Christian Brown. And Jokic. That's 4 guys going into the paint because they can, as much ball pressure as Oklahoma City put on the guards, they're good enough to get by the first man. And when they get by the first man, they're able to use their athleticism and jump and put these bigs in foul trouble. I'm just curious to know, like, how they're going. And it could be just game 1. You know, people come up with strategies after game 1. But I just want to know, like, how they're going to substitute that. I don't know if Chet just has to play all world on defense. Or Hartenstein has to play all world. I don't know what they're going to do.
I think their first effort on defense was fine. It was when it came to securing the possession after the stop where they died.
That's a part of it, though, Mars.
Yeah, of course. And I think that's what needs to be addressed. I think that overall, like, first possession defense, like, if the NBA was played like it was one-on-one, where it's shot, reset, go play offense.
Yeah, exactly.
I think OKC would be borderline unbeatable. But because they have to secure the rebound, they couldn't do it yesterday. And that was the concern going into the series for OKC is, are Denver too big? And will the rebound differential be too insurmountable? Yeah. And I think yesterday the rebound differential was very problematic. Jokic killing on the glass, Aaron Gordon, Russell Westbrook, Christian Brown. MPJ in theory can be a better rebounder than he was yesterday. That's
the easiest bet in the world. MPJ about to have a much better game too. That's like the easiest bet in the world.
Is he though? Because he looks like
he had a 15 game the next game after that first bad game versus the Clippers.
He looked like he laboring though, Swiper.
He definitely is laboring.
He did that against the Clippers.
He was also playing a little soft, to be fair.
I got to say though, my bad, Swiper.
No, go ahead.
It's not his right shoulder.
It's not his
shoulder injury. Come on, man. That's insane.
You still got to raise your arm.
You still got to go up with the jump shot, though.
It's not. No. Because it's not what Kobe had. You know what I'm saying? It's a bruise. It's not.
Kobe had a torn labrum.
That's what I'm saying.
Kobe couldn't play on the torn labrum.
Kobe's body is way bigger than
he played for like he played like a quarter, and then got his little aura moment.
He made that one shot.
He got to make that one
shot. Y'all gassed.
And then he missed the rest of the year. But hey, you got your aura moment, Kobe. Congratulations.
Wait. So let's keep Kobe out of this because
are you hating on Kobe right now?
He brought him up.
He brought wait. Okay. I brought him real quick, but this isn't about Kobe. This isn't about Kobe. This is about the fact. This is about the fact that this isn't. There's no structural damage. It's about. Can you play
better, Ox?
It's about can you play through the pain, right? It's not structural. It's a pain thing. It's a bruise, and it's not his right shoulder. So I'm like, you don't get no bail for that, man. Shoot the ball.
But he will play better.
Shoulder injury is still.
It's not an injury. He's not injured. He's hurt.
He still got to go up.
That shit hurt like hell, though.
He can't finish with that hand. On top of that, when he's playing, okay,
it's a sprained AC joint.
It's an AC joint sprain.
Yeah.
I thought you said it was a bruise, Swiper.
A sprain is a bruise / slight tear. It's not like it's. I told you.
That shit's swollen. It's more of a bruise than a tear.
But it hurts.
I want to know. Okay. So just to make sure
it's all pain tolerance. That's what it is. It's all pain.
Right. So he's hurt. He's not injured.
Lift your shoulder, you know. So.
If it's pain tolerance, then he's hurt, not injured. And I'm not trying. Look, mind you, I understand that it hurts. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is these are the playoffs. You have a hurt left shoulder, not an injured left shoulder.
And he's played good with it. He's played good with it. He's played good with it before.
Porter missing shots is not why he didn't play yesterday. Porter was just losing the ball. The ball was going out of bounds. Bad decision.
He'll play better next game.
But I'm saying, chill. He does that. He will be better. But like I said, this is why they needed Russ. Do y'all realize that Russ this year, like those Nuggets?
Wait. Do we realize or do you realize?
No, I wanted him on the team to start the year off. When he played bad, I said he played bad. He played good. He played good. Like I'm not doing this for the role player. But Russ this year, that starting lineup, when they've had Russ in the game, they have been utterly dominating teams so far this playoffs. And I will say this too. This is an unexpected thing I did not expect. The Nuggets starters have outplayed the Clippers and OKC, the starters, like by a lot so far to start off these playoffs. Sure. Did not expect it to be that way. Just because last year it was the opposite story. The Nuggets just didn't have the energy or whatever else it was. But their defense, honestly, like, given the fact, like, I don't know how y'all feel about they played defensively yesterday, but I thought they did a good job. Like,
I don't think Denver was bad. I thought Denver was really good on the defensive end. I did.
Yeah, they did a good job of taking away a lot of what Shea wanted to get to.
Right.
I do think
Christian Brown in particular.
OKC got a lot of open threes, but I do think some of that's by design.
Right.
But them not giving up the switch to on Jamal Murray, which is what OKC were hunting a lot. And Christian Brown staying in the play, I think, was very valuable. Curious to see what OKC does. I think they're probably going to flatten their spacing a little bit because a lot of help's coming from the wing. If you're just able to flatten that out, get Shea more clean driving angles, see what. But maybe you can just keep the defender around the wing anyway. I don't know, but it's curious to see what adjustments they make.
With Swiper, with your perimeter defense flying around the way it was, I feel like you did a good job yesterday. With the way your defense was flying around yesterday, I thought you did a really good job in speeding up J-Dub and making him take ill-advised shots. Because a lot of the shots that he took yesterday were really ill-advised.
Now, again, no disrespect to J-Dub, but this is Aaron Gordon, Mars, Chill, Ox, Mustard, Jordan, and then Ron. Aaron Gordon since 23. Well, really since he'd been in the playoff with the Nuggets. In 21, he had to guard Devin Booker and Chris Paul. That was horrible. Like, horrible experience for him. Yep. Next year, he had to guard Steph Curry, Jordan Poole. That was another horrible experience. And Draymond, remember, punked him for the first 2 games. And that changed him because he knew he needed to be a different player. 23, he had to deal with Cat, Ant, Booker, KD, LeBron, and then Butler and Bam. And then last year, he had to deal with
the door on Butler, by the way, in the finals, too.
He did. And then he had to guard LeBron and AD last year. And then he had to guard Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns. And this year, he's had to guard James Harden and Kawhi Leonard. Bro, now he's...
he ain't really got to guard James Harden.
Now he's guarding J-Dub. Bro, I think for AG's just like, bro, it's not that he's like, glad that's over. But J-Dub is like, of all the players he's been a primary guard over, J-Dub is at the bottom of that list. And
yes, I think him more than any of those guys, no doubt.
Yo, Swiper, since Jokic went down, remember Jokic went down with J-Dub, and then Aaron Gordon.
J-Dub was 2 of 13 in the second half.
He was 5 for 20 for the game, Moss. 5 for 20 for the game.
But I mean, he was 3 for 7 in the first half. He was 2 for 13 in the second.
And he got split up. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I hate this gonna happen to J-Dub. You know, I hate this gonna happen to J-Dub because he's a second option right now, and it's gonna be so bad. Because they're gonna start talking about him with Jalen Green,
which is not true. No,
it's not. No, they're not. No,
we're not doing that.
No, hey, Jalen Green is a 5 for 20.
No, they're not.
Hey, he just gonna become a third. He just gonna become a third.
J-Dub just had a great series against Memphis.
He just gonna become a third. Jalen Green torched Memphis this year.
He do it in the playoffs.
J-Dub gonna get back to it.
Because he ain't get to see Memphis in the playoffs.
That's too bad. That's too bad. That's too bad.
He was the reason why I felt like Oklahoma City.
You just letting people run you over. Go ahead.
And J-Dub has defensive value.
Step in the gap. Step in the gap, Ron. Go ahead.
Jalen Green played a little bit of defense.
Yeah, but I was saying though, when Jokic went down, remember when he went down with his, I don't know if he had an injury, I don't know what it was. He missed a couple games. And then remember that's what Yeah, and that's when Aaron Gordon stepped in. And Aaron Gordon stepped in and had like a 40-point game.
Oh, yeah.
He was going
versus
the Warriors.
I can't remember. All I know is
he had like 36 or something.
Yeah, it might have been. Yeah,
nah, he was going
since
crazy.
That moment in time,
Nuggets to win. What are y'all talking about?
Since that moment in time, he's been you guys' second best player.
No,
it's definitely
Jamal really don't like Jamal Murray.
No, Jamal
Murray has not been better than Aaron Gordon for you guys.
He has,
I want to be clear about that.
No, he has not. Aaron Gordon has been balling all year.
Your mind?
All year.
You guys aren't the biggest Jamal Murray guys.
Let's not.
I love Jamal
Murray. But even all year, Aaron Gordon missed a lot of games.
I said from the moment in time when Jokic went down.
The season this year and was not himself.
Okay, but
from the moment when Jokic went down or when Jokic missed.
Yeah, but Jokic missed time.
That was in 23. That was 24. That was we weren't even.
Yeah, Jokic like Aaron Gordon from that calf injury.
No, didn't decide the baby this year.
No, yeah, I'm talking about this year.
He had the baby early season.
Incredible how the playoffs just changed.
Like Jamal, again, I want to be clear about this. Jamal from December 1st to the end of the year was at 23, 5, and 6 on 50, 40, 90 and had a 55 piece versus Tamani Kumar and them, and then was
Aaron Gordon does so much more though.
I'm just looking at scoring. I'm looking at rebounding. I'm looking at defense, and on top of that, Aaron Gordon to give you some good scoring nights.
Been good that year. His defense hasn't been that good this year.
It has not been.
Like that's the thing. Like,
there's a reason the Nuggets defense has dropped.
Regularly scheduled Aaron Gordon defense, like 2024 defense, plus what he's doing offensively, making a 3 at the clip he is, plus all the dunk and stuff. Sure, but the Aaron Gordon that's been defensively.
Why has he been like what?
The calf strength. He didn't move the
I'm saying, but like when is Aaron Gordon been out here getting cooked though? When is he getting chopped down? Like by who? When?
I couldn't tell you like this particular matchup he got fried 1-on-1. I couldn't tell you that, but just
okay. Maybe his defense might have taken a step down. Y'all can use swipe. No, maybe it might have taken a step down.
No, he had a bad defensive year this year, but that because of the calf injury though. I'm saying like the.
But how though? I'm just curious.
He was horrible in isolation.
What's
bad about his protected this year. His weak side different. He just didn't have the lift. His calf injury.
He can't jump the whole even if he got put back. Sorry.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying in the playoffs, I think he's been able to exert.
Can we kill that, by the way?
All this energy.
I tried to kill it last week. So
he can jump right now. Yeah, he can jump right now.
I'm watching this dude catch lobs.
He's throwing the ball in the rim,
and he's dunking backwards. I'm watching this dude catch lobs against.
I tried to kill it last week.
On chat. I mean, come on,
it's a power layup. That was a power. Yeah, thank you.
That was a power layup.
I understand that calf injuries can slow you down, but like. Dude, he doesn't look like it's bothering him that much.
He's doing. Aaron Gordon said he's doing treatment every day around the clock to try to be ready for games on that calf. So it's clearly an issue, but I think he's just powering through it because he's a manimal. Like he's one of the toughest players in the sport. Like, yeah.
I mean, my thing is swipe it up. Like for me, it could be a little biased just because I've always paid more attention to Aaron Gordon. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I came up. You know what I'm saying? And like playing against his brother or RIP, you know what I'm saying? Playing against his brother a lot. When he was a young boy, I've been paying attention to Aaron Gordon, and I've always thought Aaron Gordon was a phenomenal basketball player. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so maybe his defense hasn't been to the level of what it was this season, but I still think he's playing really good. Yeah, I still think he's been playing pretty good defense though.
Yeah. When I watch him, he looks terrific. And on top of that, a lot of it too is. And I know Jokic and Murray have a thing, but Aaron Gordon and Jokic, they really got a thing. Jokic, like two or three oops a game, drop down passes, all of that. It seems like he's always in the right place. And on top of that, the fact that he shot 43% from 3 this year, that's another thing too. I mean, so when I've been watching
90% from the free throw line in the playoffs so far, and over 40% from 3.
When I've been watching him, he's been balling. And I just found it. So since March 7th, Aaron Gordon, you got a 27-point game. Yeah, well, I said
so in the last month of the year, he was better than Jamal Murray.
Yeah.
Oh, Jamal Murray missed time. Oh, okay, I'm with you. Okay, cool.
I never said the whole year. That's all I said.
I thought
27-point game. He got the 38.
So we're talking about like a 15-game.
The last month and players, Aaron Gordon was the Nuggets' second best player. Okay,
yeah, it's like Aaron
Gordon didn't even play
20-30 games. Gordon didn't play. It doesn't matter. I just said he's been the second best player.
I thought you were saying Jokic missed time early.
That's
why I disagreed with you. Okay,
I'm
talking about March.
That's crazy.
I like that.
You didn't say that to begin with.
What you're doing is nasty. What you're doing is nasty.
Jokic went down.
Nah, what you're doing is nasty, Ron. That's nasty.
I love it, though, Ron. I love that.
Over the last 2 months, does this sound better for you guys?
It's cool.
Over the last 2 months, Aaron Gordon has been their best player or their second best player.
Those 3 games Jamal play, I feel you.
Ron,
didn't we do the same thing with Jalen Green? Didn't we do the exact same thing with Jalen Green, Ron? Didn't we do the exact same thing with Jalen Green?
But Jalen Green went home.
Yeah,
the Nuggets are here in large part because of Aaron Gordon. I got 2 game winners.
And the Houston Rockets were at the top of the Western Conference. The Houston Rockets were at the top of the Western Conference, largely because of what Jalen Green had done for that month. Stop looking at me like I'm crazy, Mars. He had that month. Stop looking at me like I'm crazy. Yes, the Jalen Green month. So
that's what he always do,
I mean, we're doing the same thing that we're doing the same thing with Aaron Gordon that we was doing with Jalen Green. It just so happens that Aaron Gordon is in the playoffs right now. And he getting busy.
But Aaron Gordon does everything though. Like so mind you, I'm not going. Obviously, Jokic is the best player. I know that. But on any given night, Aaron Gordon can be. So I'll just put it like this: Aaron Gordon is to Denver. Aaron Gordon is to Denver. What OG is.
I knew he was going to say OG
in my eye. You know what I'm saying?
I knew he was going to say OG.
You got to stop doing that, bro.
No, Aaron Gordon isn't. Aaron Gordon is not.
Right quick, chill.
No, Ron.
Chill, right quick. I got to He's going to come right back to this. We going to come right back to this. Easy, fellas. See, when you guys get worked up when you get worked up in your everyday life, like Chill gets about OG Anunoby or how Swiper gets when Jokic misses clutch free throws, the best thing for you to do, or like how Jordan gets when Jalen Green goes less, what you got to do is just open the PrizePick app after you download it. Use promo code panel. Take the $50 that you get instantly and just release. Let out. Have a climatic moment on the PrizePick app. And it's easy to do that because, well, with PrizePicks, they make it easy to get 3-pick NBA flex lineups or go all out like we did today and have 6 different people in your contest. And the best part about the whole thing is right now, PrizePicks, they have a little competition for you. It's called Takes the Tickets, where your takes, your NBA takes, they can take you to the championship, NBA finals, courtside with seats. Every time you make a $5 3-pick flex NBA lineup during the playoffs, you will be entered into a sweepstakes. And that sweepstakes can take you, if you win it, to the NBA Finals courtside championship tickets. So download the app, use promo code panel, and enter that sweepstakes, and we'll see you guys courtside during the NBA Finals. And this is how we rock it today.
The climax part, that's crazy.
See, I'm having a climatic moment right here on PrizePicks too. I need Steph Curry to go more than 29.5 points. See, that's where it starts. Then I need Donovan Mitchell, more than 28.5 points. Then I got Anthony Edwards. Hey, Ant's not looking to pass. So we going less than the 5.5 assists. And then I got Andrew Nembhard. PRA, 20.5. That's it. That's a layup. Then I got Tyrese Halliburton. Well, he's averaging almost 13 assists in the playoffs. So it shouldn't be nothing for him to cook them bum-ass Cavs again and get more than 10 assists. And then last but not least, that's it? Oh, well, yeah, that's how we rocking. Cool. So this right here will be my take to go to the finals. So you guys have a climatic moment with me and do the same thing. Thank you. Come again.
What?
I would like to take the over on Ant assist. I ain't gonna lie.
Focus, Jordan. Come again.
Bro.
What's the problem,
bro.
Jordan? Come again.
It's the build up. You be like me and have a climatic.
You gotta
moment.
build up
Thank
to the
you.
climax. That's how all movies work. You build up to the climax.
Why not use the word suspense?
Now, Ox, can we get back to what?
Please, yes, please do. Please do.
Can we do that? Can we get back to that? So
crazy.
Ox just said something wild as hell to me, where he said Aaron Gordon.
How's that wild?
Okay, let me tell you why it's wild. Because you just said Aaron Gordon is to Aaron Gordon is to Denver what OG Anunoby is to New York, to the Knicks. Well, first of all, you told me that OG Anunoby is the best player on the Knicks. Aaron Gordon
most
is not
important,
the best
most important player.
That's not what you said. You told me he was the best player on the Knicks. You didn't tell me.
Yeah, I did, but we reeled it in.
Okay, so
man, love OG Anunoby.
Yes. Oh yeah, 100%.
I mean, the second half yesterday.
That's what I'm saying though. Like,
yes, 100%.
Oh, we talking about that game now?
No.
I can't wait to get into that.
I got things that need to be said.
I gotta talk about Al Horford too.
Hold on, before we get into that game, Chill and Ox, are you guys closing that door? Are we done with that conversation?
Go ahead, Chill, because I'm just saying, like, as far as importance, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, he's of course Jokic is the best player,
sure,
but I mean, Aaron Gordon comes through with all the extra things. He's like a polished, dirty work guy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I think that's very important. You need that.
But like again, let me get the real and let me reel my
Can
man
play
in
Chet in this series?
because Ox has a tendency to go a little bit too far. So, all right, I can appreciate your logic on Aaron Gordon and OG Anunoby in terms of importance because I did the same thing with Anthony Davis with LeBron James. I did the same thing. So, all right, I'm cool.
And Swiper, to your point, I understand everybody looks at what they do through the season. So yeah, okay, of course, all right. Chet's better than Aaron Gordon, big deal, right? But when they see each other, it's different. It's like, yeah, you do that to them, and I do this. Like you might be better against him than I am against him. But when we see each other, though, young fella, I got something for you.
You talk about Chet and Aaron Gordon?
Yeah.
I don't know if Chet's better than Aaron Gordon
in this series.
Overall,
I'm talking about head to head
as a player, or what's going to happen in this series.
Overall,
I'm talking about as a basketball player. As a basketball player, head to head for a series, I can see Aaron Gordon out hustling, out muscling, out playing Chet Holmgren. Now, over the regular season, y'all can look at the numbers, the analytics, the stats, whatever, what he does against this
Aaron
person.
Gordon's
And yeah, okay, y'all gonna say Chet's better, and I'm not gonna disagree with you. I'm not gonna argue with you. But when they meet head to head, I'll put my money on AG.
Well, but don't you think some of this? Look, as somebody who has seen Aaron Gordon tens of times, that is a huge person. Chill. He is wide.
He's 6'10", legit.
And
by the way,
he is strong, dog.
Big those shoulders.
Mario Williams that played DN for the Texans out of NC State.
All right, Houston legend, bro.
Just taller.
Never heard of.
Yeah, we went to the same elementary. I used to bully.
Hey, they don't.
I'm sure you did.
Play this.
They don't consider him no legend in Houston.
Let's get to it. Ron.
That's Steve Cap.
Ron, he used to bully the locker with your head.
And Brian Cushing. I'm from Houston.
I love this.
Oh, that ain't no.
Mario Williams, Brian Cushing, Jonathan
legend.
Joseph. Don't ever do that.
Boy, they don't consider him no legend.
Tell him I am Houston.
They consider First of all,
that is not your city. That is not your city. For you to say that, that's not your city no more.
First of all,
saying that.
First of all, let me tell you,
Mario Williams not a Houston legend.
Put them on the big screen.
Do you know that the Houston people hated that they picked Mario Williams because they passed over Vince Young?
Yeah.
No. That's not that. No. Reggie Bush.
Vince Young too. Vince Young is from Houston.
Reggie was the one everybody wanted that year.
No, Vince Young.
Yo, Sniper, you not from Houston? Stay out of this.
No, I know everything.
I ain't doing it.
Swipe up. We gotta get to the
I know what time it is.
You gotta get to the Boston Celtics. But Ron,
get to the imitators, please.
Nah, but you can't.
Before we go,
that ain't your city no more saying that. You can't do that.
Let's make sure we remember this. Vince Young came out of school because he
from Houston.
He thought that Houston was going to take him with the #1 pick. That's why he left Texas. For no other reason. He would have went back to school.
Well, then you took an all-pro.
I'm about to say, y'all acting like Mario Williams was a bum. He made multiple all-pros, one of the best defensive players in the league.
But they wanted Vince Young.
He fell apart after year 4, though. Like, I mean, so anyway.
And then y'all brought up Reggie Bush. Hold
up, wait. Real talk.
It's not a football.
Wait. Real talk. The real Houston representative on the panel just texted me. He said Jordan is right. Vince went to Madison.
Facts.
In Houston.
Shout.
What's that mean?
Hey,
Look at Mario Williams. I'm
not denying Vince Young being from
Jordan, you trying to take your Houston card.
Hey, Mario Williams. Say Mario Williams.
Can we get to it, Ron?
Not how it goes.
Can we get to it?
All right, y'all. Hey, all right. We got to get to it. Jesus Christ, my bad, y'all. I just wanted to get on the back streets of Houston. I heard Houston was a good time.
We got 3 whole hours. Swiper, relax.
$100?
Yeah, we good.
All right. If I send you $100 and I say I want you to do something, you better get it done now, Ox. I'll tell you that right now.
$100? I'm not.
We get to it, y'all.
But if you send me $100, I'm. Come on, go ahead.
All right. So in transition into the Knicks and the Celtics game, it's only fitting that my man Arch sent through $100 super chat. And he said, finally, and he means finally, Tatum played like the best player in the world. Talk about aging like spoiling milk.
Can you give context to that, Ron? What happened a few days ago for that super chat to have relevance? What happened?
Now, I wish I could play the clip, but we don't have time for me to dig it up and put it on the screen and all of that. But essentially, Chilltown said that if the Celtics go back-to-back and if the Nuggets were to get popped, that we're going to have to start having conversations about Jason Tatum.
No, we didn't. No, I didn't say that. No, what I said was if the Nuggets get bounced in round 1 and the Boston Celtics win the NBA championship in back-to-back seasons and Jason Tatum is the finals MVP, he's the best player on the planet. That's what I said.
Wow.
That's what I said. Let's talk. If we're gonna talk about it, let's talk about it. That's exactly what I said because Mars asked me a very direct question. Did you not, Mars? Mars asked me a very direct question, and direct questions involve direct answers, and I answered it. Yes, I do think that Jason Tatum will be the best player on the planet. Now, since we're on this subject and what we saw yesterday, immediately
from both players,
right? Since we're on this subject, and
what we get JB too. Both of the JBs, really.
We ain't talking about Jaylen Brown. We're going to talk about Jason Tatum and Jason Tatum only right now. Let's discuss Jason Tatum and Jason Tatum only, right? So yesterday, when I'm watching Jason Tatum, there it is again. There is the separation. That shot selection. Because all the other stuff that he does, everything else that he does, puts him in that conversation to be the best player on the planet. When he does what he's doing as a shot creator, when he does what he's doing as when he's shooting the basketball, that's where the separation, because the exact same thing will happen when he goes for 40. When those shots that he's shooting, they go in. It looks way different than what it did. Because don't forget, when they played the Knicks on opening night, the New York Knicks gave up 63s from the Boston Celtics. Jason Tatum went 8 for 11 from the long ball line. The conversation was, can Jason Tatum be the league MVP this year? Can Jason Tatum be in the league MVP conversation? But then we have 0 for 10 games, 2 for 12 games, 1 for 11 games, where he's letting guys like Mitchell Robinson, who I got 24 feet away from the basket, off the hook by shooting back-to-back long balls. If I take him to the rim, he's much better at getting to the rim, much better at scoring. There's a reason why the Boston Celtics are last in the league at scoring at the rim, because they live at the long ball line. This is who they are. This isn't something that's an anomaly with the Boston Celtics. Don't get me wrong. They missed 45 threes yesterday. I'm not going to argue that point. And Jason Tatum was 4 for 16 at the long ball line. Oh, absolutely awful, Ox. Absolutely awful. And Jason Tatum was 4 for 16 at the long ball. I think he took 22 shots or something like that. 22 or 23 shots.
He was 4-15 from 3 and
right
7 of 23 from the field.
So 23 of those shots, and 23 of those shots, 15 of them were long balls. That's it. So that's going to have to change in order for them to be better.
No, but you're saying the shooting is what separates him between him and Jokic?
Yes, I do. 100%.
Come on, chill.
And here's why. Here's why.
So you're telling me if Jason Tatum shot like Steph Curry, he's not in the best player in the world conversation?
Okay, stop it, Mars. Obviously, if he shot like
Steph, he's the best player in the world.
The shooting ain't the difference. I'm sure if he play make like LeBron, he'd be in this conversation too, right?
Stay right there, Mars. Stay right there.
No, I don't think so much. But if he shot like Steph, though, he'd be the best player in the world.
We don't have to go as far as shooting like Steph Curry.
The best player of all time.
If he shot better, if his shot selection were better. If he lived in the mid-range more,
that's all you think the gap is between.
I don't even think it's living in the mid-range per se. There were times he got switches on Jalen Brunson. He could have easily just taken it to the fucking rack, and he just sometimes he passed out of it.
It's not that easy though, Mustard, because Jalen Brunson is low and very strong. Now, I mean, what
are we doing? Tatum.
What are we doing?
Tatum is 6'8", 6'9".
Yes, I know. But this is what we're doing. You say what are we doing? I'm gonna tell you what we're doing. What we're doing is we're being realistic about how basketball really works and how when you're guarded by somebody that's
even if that's the case,
okay, but
he's stronger and taller.
Okay, but it's not about being. That's my point. When you're guarding somebody out on the perimeter and they're that much taller than you, what do? You don't step back and let them come to you. You get under them, you get low, and you stay under them because that's the only way to stop them from going to the rim. That's why when that happens, a lot of times you have to shoot a mid-range jump shot or fade away or something like that. Because
I didn't just say the mid-range jumper. I said there were times he passed out of those situations.
Why? Because it's not. You can't just say, "Oh, when you get Jalen Brunson, take him to the rack." Yeah, you might want to, but instead, it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier to kick. And I'm not saying this is what he does, Mustard, but I'm just saying, like when you got somebody like that guarding you, it's easy for you to kick. It's easy. Hold on, bro. Let me just finish my sentence.
Go ahead.
It's easy for you to kick the ball and get low and repost, get a better position. When you're coming from the 3-point line, you can't just look at Jalen Brunson like, oh, I'm taking him to the rack, because the only thing Jalen Brunson can do is get lower than you and bang your hips, make you, you know what I'm saying? So it's not,
and that is not one. That's not enough of an excuse, because Tatum.
It's not an excuse. It's just what's going on.
No, I get what you're saying. But that's not enough of an excuse, because there were times where Tatum would get the ball in the entry pass, in the post, wherever he was in the mid range, where he would have a Jalen Brunson on him. He had the positioning. He didn't call for the ball back when he passed the ball. He would sometimes throw the ball like.
Him do that before though, Mustard?
Have I seen him do that before? I think Tatum usually takes advantage of mismatches. Last night was just not a good night.
Right, this is the point, and here we are on the overreaction Monday.
I'm not gonna overreact.
You put
I don't think he's the best player in the world. You're the one who's putting him as the best player in the world conversation.
No one
else overreacting.
You know why I'm
no
doing
one
that?
else did that.
I'm gonna say we overreacting when you the one who said
who did that?
So either you're underreacting or you're overreacting to us overreacting.
Okay,
it's one of the two.
Styles, I'm not letting anybody.
Bro, you are the epitome of
Kill, I'm with you, Ron. I mean, Kill, I'm with you.
Bro, you are the epitome of
But you gave him expectations, Chill.
He just had one bad game.
Bro, you are the epitome of sitting up here and telling me, Jason Tatum, you are a killer. Go kill, right? So when he does that, this is exactly what you want. So then we get last night where he shot the ball. Where he doesn't kill. Right. And not only are you critical of him, now it's this. What's the problem with this guy? Ron, you talk to me all the time about how good you think Jason Tatum is. You just scared to say what I said. You think that.
Ron, do you think
yes, you are.
Hey, he called you fake.
best in the world?
Ron, you're not standing on business?
So you doing that swiping stuff. Hey, Jordan.
Chill. He's not standing on business, right?
No,
hold on.
He's not standing on business. He's not standing on business.
Hold on, Chill, because hold on, y'all, because I want to say something.
Damn, Ron, he
Chill, I'm with you.
Chat, he got me.
Look, Chill, I'm with you. I do think, to swipe a point, that Tatum is in best of the world talks. If y'all gonna put Luka Doncic in that shit,
what the fuck?
Tatum is in there.
Luka's not in that combo right now. Luka's not in that combo right now.
He been in there. He been in there. Tatum better than him.
He was. And when he was in there, he deserved to be in there.
When
Luka was in there, he deserved to be in there.
There is one.
Nobody, but this year, nobody. I cannot.
No. That was Chill. I pushed back to Chill then, and I'm saying today, we just watched. Versus
I was on Chill side with that
too. Versus a 68 win
I'm on his side too, though.
What a real hunter.
I'm not right now. I'm not.
Hold on, Swipe. No.
But now this is where I disagree with you. Because you started some bullshit.
I don't give a damn. They don't talking no nothing. I told you who he was consistently. I picked him to win the series.
What? Okay, but what about him being ass versus the Clippers? Like, what about that?
He wasn't ass.
He was ass.
He was not ass against.
He was
ass.
He wasn't great. He wasn't great. He wasn't.
Now they did win some games in spite of him.
That's how you know Jokic was voted like that. If you think that series was ass, that lets you know what we need to know about Jokic.
He had like a 4-13 game where he was.
That part what you just said, Mustard. They did win some games. How?
No, they won like 1 or 2 games. Or one game. They won one game in spite of
Jokic is crazy, bro.
Yeah, but for Swiper to bring this up about Tatum, but for Swiper to bring this up about Tatum. But look, but hold on, for him to
go ahead, Jordan. Hold on, y'all. Let Jordan go.
Go ahead.
Get this off, Jordan.
Because for Swiper to bring this up with Chill, with Tatum doing what he did, and then Jokic have a game 1 like this against the Thunder. What about all the other games where you was coming up here sad and melted and shit? The games where you picked, but the games where I didn't even want to go down that conversation where you was melted and you was depressed when you came up here.
I told you what
he was moping. He was moping.
Was he? That don't mean I was picking on him.
You should have seen it, Buster.
Was picking on him.
Jordan has wedged himself in this conversation for no reason. The issue is we just had a conversation of 5 damn years, Jordan.
Yes,
5 years of playoff data. Jokic versus Tatum. He said.
I'm not comparing them two, though. I'm just saying he's in the best world conversation.
I am.
Okay, but why is he in the conversation?
He's
not in the conversation. He's not in the conversation.
That's what this is about today. You just making a sidebar. Chill said, 5 years. Jokic,
Yes,
Tatum, Giannis.
And
He said he has the most points. He has the most rebounds. He has the most assists. If he does this all the way through the NBA Finals, I'm putting him in best in the world talks. If Jokic somehow loses in the first round, I'm putting him in best in the world talk. And
but why does Jokic have to lose in the first round? I don't understand.
That doesn't mean he's the best. He's in the talks, though.
No, he just said he'll be best in the world. He literally 2 seconds.
No, I see. I don't necessarily agree that he'll be the best.
If you don't have the full context,
but I will say, but hold on. But I will say, we did the same shit for Jokic when he won. We did the same thing for Jokic when Jokic won his first chip. When Jokic won
the same level of play.
Bro, when Jokic won, Swiper,
not even the same
Swiper, can you just be quiet? When Jokic won the championship,
Jordan, hold on.
We put him in those talks.
Let me say something.
So why when Tatum do it?
Hold on, Swiper. Let me say something.
Go ahead, Buster. Go ahead, Buster.
What I get confused about, I hate when people do this whole, we said this guy was the best player when he won a championship. We said that guy was the best player when they won a championship. The best player that wins a championship, there are certain years where the best player on the championship team is not anointed the best player in the league. Jokic has been the best player in the league over the last like 2-3 seasons. And even on top of that, how can you sit there and bring up Luka when this year Luka was not in that conversation? People, we visibly saw Luka not play like
okay, what about last year?
Last year he was, but this year he was
okay. Tatum was better than him last year though. But okay, but
he wasn't.
I think Tatum's.
Thank you, Jordan.
Now you could not, Jordan.
Why not?
Why not, Mustard?
You have to know PC, Mustard.
Texas barbecue right there.
That shit weird, bro. Y'all hating on Tatum, bro. Tatum is
Stay on your head, boy. You get this,
bro. Y'all be hating on Tatum for no reason.
I won't even bring up Luka. I think the best player in the league convo, which I think Jokic is leading that convo by a good margin. It's Jokic, Shea, and if you want to throw Giannis in there.
Wait. If you
want to throw Giannis in there.
Wait.
Mustard. Hold on,
wait.
Bro.
I love Giannis, but I do think.
So you got Shea as best in the world in those conversations too. You got Shea in there.
Shea's in that convo right now.
Why?
He's losing it.
Why him?
The way he's been playing.
Why him, not Tatum? Why him, not Tatum?
I think, to put in simple terms, he's just a better player than Jason Tatum.
No, he's a better scorer. He's not a better player.
Say that.
He's a better scorer. He's not a better player.
I'll give you the buckets. I will. And the reason why I'll give you the
Mustard,
buckets.
you have no idea how to argue in PC, bro. I'm telling you, you have to stay on topic or it's gonna go sideways.
Okay, now so I gotta stay.
That's not just PC. Swiping, that's in the world. You can't argue some other shit.
Yeah, you don't want to just start arguing points.
All right, I don't want to. Okay, I don't want to get into that other stuff. But as far as Jokic, okay, let's stay with who I think is the best in the league.
Let him finish his statement.
You don't know ball.
You're right.
I'll stay with who I think is the best player in the league without bringing up the contenders for it. All right, I'll do to keep it simple. Jokic is the best player in the league. Like Jokic goes into these postseasons and plays up a level that nobody else is doing. Nobody else is playing at the level he's playing at right now.
Did you not watch the last series?
Last series, there was definitely some. That was a tough one. That was a tough one. And Tatum played great. Tatum played great in the first round too.
He played good, but
no, he didn't play great.
He played good, but he just
average a triple double. I shoot 50% from the field and 45% from three.
So
what? Who
else does that?
This is why. But
hold on.
He didn't go crazy.
Mustard.
He didn't go crazy.
But this is why.
You said who went crazy?
You guys are just oversensitized to Jokic. That's
why
you're oversensitized to Jokic.
Mars, who didn't go crazy, Mars?
You're desensitized.
This is exactly why.
All right, one at a time. I want to hear everybody. One at a time.
This is why I know most of y'all don't actually value the defense because Jokic, you all admit it, played the best defense he's played in any series and had a worse offense.
Don't mean it was good defense. That shit don't mean it was good defense.
Okay, all right. No, I forgot where I am. You're right. He didn't play good defense.
See, he always do that. So as soon as somebody disagree with him,
he obviously played good defense, but there's no way to argue. There's no way to argue here. I'm saying the issue. He did not offensively perform at the level that we were used to. The playmaking was an A+. The rebounding was an A+. The scoring was a B. He dropped as a scorer in that series, which is why I think he's been graded on that curve. I'm good. I understand that. But what I'm saying is that that's cool. But as Mars said on Twitter multiple times, that's probably his worst series he's seen Jokic play in years. And I think, again, Jokic averaged 24, 12, and 10 on great splits in that series. And that is an underwhelming series for Joker.
Those numbers kind of lying a little bit.
Wait. Swipe on what splits? On what splits?
A little bit.
They're lying about
what splits.
What did he shoot from the free throw line?
On what splits, Swiper?
70%, I think. I can't remember. 70%. Yeah, something like that.
But come on, Mars. That's being nasty. Just 51-45. 10% below his average, that does not mean that he played bad.
Mars, he didn't play great.
Mars, what is your Mars? What is your?
I thought he was really good. I thought he was really good.
He played
relative to what? Relative to himself or relative to what he always say? Jokic played. Who played better than Jokic last year or last series? Who?
In that series,
Jason Tatum did.
Jokic was the best.
Jason Tatum played better than Joker last series.
Did he?
Against the Orlando Magic.
Yes, he did.
I mean, but we're comparing the Magic now to the Clippers.
Yes.
Did he?
Yes, he did.
Over a 7-game stretch.
It's the playoff. It's the
He didn't play
playoffs.
bad.
He didn't play.
Jokic did not play bad at all. He did not play bad at all.
He didn't play bad. He didn't play bad. But
I know you didn't say that. Chill. I know you didn't say that. I know you didn't say that.
Those numbers lie about numbers in a playoff series.
Numbers always lie.
Swiper, if you watch the games, you can clearly see. So the last game,
he was the best player in the series.
Jokic played well. I just don't think he was great.
I'm talking to Jordan. I'm not talking to you because you're saying I'm cool with Jordan.
No, but everybody, I'm saying the same thing. Marcus
what I'm saying is, okay, so do this.
You're not saying it with an accent. You're not saying it with an accent.
But chill.
Use accent, Jordan. Come on.
Jokic played well.
Okay, cool. We have 5 years. This whole conversation started with the last 5 years in the playoffs. How many series do you think Jason Tatum had better than Jokic in 5 years, Chill?
Oh, that's a tough one. Probably like one.
You're asking to go back to 2020.
Let's not.
Well, no, we can have the conversation. Let's do 3. Let's move.
What is the last? What is the last mediocre Jokic series? Was it that
21 against 21 against
the sweep?
Chill. I just want
to that game 7 against the Wolves.
He wasn't even bad. He was just
mediocre. Listen.
Standard too was mediocre.
Listen, chill. And this is addressed to Chill.
Said it was bad.
I just want to clarify what I think you're saying. You're not wrong.
That's not what he said, though.
Hold on, Twiper. If Jason Tatum wins this championship, okay, he wins the Finals MVP.
Oh this championship bias.
Hold on. He wins the Finals MVP.
Acting like winning don't matter.
Why can't we put Tatum in those talks?
Because
he's a
two-way
player.
So Jordan, I'll answer that. I'll answer your goofy question with a goofy. I'll answer your goofy question with another goofy question.
Talk me with that winning shit all the time. Winning matters.
Okay, so chill. Let me help you out. Chill. Let me help you out. Chill. I got you.
Never heard of
Who said winning doesn't matter?
Nobody's denying that, by the way. Nobody.
No, he said winning doesn't make Jason Tatum the best in the world. That's what he said.
Nobody's. If that's the case, since we're doing the championship and finals,
you're just trying to overrate.
Let me ask a question. Let me ask a question.
Let him ask a question.
Go ahead. Since we're doing championship and finals MVP, right? That's what y'all said. If he does that, I'll answer y'all goofy question with another goofy question. Why didn't y'all do that with Jaylen Brown?
Thank you.
If Jaylen Brown does this, let's say he wins finals MVP.
He won.
Jaylen Brown. Good question. If Jaylen Brown wins the finals MVP, what are y'all gonna say? What are y'all gonna say if Jaylen Brown wins it? I need to speak up. No, I'm asking chill. You.
Tatum leads the team in everything.
Jordan, stop.
That's even a good point. That's not even a good point. That's not a good point.
He said the awards matter.
No, y'all are being weird.
All right, hold on. Everybody relax. Hold on, chill. Go ahead. Chill, go ahead.
Now, to answer your question, Mustard, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are not in the same tier of player. That's number one. So let's start there. 100%. Those two guys are not
in the same tier. Y'all out your mind. They not.
The same logic doesn't apply.
The point that y'all are making is not the same logic
Jaylen Brown is not in
Tatum.
Jason Tatum's tier, So even if he wins the conference finals and finals MVP
So
for back-to-back years,
but
he won't be better.
Tatum leads his team. Tatum leads his team. Tatum leads his team in everything. What are we talking about?
He didn't lead him last year. Jokic leads the NBA in everything.
The reason
The
why
NBA. It's not the same. It's the same argument.
Okay. Listen. All I'm saying was, I'm not arguing. Is Tatum better than
He said he leads the team, and one guy's leading the league.
Hold on.
Swiper or chill.
Jordan, this is not for you. Jordan, this is for chill. Jordan, we're talking to that guy.
No, but Swiper is saying no. Hold on, but Swiper is saying that Tatum can't be in those talks. I'm saying yes, he can.
That's not what he said. That's not what
Jordan. We're hearing you. We're hearing you.
I mean this with full due respect. Jordan's right to be involved in the conversation.
Y'all giving Chill a pass. You're giving Chill a pass. We're talking.
No,
to Chill.
I don't want to pass, Mustard. I actually want to get into this.
Chill, go ahead.
I do. I actually want to. All we doing is yelling. That's all we doing is yelling at each other.
Chill. Go ahead.
Chill. It's back on you. But
I want to know what he has to say.
The first point you made was nasty, though, because that's the point that we're trying to make with Jokic and Tatum. But proceed. No, proceed, Chill. Go ahead.
Here's why it's not nasty. The reason why it's not nasty, Mustard, is because I actually think that he's in that tier of player with Joker. I think he is that good. I do think the Joker is better than him.
No, you didn't say that.
Okay, and things have changed. Like I told you, Swiper, a week ago. We had
Things
different
changed.
information.
What changed?
He got better.
What changed?
He got
took
busy
the
in
Magic?
He got busy.
That's what changed?
Yes, 100%. 100%. He got busy in the playoffs. So now, and on top of that, to Swiper's point, we have on top of that, to Swiper's point, we have years of evidence.
He took the 40-win team?
Yeah.
Joker has and okay, Mustard. Did you know that Joker has not beaten a 50-win team in the NBA championship? How about that?
We're not even talking about a 50-win team. We're talking about a 40-win team.
They just beat the Clippers who won that.
A team with more than 50 wins, Swiper.
No, chill. Hold on.
With the best, one of the best defenses in the league, and he averaged 34.
Are the Clippers better than the Magic? Are the Clippers better than the Magic?
Yeah,
absolutely.
By how much?
How much? How much are they better than them?
Not a lot.
Okay, what are we doing?
Not a lot.
There's a sizable gap. That's a sizable gap.
So wait, so you're saying because he did that?
If the Magic were in the West, they wouldn't even be a play-in team.
So if they were,
when they're healthy,
you're saying
no,
they weren't healthy. They're not.
They weren't
healthy when Jason Tatum played.
That's the thing.
They were not healthy, and Tatum played 3 really good games in that series. You're saying 3 really good games in that series is enough to put him in combos with Jokic in 7 games versus a better defense and a better offensively that team with Kawhi Leonard and James Harden and Ivica Zubac.
Yes, I am saying that. Yes, I am saying that.
He's actually saying it. Okay, you know,
I'm
it's
saying it.
But
I'm saying it. Hell yes, I'm saying it.
That's okay. He's just.
I'm 100%. I'm saying.
He loves Tatum. He loves Tatum. It's cool.
And to answer Mustard's question, Jaylen Brown, like to answer your question, Jaylen Brown, I don't think he's in the same tier with Jason Tatum.
But he's gonna win another Finals MVP though.
Well, again, we don't know that. Yeah, we don't know that.
We don't know about Tatum, but we're doing the hypothetical.
We don't, and that's right. We are saying that.
But we know he won it last year, though.
We do know that, and we know that the year before that, when they was in the NBA championship, or 2 years before that, we know that Jason Tatum did win the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Yeah. We did know that. On top of that, we also know that Jason Tatum should have won the Eastern Conference Finals.
Why should he have won?
Man, all that shit is voted on. Who cares about MVP? Finals MVP? I know y'all be like, don't attack me. Don't attack me. All I'm saying is,
you in it. You can't walk into the fight and say don't punch me in the face.
Do you not want to get in it?
Yeah, you can't say that.
If you in it, you in it. If not, shut big ass lips. Let us do it.
I'm trying to help move forward the conversation. Y'all want to keep doubling back.
You know what?
All I'm saying.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, real quick.
But I want to ask one more question. I want to ask one. I want to see if he keeps. I want to see if he keeps the consistency.
Okay, I bet he will. I'm sure he will.
I doubt it.
I know you're a LeBron guy. Because I know you're a LeBron guy.
Can y'all please? Let's just talk about what's happening on the floor. Let's talk about what's happening on the floor.
But then we need to have some admission that Jason Tatum isn't in Jokic tier.
Yeah. So maybe I'm not talking to y'all.
That should be a consensus.
Just like y'all told Jordan, I'm talking to Chill. Let's just talk about this without talking about Finals MVPs and Eastern Conference Finals MVPs. Let's just talk about
straight criteria, though.
Yeah.
Okay, but now we're giving him an opportunity to adjust his criteria.
Do you want to back off of that now? He doesn't
Because
want to.
the
So
argument gets worse for Jason Tatum if we take away
this I don't know where this is gonna go because Jaylen Brown won Finals MVP and what Eastern Conference Finals MVP.
Well, he's saying that he's saying, well, no. But he just told us when you were off mic handling business because you're a busy man. You got multiple business. You run, multimillionaire. What I'm saying is that he just told us that Jaylen Brown. The reason why he doesn't care about those Finals MVP awards and Eastern Conference Finals award
is
because he doesn't believe he's better than Jason.
You did say you don't care.
That
basically means he doesn't care, Mark.
No, that doesn't basically mean that.
It means he cares.
But for the sake of the best player in the league combo, it doesn't care.
Swiper, let's get to so Swiper. Answer this question.
You said even with that, your eyes tell you Jason Tatum is better.
Okay. So
I'm saying, but why are your eyes not telling you Jokic is clearly better?
Why are my eyes not telling me that?
Because the two things to be true. You said that your eyes tell you Tatum is better, but you're saying if Tatum wins a title,
my eyes aren't only telling me that it's better, and I know where you're going with this because the numbers also say that Jokic is better too, right? I get that
clearly.
So if you want to talk about the production, you can also say that Joker is better too.
Well, impact production, your eyes,
100%, and that's one of the problems that we had last night. That's one of the problems that we had last night. I thought Jason Tatum did a terrible job at taking care of the basketball. I thought he was a turnover machine last night. I thought the fact that he turned the ball over in crucial moments, that allowed the Knicks to get back in the game. That allowed the Knicks to speed the game up. That allowed Jaylen Brunson. That allowed him to get back in. That allowed him to get his rhythm back. That allowed OG Anunoby to get his rhythm back. But to get back to what you just said, when I think about Jason Tatum, where is he as of today? As of today, where would you have Jason Tatum ranked amongst the players in the NBA? In your estimation, Mark.
He was
fourth
top 5 player this year.
Okay, so he's a top 5. So he's a top 5 player this year. How about last year, Swiper? In your estimation,
Arch is lying.
Well, I
told it might be the same. Fourth.
Well, I told you. I thought LeBron was better. This is where we were.
Right. Okay, you thought LeBron was better, but is he still in that range in your estimation?
Yeah, of course.
I would say not top 3 though. That's my thing. How is he not top 3?
That's what I thought he was. I thought he was anywhere between 3 and 5. All right. So with that being said, where do you think Jaylen Brown is this season as a player?
Well, that doesn't. But you just said that it was the award.
No, it's not.
Wait
a minute, Swiper. Mustard, as you were saying, where is Jaylen Brown this year as a player amongst the best players in the league?
Y'all hear me, or did I cut out?
Yeah, one more time.
We can hear you.
Okay, my bad. I said it's probably gonna be a nasty ranking where I put Jaylen Brown.
Okay,
I'll probably say around like I'll say.
Just say 30-35 to be safe. Just say 30-35 to be safe.
I'm gonna say around the top 25 range.
Okay, so
I'll just say that to be safe.
He get with the
maybe actually
he get with the
maybe a little lower. Maybe 25 to 30 range.
You think that's a little generous?
25 to 30.
It's generous to me, but I'm not hiring Jaylen Brown.
Okay, so Mustard. So I want to.
I don't have a list. Go ahead.
We don't have to go over the list
because if I start naming guys, he's probably dropping.
That's what I'm talking about. We don't have to go over the list. Okay, so what I want you to do, I want you to rewind the clock to last year. Where's Jaylen Brown amongst the best players in the league last season?
He was all NBA last year.
I didn't ask you if he was all NBA.
After the playoffs, after the playoffs.
Playoffs are done.
During this season, he was top.
Well, I'll say this.
I think top 20. I think top 20 is fair last year.
So now what's
I didn't have an immediate. Are you asking me how I felt at that time?
Sure.
Because I didn't have an immediate reaction because I was going.
I ain't talking about when he won the Finals MVP. No, I'm not talking about the Finals MVP, Mustard. I'm talking about throughout the course of the year.
Bro, we have 300 Superchats, by the way.
Right,
and that shit stacking. I probably say
I'm
around
saying it's all from one
top
person.
20 to 25.
Damn.
Top 20 to 25.
That was last year. Is that last year?
Probably yeah. Top 20 to 25.
So with that being said, so Jason Tatum last season and this season, through all of you guys' estimation, he's anywhere as a top 5 player.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Sure.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, at best, you had him at
what. But what is Jokic though? Like I think
isn't that our point though? Isn't that proving our point that we look at Jokic in a different tier, just like how you look at Jaylen Brown?
That tier is not even relevant.
I'm way closer.
That shit ain't even relevant.
Even
it's not about being closer.
Even with
being closer is not the point. Being closer is not the point. The point is there's a tier separation.
But even 5 is closer to 1 than 20 is to 5.
You can still be that. Right.
But Jaylen Brown is damn near closer to Jason Tatum than Jason Tatum is to Jokic.
I don't believe that. I don't.
Why? But you said it's
like they're not in the same. They're not.
But chill. But I guess
I don't believe that.
I don't. That might be too much, but I don't think that's the point of what he's saying anyway. That might be
you just said
Jaylen
your
Brown
eyes
could be the
tell you the
37th
truth
best
about a
player in the
player.
league. Like,
If you have
to be honest, I don't
37.
care.
years
Oh,
of
whoa.
believing
Like
someone's
Jason
the best
Tatum
in
is
the
not
world,
close to Jokic.
why
Like,
would
Hold on,
winning
Mark, say that
games
again. You said,
change that?
where do you rank Jaylen Brown?
I said he might be the third. I don't have a list. He might be the 37th. I don't care where he ranks.
No, but chill. But this is why I'm saying this
Jason
is
Tatum's not close to
inconsistent.
Jokic. Jason Tatum could be the second best player in the league, and he's still not close to number one. Like, he's just number.
I ain't
two.
gonna lie. If he
Like,
was second best, that means he took another leap.
yeah, and that's
A little
cool.
bit
But he's
of
still,
belief.
like,
And Mustard,
where he
No,
ranks in the
no,
league
no.
doesn't
It
mean he's now
started
close to
with
Jokic.
Giannis.
and Mustard, that's what and Mustard.
He ain't even better than Giannis, but
Wait a minute.
No, I
wait a
won't do
minute.
that. I won't do that. I'm sorry.
And Mustard,
It doesn't
won't
matter.
do that.
and Mustard, what you just said, if Jason Tatum was taking what? Another what?
I said if he were to get to number 2 in the league, he would have to take another leap, or those
Right.
guys would have
So,
to get worse.
okay, so let's stay right there.
He's not that
So-
far from Giannis.
so-
to be
so-
honest
so
with you. He won a
right, so-
championship. I got him over
My
So
Giannis.
what?
goodness.
So wait a minute, Mustard. So from what I was seeing, and this is what I was going off of. I was going off of anticipation, and I was going off what I had seen throughout the course of this season, and now we're moving into the playoffs. That jump that I'm talking about, and I want to add winning into that, and how much better he's going to be in the playoffs, because that was the biggest knock on him. That was the biggest knock on him. The fact that he wasn't awesome in the playoffs, even though he was damn good in the playoffs. He was fantastic.
I mean, I never knocked him for that. I thought he was good in the playoffs.
I
thought he was
always
fine.
thought he was. I always thought he was fantastic in the.
But he was never as good as
But
Giannis and
the
Jokic
thing-
in the playoffs.
Yeah, but the thing
He was
is,
never
you just
there.
said Jokic had a mid-series when Jokic, like,
bro, some
in
of
this
that
last
shit-
series
some of that
was
shit
better
is
than
just-
all
I
any.
don't like some of
Chill,
that shit.
did
It's
Tatum
crazy
have
to me.
any of the 4 series last year that was better than what Jokic did versus the Clippers
Any of the 4 series last
that
year?
he played
I thought
last year?
Indiana. When he closed the series out.
Jokic just gets held to a different standard. That's what that is.
Yep.
That and
Indiana
that's the
series.
thing I'm really
Yeah,
starting
he
to
do.
realize.
He also played. Yeah,
Ron,
he
your
also
mic's off.
does.
Your mic's off, Ron.
Keep it off, Mustard. Don't tell him that his mic.
Hey,
Keep it
we're
off.
just
Let him
keep that mic desensitized
off.
to Jokic. That's it.
Yeah, but
That's it.
I
And it's
also
the
think
same
I also
shit
think
y'all do to
overly-
Giannis, and
I
y'all
think
gonna start
also
doing it to
overly
Shea soon.
sensitive. No, I think y'all overly
we're not.
sensitive to some of the
No,
bullshit
I will
Jokic
ask-
do.
No,
I
no,
will not
Shay's
allow that.
objectively just not.
Like
I will
Jokic doing a
not
bunch
allow
of
that.
bullshit
You said
too,
what,
though.
Mark?
It's like
BS?
Swiper is parading that Jokic had a fantastic shit. He did blah blah blah. But
He
it's
did
like
have a
even
good
when
series.
He didn't
even
say
when he did
fantastic. Oh,
those,
he did. Okay,
hold on. But even when he did those numbers, we don't talk about how some of them games it was just shit. Like it was just
Which
shit.
games?
Yeah, he wasn't good every game. He wasn't good every game.
Like you
He had
think
a
he
4
was
of
good
13.
every game.
He didn't
I
have a
didn't,
great.
I didn't think he
Okay,
played super
okay.
well in game 10.
Okay, Swipe. Hold on.
Keep going.
Hold on. Because what is the game he did? What was that game 5 where he didn't play well at all? Right? He had a I think he had a triple double game 5. Was that game 5?
was a bad game. Game 5
Yeah,
was a bad
13, 10, and 13 or what? I can't remember what it
Yeah.
was.
Game 5 was a
It's
bad game.
shit on defense. That's a horrible game. But for you gonna look at that and say, I mean, yeah.
No,
he
they.
did what he did. Shitty.
No, what the thing is when you at the same time. This is why I think talking defense with Jokic is irrelevant, because you also.
It's not irrelevant. He's not
there were-
Swiper. He's
hold on,
horrible
Jordan.
on defense. Horrible.
But that's what I'm
He's
saying.
not
We can't
horrible.
even be
He's
we
not
can't even be
horrible.
objective about
Stop.
what he did in
He's
that
not
series.
horrible.
That's what I'm saying. There's no way to talk about it because you can't admit he had a good defensive series because of him. He did.
Swiper. The only
Individually.
reason why you're saying he had a good defensive series is because they put him in a lot of different things, and sometimes he got stops. He got a lot
But
of
what I
different
hate about that, I
attempts.
hate that
He
argument.
got a lot of different attempts, and it was successful on a lot of
That's a
attempts.
Jordan. That's a bad argument because I don't.
Yeah, that's
get
how
why
being good
putting
works.
your players, putting your players
That's
in the
not how
right
they go.
position
Nah,
to
nah,
be
nah,
If you're
effective.
in the action
It's how
a lot and you
defensive
get a
players
lot of
work.
stops, you're
I
playing.
didn't say he got a lot of stops. I didn't
You
say
said he
got a
was
lot of
successful in a lot of
No,
attempts.
I
said he
said
was
they
successful.
were successful. I said they were successful. A lot of them, like the times where they
Well,
just
he had
walking
no-
down
he
the
had
lane,
no
and he's jumping out
contribution
the
there.
way.
He had no
He had
contribution.
some.
The big
He had
man, the
some. He
center, the rim
should.
protector.
No, he had some. He should.
I think
He
Jokic had a good. I
should.
think Jokic had a good defensive series. I think
love
Jokic had a
to.
good.
Fellas,
I thought he was
gotta,
fine.
I
I thought he had a
gotta, I gotta
fine-
get to
he
these
was
super
okay.
chats.
His
I
defensive
got a
series was
couple.
good. I think.
Hold up, Jordan. We gotta move on. I got a
Good,
couple
I think
super
it's a stretch.
chats.
There's a lot of
From my
yeah,
man
I'm not gonna
Arch.
lie to you. They had a 107
No,
defense
y'all-
rate yesterday, by the way, with Jokic on the court. Did he have a good defense?
Yo,
game?
I'm about to
my
read these
gosh,
super
like,
chats,
oh.
and then
You know
we
you
about to
can't
talk
throw
about
numbers
this.
like that at them. You
All right, we gotta remove the yappers, the top yappers. And you just
hello,
go
guys.
just because you can go. All right, look, I'm about to
Damn.
read these super chats from Arch, and then we actually gonna talk about the Knicks in the Celtics game and how the Knicks made a crazy comeback. So let's get into it. My man Arch, not Diddy, but regular Arch, not toddler, but regular Arch. He said Tatum not even better than his own teammate. Up until Luka 4 weeks ago, I asked all of you about Luka. And specifically, I remember Chill and Ox saying Luka's better than Tatum. Now y'all acting like Tatum was better last year than Tatum, not even close, or Tatum not even better than Ant, who's still top or who is not top 5 still.
Those words have never come out of my mouth.
Arch is lying. Where the hell you get that?
Arch is lying.
He's clowning.
Mars, have you ever heard me say Luka's better than Jason Tatum?
No,
wait. Ron, read the next super chat.
Not that I can recall.
Ron, read the next super chat that he sent. On top of what he just said. Read the next one that he sent. Go ahead.
Arch proceeded to say, bro.
Nope, not that
one. No, there's
not
2. He sent 2.
Nah, you got to read that one too. You got to read that.
Read them chronologically.
You got to read that one still. You got to still read it.
Because the one that he said, the one that he just sent is indicative to what he really means. But keep going.
Oh, this one.
Yes.
All right, well, hold on. I gotta read the other one first, though. It came before. He said, bruh, Giannis, Jokic, Shea, and Steph, Kawhi, Luka, AD, and Embiid, and Jaylen Brown, and Brunson. They are all still better than Tatum. How the hell is he in best in the world conversation?
I will have no more conversations about Luka being better than Tatum.
Keep going. Keep going.
Y'all saw that whole list and y'all brought up Luka.
Wait a minute.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Cut that off.
Y'all saw that whole list with Jalen Brunson. Y'all can't. Y'all.
I see what Jalen Brunson did last night.
To be fair, he outplayed Tatum. Chill. You want to bring that up? Go ahead. Next.
That's not hard.
Swiper. Did you bring up when they outplayed Jokic in Game 5? Did you bring that up?
And last but not least, from Arch,
he didn't. So there you go.
He said, "I'm trolling."
That shit is nasty. What you be doing, Swiper? That shit is nasty.
Jordan, you just including yourself in the conversation. You have no context for any of this, by the way. Go ahead. Next super chat.
Yeah, I do got the context. I'm
I'm trying to read the super chat. My man Arch said, "I'm trolling. Relax. As a Tatum hater, I use this as a chance to push agendas. Dub episode and dub panel.
Thank you, sir."
But Chill, you realize the reason why there's Tatum hate at all because you overrated Tatum again in the conversation.
You got some nerve talking to me about Tatum hate when your son of a bitch ass.
I just said we started because of Jokic.
Every time I come up
you compared him to Jokic. You did that. No, you don't get to do that. You brought the conversation up. You brought the conversation up.
Jumps on your ass.
You're doing that to help you. Chill, you didn't help because you lied. Chill,
be on bullshit.
You don't get to do that. Chill, you don't get to do that. You said he's in Jokic's conversation.
Press him. Press him.
Then you got backed up again because of awards.
I'm the reason why this Jason Tatum logic is going on.
You said he could be best in the world.
You are the reason why.
I said he's top 5, Chill.
Give me a break,
I said he's top 5. You said he's in the best in the world talks. You said that. He's a top 5 player. Why is that wrong?
All right, fellas. All right. Easy. We go. We'll get to Tatum and Jokic when it gets to game 4 or 5, and we'll see who's up in their series, and we'll do all of that. As of right now, I know one thing. I'm running a poll, and I said with another championship and Finals MVP this season, will Tatum enter best in the world conversations? 26% of you said yes, 66% of you guys said no, and 8% of you said Tatum's already in those convos. So I guess only time will tell once Tatum wins the Finals MVP whether we'll actually put him in those convos.
Folks be hating on Tatum, bro. I think that shit is crazy to me. Folks be hating on Tatum, but y'all love Luka. Y'all love Hookah Fluka. Y'all love Hookah Fluka Doncic. That's who y'all love. Y'all love Hookah Fluka.
Yo, can we talk about the game real quick, Ron?
Yeah, we moving on.
We all agree on that. Nobody.
I was going to say about the game last night because Luka wasn't there last night. I just want to say, Chill. This is why all summer I was pressing this with you, and we were going back and forth about it. It got heated a couple of times. They got Mikal and OG for a reason. They got Mikal and OG for Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. It paid off last night. Oh, man, y'all better put some respect on OG Anunoby.
No, I'm cool.
It did pay off last night, Ox. Now,
I mean, well, Mustard, you don't got to respect. You're the same. You're the same one that called Jason the Kid the light-skinned Ricky Rubio. So I'm not want to hear nothing. I'm not hearing nothing you got to say right there.
I can't lie. I completely even forgot I made that take. I can't even.
I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it.
I'll be 90 years old. And
but Lonzo, I think Lonzo's a better comparison. But regardless, what was I gonna say? I like OG. I think he's a good player, Nigerian. So I gotta support him.
Hey, by the way, I don't know. I'm Nigerian. We found this out not too long ago, bro.
Swipe it, please.
Yeah, we home.
Hear this.
Yep.
See,
Ancestry.com.
this is only the bullshit that I be talking about with Swiper.
It's true. It's not. It's true. I don't know what he wait. It's true.
Man, nobody care if you're Nigerian.
He tried to get that off on me a long time ago.
Nigerian.
Look, he tried to get that off on me a long time ago. He said, I'm Nigerian. And I said, Swiper, how are you Nigerian? And he said, bro, I'm Nigerian. I'm Nigerian. I said, is your mama Nigerian? He said, no, I'm Nigerian. I'm Nigerian. I said,
why is that wrong? Why is that wrong?
This man bullshit.
But your mom Nigerian?
Yo.
No,
I'm grabbing the wheel. I'm grabbing the wheel.
I got your number.
Oh my God. We are trying to talk about the series. We had a good ass ball game last night. Will you niggas focus? God damn. So I brought my man Dre up here because he is a New York Knicks guy.
Yeah.
And he came up here last week and he tried to tell y'all that you guys are playing the New York Knicks cheap. You guys aren't giving them the credit they deserve. And lo and behold, the Knicks make a 20-point comeback. They were down 20 at half. And that is the biggest lead or the biggest comeback in Knicks history or over the last 25 years that they've made in the playoffs. So I got to ask my man Dre, how do you feel about this series? How do you feel about that game? And how do you feel about your Knicks for the rest of this series?
Fellas, hey man, there's a full game you got to play in basketball, right? Celtics, I think the Celtics thought they had it in the bag. And the Knicks just played hard, man. They didn't give up, and it's playoff time. Anything can happen. So once that buzzer goes off, the game is over. And the Knicks fought, man. The Knicks fought. They were in a hole. They dug themselves out of a nasty hole. But also the Celtics shot themselves in the foot. They really did. I mean, I didn't understand the logic of that offense. I just didn't get it. I mean, you go up 20, and you just keep shooting the 3-ball. And you got a star like Tatum, a star like Brown. You never saw those guys get to the cup. I mean, if you're that good, no disrespect to Tatum and Brown. They're awesome. They're great. They're great players. But when you're not going to the rack, that's a problem. Mm-hmm. You're sitting here settling for 3 balls all game. I don't know why. But
now remember this. Don't leave out that this has been them the entire season. They're at the bottom of the league in points at the rim. This is who the Celtics have been all year long. They live at the long ball line. They average 51 threes a game, right? 51 threes a game. I mean, the opening night against your Knicks, they shot 60 threes. This is who they are. This is who they've always been. It's just so happened that they have a band of guys where it works out for them. You're not going to have nights where Al Horford, Drew Holiday, Derek White, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Pritchard, and Hauser, who also left, and I also got a question when we move forward. I want to know what's going on with Porzingis. Like, what's wrong with this guy? But with all of that being said, we're not gonna have a night where there's a complete and utter collapse like that, right? Because that's who they are. You can't build your unit around guys where they're gonna collapse all the time. Because we clearly have to change this if that's what's going on. But it's not been going on. That's how they won 60 games. That's how they won the NBA championship. So more times than not, this thing is going to work. That's why they roll with it like that. Now, when it does work, they look fantastic. When it doesn't work, like last night, Jason Tatum in particular, he looks very average.
Al Horford didn't collapse, don't you?
Totally agree.
Now, that doesn't mean that the other stuff that he does isn't important. I mean, I think he's averaging almost 15 rebounds a game in these playoffs. I think that's what Jason Tatum is doing. He's got to do a better job in taking care of the basketball, but I got to give credit where credit is due with these Knicks, where how much better you guys were, not just coming back, but just keeping your composure. Mikal Bridges knocked down some big-time shots. I love the fact that OG Anunoby, in addition to playing defense, stayed at the rim, and not just stayed at the rim, stayed consistent at the rim. When finishing around the rim, I thought that the Knicks did a great job. The game should have been over in regulation. Jalen Brunson blew that layup. The game should have been over. We shouldn't even went to overtime.
That layup was crazy miss.
Yeah, he ended up blowing it. The game should have been over in regulation. But if this is what it's going to take, if this is what we're banking on for the Boston Celtics to do this more times than not, I'd be surprised if the Knicks won another game in this series, because I don't think that's happening again.
OG, a lot of people had this series as a sweep. Let's be honest.
I had the Celtics in 5.
A lot of y'all up here.
I think I had the Celtics in 7, actually.
I had the Celtics in 5. Yep.
And I think we got to give the Knicks a little more respect, man. I really do. I think that last game that we played them in the regular season, that was a close game. The Knicks were finally healthy. A lot of people don't understand. The Knicks got put together right before training camp. They got blown out the first game of the season. Literally right before they got smoked. Let's be honest, they got smoked. Next 3 times, they got smoked again. But this team has changed a lot. The Pistons series prepared us, man. It prepared us. It really did. And you got to see it last night. They played physical. They played hard. And they didn't go away, man. They kept coming at the Celtics. I think the Celtics are getting a little too much credit. If you ask me, I think they're a great team. No disrespect. But the NBA, how it's played right now, I think it's up for grabs. I really do. I think it's up for grabs. And if the Celtics are that good, they better show it, man. They better show it because the Knicks.
Absolutely. Yes, I think this is a perfect series. This is the perfect series. I love this series because I don't care who wins. You know what I'm saying? I like both these basketball teams. What I will say is this though. You can't expect them to miss 45 threes again. But with that being said, that's on them. Like you live by the gun, you die by the gun. But you got to switch it up though. You can't just keep shooting when you. I mean, by the time you miss 30 threes, you should have been like, okay, maybe we should do something else. The game shouldn't even have been that close.
Yeah. I think shooting 63s is crazy. I've never seen that.
That's terrible. That's terrible basketball.
It reminded me of when you play your boys in 2K. That's what it reminded me of. Like you're in the wreck and you just keep gunning and shooting. And I'm like, bro, you got 2 superstars. Why are you not going to the rack? Hey, it worked in our favor.
Jordan, your mic.
They also probably should have switched their coverage up when it came down to when the Knicks went on that run. Maybe they should have tried to go a little bit more zone or something like that. I don't know. They probably should have switched their coverage up rather than just allowing Jalen Brunson to figure out they fake blitz and then he turn it down and then he just go 1-on-1 and then now he just busting your ass in rhythm.
They should have just let Al Horford guard him 94 feet because he was doing this thing.
I don't know about all that, but they should have just switched their coverage up.
That's what love for Al Horford.
I gotta ask y'all, and I want to hear.
Wasn't watching.
I want to hear from everybody up here.
That is Caruso.
Do you guys feel different about this series now? Now that the Knicks have stole a game, do you get this? Hold on, no, because I'm saying we watched them play. We seen the Knicks scheme against the Celtics. We watch them come back. We watch them fight against them. So you guys don't feel you're not higher on the Knicks now.
No, they played good defense yesterday. No. They did their job. Like Brunson and OG, especially in the fourth, they had 40 points in the second half combined, including overtime.
I think it says a lot that the Celtics played as bad.
Did you see OG at the end of the third quarter, top of the fourth?
I did. No, I
mean, OG, that game.
OG's been having a good second half in damn near every game for the.
OG do. That's what OG do.
For the playoffs.
Shot making is nuts. His shot making.
He's improved a lot offensively.
They were working hard to get OG off of whoever had the ball for the Celtics. So they did a great job. But look, man,
is OG Anunoby better than Scotty Barnes? No, I'm just fucking with you.
Yes.
I know he is.
I mean,
I did.
About to leave an angry comment.
Pin already
know. Pin know.
If the Knicks, their biggest issue is not being able to get to the clutch in the last 3 minutes of the game. If the Knicks can get to the clutch the last 3 minutes of the game, Brunson can outshoot every single one of himself.
He can outshoot anybody in the league. He can outshoot anybody in the league when he gets to the clutch.
Now, Derek White is a different dude. Like now, Derek White's not going to do the headsy pull-up stuff, but if you just throw it to him off ball, Derek is an elite into the game player. But Jalen Brunson, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. I am trapping him every single possession.
They did a little bit.
As soon as I get the player of the year.
Oh, he is.
They did a little bit.
Wait a minute.
Swapper, they did a little bit, but it was a fake. It was a fake blitz. Like it was one of them show.
It's a soft double.
Yeah,
Boston don't like putting 2 on the board. They don't do that. Like
I feel like when they got
about Boston is boring because every time they lose, it's the same reason. Like there's not much analysis that needs to be offered. Boston lost the game. Okay, they didn't switch up their defensive scheme and they missed a bunch of threes. Like that's the formula for like why they lose 87% of their games. Like, so like every time they lose, like there's not much overreacting to be done because we know why they lost. Like if Boston lose another game in this series, I'm fairly confident I can tell you it's because
it's going to be for the same reason.
There's nothing really to like
and mind you, mind you, even with a game like this, they barely lost this game. If they make 3 more threes in this game, they probably win. Tatum had the ball at the end of
if they
before Brunson got that layup. Tatum had a 3-point attempt. If he makes that 3, the Knicks lose this game. So I don't. This game isn't much of an overreaction.
It's still Knicks in 6, but like,
hey,
you got Knicks in 6?
What's my man? Hey, what's my man name from New York? What's my man name from New York?
Dre.
Hey, Dre. You know, y'all. You know, this is the thing about being a Knicks fan. I know you were probably a super Knicks fan. Okay, the thing is, it hurts y'all in the playoffs. Y'all don't get no real home game, bro. Motherfuckers go to Madison Square Garden and just boot up. Like, I'm about to bust everybody ass at bat. Y'all don't get no home advantage. It's like everybody loves playing in New York.
Jordan came to New York.
No, you're totally right. You're totally
James
right.
come to New York.
Like, that's the only thing. That's the only thing.
Jason Tatum.
There were some Knicks fans I could hear in that crowd though. Whenever they was getting some buckets.
Yeah, but I'm talking about in New York. It's like the crowd don't even affect the people. It turned them up. Like that's one of the places that city crowd turns the other team up. So it's like, bro, we can't even get no advantage. We damn near at a disadvantage.
They haven't closed out a series in New York in like years, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot to see. I seen that stat. They haven't closed out a series in like I want to say 20 years or some shit.
Bro, ever since I've been living, I've never seen a New York crowd affect the other team.
It's the Garden, bro.
Like, what the hell, bro?
Everybody wants to play in New York. Like
exactly.
That's people don't understand. When you come to New York to play, it's like you on Broadway, bro. The lights is bright. You want to perform. You could be that guy. So I'm really curious to see, because all the Knicks wins, a lot of these wins are on the road. Like we just stole one in Boston. We stole games in Detroit.
That's what I'm saying.
Like now we got to put 2 in New York. Like, let's say, okay, let the Celtics get the next game. If they get it, cool. If we get it, we in the driver's seat. But we got to defend home court. If we want a chance to win this series, we got to win home court.
I for y'all to win the championship, for y'all to even go to the championship, y'all got to win.
Get out this series.
I mean, imagine if you get a man. It don't really matter. Game against Steph Curry in Madison Square Garden for Game 7.
They just won in Boston. So, you know what I'm saying? Who cares about home court advantage? You know what I'm saying? We playing basketball. All the rims is 10 feet high.
I know. I agree with you. I'm saying the home court advantage don't really help the Knicks out. Like, that shit just don't help them out because motherfuckers just go there and get 60. Oh, I'm going to get 40. I'm going to get 30. Like, Trae Young. Imagine if y'all had to play Trae Young in New York for a game 6 or 7.
Yeah, Trae Young. Something about Trae Young coming to the Garden. I don't know what's up with him.
Yeah, bro. In the Garden, bro. Yeah, bro. It's like everybody different in the Garden. Like, goddamn.
Everybody.
Shit, Kay Cunningham was different in the Garden. It's like, goddamn. So, I don't know. Look at this dude. How did you have that background right there that fast? But
he got a lot.
So let me ask you guys a question. Did you guys think Boston was really going to win the game 1?
Absolutely.
Yeah. 100%.
No.
Absolutely.
TD Garden worked the opposite way to Madison Square
Garden. I want to know why do you think the Knicks are going to win the series?
The same reason.
You guys fall for this bait every time. Go ahead, Mars.
No, he's got to be. He's got to be.
So when you asked me when I ain't picked the Knicks, Dre was up here. I picked the Knicks.
Yeah, he did.
Why'd you pick him? Why'd you pick him? Just to be different?
No, I would never want to be different. I think Swiper alluded to it earlier. If these games are close, Jalen Brunson is the most reliable closer, damn near in the playoffs, let alone in the series.
But don't you think? My bad.
He doesn't believe this.
I also think that Boston will lose themselves a game or two just shooting poorly, and they've already lost one. If they lose another one shooting poorly, the Knicks have 2 games that they have to win the games where Boston shoot poorly. If they don't, then yeah. But if they win the games where Boston shoot poorly, then they only really have to beat Boston twice. Like, they only have to beat Boston straight up twice. Do I think they can do that? Get 1 game to the clutch, Jalen Brunson out execute. That's 1 game right there. And then you're going to need some guys to step up. Now, Josh Hart is still being dared to shoot. I don't know what you do about that. But, like, I think it's doable. And I think going on 1-0, taking the game on the road, I think is big for all the teams that did it. So far, every team has done that. So I think the Warriors are going to win tonight too, just for the same reason. But, like, you take a game on the road, you hold serve at home on your home court. You have the better closer. All you really have to do is keep these games close. Like, you get blown out. Like, at the end of the day, getting blown out is still only 1 loss. Like, Boston might blow the Knicks out in game 2. All that means is the Knicks are going back to Madison Square Garden 1-1. It doesn't mean anything. Getting blown out doesn't give you an extra win. So as long as the Knicks can win the close ones, they can accept the blowouts. They can get blown out 3 times. As long as they win 4 close ones, it doesn't make a difference.
So I have a question, Mars.
I just trust them more to execute down the stretch, and I trust them to be able to keep enough games close to where they can win.
So why did you think? Because I think they played each other 4 times, right, in the regular season. All those games were blowouts except for the last game. I think they went to OT, right? Say when Tatum dropped like 50 or some shit.
Tatum didn't have 50, but yeah.
He went crazy. But regardless, my point is all those games are blowouts except one game, right? And if we're playing laws of averages, don't you think it's better to bet on the team that's doing the blowing, that's blowing the team out? I had to pause. I'm sorry. I literally paused. Yo, chill. Don't you think it's better to bet on that team?
Hell no. The team that's doing the
Go ahead.
Yo, so many ways with that.
I know. I stopped. I didn't even finish that sentence.
Go ahead.
You sound like you thought about it. Still,
because of that.
Jordan. Oh, so you doing the bending?
Bro, no, I ain't doing no bending. Don't ask me that shit, Swipe. I don't know.
I mean, I think if you ask me which team's gonna blow out the other team more, it will be Boston. I think if Boston win 2 games, I think there'll be 2 blowouts. I don't think they'll be close. But at the end of the day, you don't get like I said, you don't get extra wins for blowouts. Phoenix blew out the Timberwolves in every game last year. They got swept in the playoffs. They blew them out. They were 3-0 in the regular season, and every game was a comfortable win. They then proceeded to get swept in the postseason. Regular season matchups, I think they can tell you they can tell you things here and there, but they don't tell you the whole story. And at the end of the day, the Boston Celtics play a boom or bust style of basketball. If the three's dropping, there's not much you can really do. If the three's not dropping, those are the games you have to win. And do I think Jason Tatum can go cold from 3? Yes, I've seen it happen for a whole postseason. I've seen it happen last night. Do I think Jaylen Brown can go cold from 3? Yes, I've seen it this whole season. Do I think Drew Holiday playing on a bad hamstring is someone who you can not target defensively, but that's something you can play to your advantage? Yes. Do I think Kristaps Porzingis playing like a bum this whole postseason so far is something that plays to the Knicks' advantage? Yes. Do I think Kristaps Porzingis dealing with whatever illness he's dealing with right now plays to the Knicks' advantage? Yes. If Mikal Bridges is playing defense like he did yesterday, if OG Anunoby is playing like he did yesterday, and Jalen Brunson being the best closer in the sport, I think the Knicks have every right to feel confident that they can win the series, especially now knowing that they've got 1 game on the road. They win their home games, they win the series in 7. Like guaranteed.
I think it's tough though, because even Mitch Robinson, they're them hacking him over and over. That's another real.
Yeah, the hacker Robinson is a real thing.
That's a real problem.
I don't expect him to play a whole lot of minutes.
I think Precious going to get a lot of time now, because they that's the formula. I mean, Mitch, let's be honest, bro. Mitch, he's having trouble hitting free throws.
He's looking like Ben Wallace from the free throw line.
It's tough.
Can we address the elephant of the whole situation?
Jordan. What's the elephant?
Karl Anthony Towns isn't going to play more than 20 minutes a game if he don't get his act.
Okay, chill out.
Yeah, but the fouling thing because they're switching a lot with, and like it makes sense.
Should Cat be a better?
Cat has always been a foul machine, and they're
that's what I'm saying. How does he play more than 20 minutes a game if they just foul him out?
He has to be better defensively. I don't think anything's going to change with Cat.
Maybe you stop switching as much.
But maybe, but the offense is just going to have to make up for it. The offense is just.
I mean, you probably pre-switch to just keep him away from the action. Probably.
Well, Mustard. I'm saying though, like the offense can make up for it, but he can't stay on the floor to give you offensive production if he's in foul trouble.
I think he had like 3 fouls in like the first quarter.
He can't be in foul trouble. A lot of this goes out the window if Cat's not able to stay on the floor.
Yeah,
it's mental. Mars. It's mental with Cat. He gets in his head. He can't concentrate. He can't focus. You can see it. He's so sporadic. He's so sporadic with it.
Comment is crazy.
He's just a live wire, bro. He got to calm down and just play ball. But I don't think,
especially with Mitch Robinson not being able to stay on the court because of the free throws, like you can't.
Right.
That's another thing too. They got to throw in Precious Achiuwa at the 5 because Cat and what's his name, Mitch are just either foul trouble or just can't make free throws. It's tough, man.
I think
they're already not a deep team anyway. So.
I think Tibbs really got to this series. Tibbs got to really coach his ass off because there's going to be different schemes. We saw a little bit last night. I mean, he got to coach his ass off. You got to win that coaching battle.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I think Tibbs has a decision.
So Mars, to your point,
he's going to have to play I'm sorry, Joe, but he's going to have to play one of those bench guys a good amount of minutes.
Mhm.
He's gonna have to play one of them.
Yesterday.
I don't know who it is.
Yeah, he went to pressures because he had to, because Mitch literally
He had to
because
yeah,
Mitch missed the free throw and then Mitch had to pick up a foul to get out the game. Like,
that was wild. That was nuts.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Vince telling him to foul to get out the game.
He said, "Get out the game immediately."
I'm like, they were about to. Well, let's not use the timeout. We're not going to use the timeout.
Nah, for sure. But I guess so.
So you see how quick he snatched Josh Hart out the game. When Josh
threw out that dumb mid-range shot layup.
He like, all right, come on, bro, come on. But then it was crazy because he tried to he tried to blame Cat. Like, bro, that's not my fault. Shoot the ball, bro. What are you 20 feet of space?
Like, nah. Shoot the ball. So two things, Mars, to your point. So number one, and I was just thinking about this while you guys were talking. So the last time the Knicks ended a series on their home floor was in the East Finals in '99. It was the last time they did that.
Oh my god!
The last time what? Sorry, I just had 99.
The last time the Knicks ended a playoff series on their home floor was in '99 against the Indiana.
Eastern Conference Finals?
That was in the East Finals. They beat them in 6 games. Yes, sir. That's the last time that they ended. So to your point,
who did they play?
They play Indiana and Reggie Miller and company. They ended up beating them.
Then they lost to your finals at home.
Didn't they lose to the Spurs that year?
They lost to San Antonio. The reason why I'm bringing that up,
they lost to Vinny Del Negro. Make sure you remember that name, Vinny Del Negro.
I like the Vinny Del Negro as a coach. A lot of NBA players didn't, but I like Vinny Del Negro.
So Mars, the reason why I brought that up is because I know how important, like you were mentioning. Okay, now they got the home floor advantage back, which means they're gonna have to end the series on their home floor, and that's gonna be difficult. That's gonna be difficult. Number two, I didn't bring it up, and I probably should have brought it up earlier. I can't say enough about Josh Hart, and the reason why I can't say enough about him is because I've said this to you guys 1,000 times. I don't care about James. I don't care about Jordan, Magic, Jabbar, all of these other guys. You're not winning without AC Green. You ain't winning without Udonis Haslem. You ain't winning without Horace Grant. You ain't winning without Marcus Smart, and you damn sure ain't winning without Josh Hart. 5 offensive rebounds. That's a potential 15 extra points on top of what we're getting. 15 extra points. It's very difficult to keep that guy off the glass on top of what else he's already doing, right? The fact that he is fouling the way he is, that energy that he brings, you guys are always going to be in games off the strength of that. Now, yes, the Knicks were beneficiaries of the Celtics not being able to knock the long ball down, but I can't coach energy. I can't do that. I can't coach energy. Either you play hard or you don't. And Josh Hart brings that energy. There's no way that you can't
offensive rebounds to kick out the OG.
2 of them, not one of them, 2 of them back to back. There's no way that you can have that kind of energy and it not be infectious. And the last point that I want to make, and to Mars's point, Anthony Edwards told us last year, what did he say about Cat? Cat, you don't foul, we win. It's that simple. If you don't foul, we win. But the problem is that Cat is so bad in drop. Cat is so bad in pick and roll that we go after him. That's the game plan. There is no other game plan with Cat, and I think Tibbs knows that. And I think that he's trying to do everything he can to supplement that with Cat's offense. The problem is that when Cat is so bad on defense, especially against this Boston Celtic team, it throws his offense off because he's got to deal with guys like Al Horford. He's got to deal with guys like Kristaps Porzingis. So, I mean, I think this is going to be a really interesting series. I picked the Celtics in 5. I'm still sticking with that, but we'll see.
All right, fellas. Next thing that I want to talk about is there was a coach of the year that was announced last night. How do we feel about Kenny Atkinson?
I told you.
Like I kicked Mars' ass in that debate. Then fuck it.
Yeah, well,
Ron, I gave you a 5-bedroom house that was nice. All you did was make it nicer. That's all you did.
I think that's what Kenny did.
No. That's exactly what he did.
They're a way better team than they were last year.
I gave.
There are like 3. There are like 3 coaches that could have won that award.
And what I did for you in Detroit was I gave you a flooded out condo and you turned that shit into a palace.
But he did that when
there wasn't no palace.
But he did that when
his team made the playoffs.
But he did that when
so making the playoffs is a palace.
After losing almost 30 straight games
for Detroit.
It's a really nice condo You know what I'm saying? It's a really nice condo.
That's not even a good comparison. That's not even
like a three bedroom, 1.5 bed. Like
they were homeless.
3 bedroom, 1.5 bed.
No, Monty Williams got them evicted.
Homeless.
That's what happened. Their previous coach got them evicted.
So they were homeless and evicted.
They
had no credit.
His bills on time.
They had no credit.
Bills on time.
JB gave him credit. JB got them an apartment. JB got them groceries.
When do we decide? Like, when do we decide what the coach is doing versus what the players are doing? Like, how do we decide for like? Okay,
I mean,
JB Bickerstaff turned the Pistons around. Apparently,
I don't think it was just. But I think them getting some.
What did the players
also
do?
help? But it might have been the roster.
Them
getting a better roster.
What we were doing, Mars.
Like, how do we decipher when it's the coaches doing versus the players' improvement and the roster improvement? When do we decipher that?
Well, let's decipher that, Mars. If you think about what was going on in Detroit, the majority of those guys are back. Enter JB Bickerstaff. Let's change the philosophy around here. So it's not like we got a whole different brand of guys. We only added 4 more guys.
Tobias, Malik.
Yes.
So 6 man of the year candidate.
Yes.
Tobias, Tim Hardaway.
Yep.
And then Cade's improvement.
Right.
And then you get Jalen Duren improvement.
Yep.
Then you get JB Bickerstaff. That's everything that kind of happened this year.
And that wasn't.
So why is JB Bickerstaff getting all that credit?
Okay, well, so flip that around, Mars. Flip what you just said around. So it was you get Tobias Harris, you get Hardaway, you get Beasley, and you get Paul Reed. Then you get JB Bickerstaff. Then you see the improvement of the rest of these guys.
Yeah, but why are you giving him the credit for their improvement?
The reason why I'm giving it to you is because we had Monty Williams with the majority of these guys last year, and it wasn't working.
Yeah, but they were young players. Why are you giving him the credit for
They're still young players, though, Mars.
Young players get better. Why are you giving the coach credit for young players?
All young players get better, Mars. You're the same one who told me that.
Evan Mobley got better this year. Is that because of Kenny Atkinson or is it
100? I'm glad you brought that up, Mars, because you're the same one who has said to me countless times. Why do we assume? But why? And why is he being used different? Because of the coaching. Why do we assume that
using Mobley different?
Right. And why do we
using Jalen Duren differently?
What? Yes. Why do we assume that? Why are we assuming that young players are just going to get better? Well, we're assuming that young players are going to get better. 1, because of their work ethic. 2, because of their coaching. And that and JB Bickerstaff had a lot to do with using Cade Cunningham in different spaces. Don't forget those numbers.
Did he use them in?
Okay, so I think that the Detroit Pistons were a lot faster this season than they were last year. So he played a lot more in transition. And I think that had a lot to do with his improvement. He also played in the mid-range a little bit more, and he took better shots. Don't forget that his numbers, where his numbers were, they weren't much off. They weren't way off.
Their pace was 9th last year. It's 9th this year.
Right now, remember, Mars.
It's actually no. This is ridiculous. Like, I mean,
wait a minute, Mars.
Their pace is the exact same.
Right. Okay. Now, wait a minute, Mars. I'm glad you brought that. Here's the difference, Mars. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up, Mars, because just because you playing fast last season and you playing fast this season, those two things aren't the same.
But you said they're playing fast. That's what you said.
Well, just like I'm averaging 25 a game. My 25 a game this year might be different than the 25 a game I averaged last year.
Their pace might be coming in different ways, but you said they're playing faster.
Well,
their pace is the exact same number.
Okay, so let's and they're getting different shots.
But their defense took a considerable step forward this year,
and that has a lot to do with JB Bickerstaff.
Yeah, it did.
It has a lot to do with Isaiah Stewart too.
That's what he did with Cleveland as well.
I think Duren improved defensively.
Duren improved. Duren was one of the worst.
Duren was Harris coming there made their defense better.
And they used him different. They used Jalen Duren a lot different. Don't get me wrong. Now he still has improved, but they use him a lot. They use him a lot different. There's not as many switches this season as there were last year with him, because we know how bad he is in pick and switch. He's not very good in that. I think that he did a better job this year in fighting over switches and staying with his man. So I think that enhanced their defense. I'll stick with that. With that being said, I'd like to think that JB Bickerstaff had a lot to do with how he played Tim Hardaway and giving him the confidence to shoot the basketball and not be worried about looking over his shoulder like he did when he was in Dallas.
What is the confidence, though? I don't understand.
I don't think Tim Hardaway ever struggled with confidence. I think Tim Hardaway struggled.
He shoots anything.
But
I hated Tim Hardaway.
I'm glad you.
I think Detroit getting more shooting this season was more impactful to the ultimate success they saw than JB Bickerstaff individually. I think just the roster having competent NBA players, and I'll say this: preseason, I didn't like their additions. I wasn't high on Tobias coming from.
Nobody was.
I wasn't high on Malik.
Slow down.
I wasn't high on Tim Hardaway Jr.
Don't say nobody.
You
Yeah.
wasn't, Jordan. Give me a break. You ain't
Jordan,
care about.
I wasn't
Stop,
I wasn't high on Tim Hardaway Jr. coming from Dallas. I wasn't particularly.
I don't forget.
Because I know I wasn't. But keep going,
So
Mars.
I can say that, and then say I was wrong about that. I was wrong about the impact all three of those guys had. Me being wrong about those three doesn't then mean that the reason they were better than I thought was because of the coaching. It was probably just because I was wrong about those guys and the impact they could have had when they're replacing, quite frankly, non-NBA players. When you go from Killian Hayes to Malik Beasley, even if Malik Beasley isn't a world beater, compared to Killian Hayes, he is. When you go from legitimately playing non-NBA players, they were playing Isaiah Livers last year.
Chimezi Metu.
Isaiah Livers was legitimately playing.
I love Chimezi Metu.
When you go from non-NBA players,
what the hell?
Even if
I like
Malik,
him too,
Malik Beasley, Tim Hardaway Jr. are like they're mid, in my opinion. They're mid NBA players. They're solid. Like that's what they're solid.
Yeah, it's solid role players.
Decent role players.
But they're solid NBA players. They're okay. But when you go from the worst NBA players in the league to okay NBA players, that improvement does kind of like explain why a team will get a lot better.
And the personnel does matter, Mars, but I still got to use them in the right way. I just can't just throw guys. I can't just throw guys on the roster.
He did a good job,
right? And to Mustard's point, I mean, even though Tim Hardaway doesn't have a problem shooting the basketball, the quality of shots that he gets that has a lot to do with his confidence. So because I'm shooting. Me and Ox have had this conversation about how Luka was getting him the basketball as opposed to them running action for him. Those two things are different because when a coach is running action for me, there's a confidence level that he has in me. And if he has that confidence in me, I'm going to play different as opposed to I'm waiting for you to get me the ball. I'm waiting for you to make plays for me.
We did talk about that. That's right. Remember, Chill, that's when you said that Cade Cunningham's a better distributor than Luka, right?
Oh my God!
You said that?
No,
sorry, no.
We don't got to do that. We don't got to do that.
That's not what we did. We did something different. We did because what we do on Chill with Chill, which is on Thursday and Saturdays, the best show on PC.
Wait, chill, hold on. Yeah. Chill with. So what I call Ox?
Chill with
Chill. It's called Chill with Chill. It's called Chill with Chill.
Chill with Ox.
Yes, sir. With the big fella, Big Ox, yes, sir. So me and Big
fella Ox is crazy.
Me and Big Ox had a conversation about Cade Cunningham and the better passer that he was, and how much better those guys were around him, and how they was getting him involved. And Ox said, "Chill, are you saying that Cade Cunningham is a better distributor than Luka?"
I mean, if you look, so Chill didn't say that. But I mean, I think that's kind of what we got to the bottom of. I mean, look at Tim Hardaway now. Look at him last year. He was unplayable with Luka. Come over here with Cade Cunningham. You come over here with Cade Cunningham.
Hey, you got a point.
He's catching less grenades.
He was unplayable in that last game too. JB just didn't have no other options to go to.
That's one game. That's one game.
Maybe JB just don't got no other options to go to. Maybe he don't got Kyrie to replace him.
He was unplayable because he was catching too many grenades.
Well, he was hurt though.
It's probably harder to play defense next to Luka.
Chill.
Or maybe you're not playing with Kyrie and Klay Thompson and PJ Washington. Maybe you don't have players that could just what?
No, he didn't mean Klay. He didn't mean Klay from last year. That was not last
okay. I got you, man. My bad. But what I'm saying is, Chill didn't say it, but the proof is in the pudding.
But
maybe Luka might be a better passer, but Cade's a better distributor.
But the coach of the year, right? Let me say something about coach of the year.
Yeah, say it.
He's nice. Let me say something about.
No, he's not catching grenades though. Being a grenade launcher is a bad thing when you're supposed to.
I said Luka was a grenade launcher, but Mars got his stats. He said that's not factually true. So
he yelled some averages. He yelled some averages and confused the people that don't know ball. There was people in the chat that don't know ball, and they allow Mars to confuse them with averages and numbers. You can't do that to me. What I'm saying is Cade Cunningham is much better for Tim Hardaway. I'll say that.
I should say
that's better. That's better, Ox. That's better.
Yeah. Before I get to these super chats, what were you going to say on Coach of the Year?
I think Mars proved or made a good point as far as JB versus Kenny Atkinson.
Sure.
The Cavs, if I'm not mistaken, the only like notable addition, and granted, he's been a big addition for them. Ty Jerome, right?
Who
Ty
was
Jerome
out the league, by the way.
Really good. Yeah, he's been really good. One of the better like bench players in the league this year.
Darius was healthy this year too.
But the thing, Darius was healthy as well. But relatively speaking, their roster didn't change that much, right? But the Pistons picking up Tobias, picking up Tim Hardaway, picking up Malik Beasley, like those are floor spacers and offensive threats
Dennis
that are
Schroeder,
much better.
about Dennis Schroeder now.
And Dennis Schroeder later on in the year, those are floor spacers and offensive threats. What? DeAndre Hunter.
Would you let me talk, please? As you were saying, Mustard. Go ahead, Mustard.
Okay, DeAndre was a good pickup for the Cavs, but they were already like a great team before they even got DeAndre. If I'm being real, like that was that. But as far as the Pistons,
you're right, correct.
Yeah, but as far as the Pistons are concerned, like they made more additions that changed the identity of their team than the Cavs did, and the Cavs went from being, if I'm not mistaken, they were like a mediocre. They went to offensive team last year. They were a mediocre offensive team. Yeah. I don't even know if they won 50 games last year. And now they go to being one of the better offensive teams in the league. They're number 2 in offensive rating, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Had the best pick and dive and pick and pop offensive game.
Yes, and we already knew what they could do defensively, and Mobley's even been better on that side of the ball. So it's like, I think, I'm not going to say it's clear, but I think he is the rightful winner of the award. It's him. I guess Dagenham, you want to throw him in there because OKC success.
But you can't win back to back. We did this. The last one to win back to back was who? We went through this in the 90s.
I don't know who won. I don't
know.
But I
thought Mark.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
You thought it should have been Mark?
Lost that debate.
Well, I just think like you win 68 games, like, and they could have won 70.
3-0 is crazy.
You know, but I understand why he didn't win. But I think I voted for JB. I thought JB deserved it, but I thought Mark definitely.
Who is the best coach in the NBA today, in your estimation?
That's so subjective. Because like, because if you ask Heat fans, they will not say Spo. Chill. They will not say Spo.
Heat fans won't say Spo?
No, they will not say Spo. They think Spo has ran their offense into the ground, and he doesn't know how to work with young players.
Their roster is ran into the ground.
I know, but they're saying they don't.
Well, those ungrateful ass fans.
Young players do they have?
Yeah, I'll take Spo any day.
But
they're ungrateful.
They don't believe with their younger players that if they get young next year, Mustard, they like blow up all the older players. If they go young, they don't believe that Spo can develop them as correctly as some other coaches.
But did he not do that with
Swiper, I want to ask you a follow-up
Hero and Bam?
So I want to ask you a follow-up question, Swiper. If today the season is over and the Miami Heat have decided to move on from Spo, when does he get another job?
He gets a job next
day.
Immediately.
Next
the
yeah,
next
he'll
day.
get picked up quick.
So he got fired today.
Yesterday.
Billy Donovan is getting fired, so we can interview.
Yeah, they'll take Spo right away.
Let me give you a backstory.
Yo, chill. The second. My bad, Swipe. My bad. The second Pat Riley tells Eric Spoelstra it's over, his phone is going to blow up. Nobody's going to know.
To his office the next day.
Let me tell you.
He would have had the offer from the day before.
Let me tell you how much the Miami Heat.
I ain't even lie. JJ might get fired.
When his divorce was being finalized, they waited for his divorce to finish and then gave him the largest deal for an NBA coach this side of Steve Kerr.
Because we ain't giving you none of this dough, chick. You ain't getting none of this dough. Hold on.
Don't call her chick.
That's real.
Don't call her chick. Call her what you really want to call her.
You ain't getting none of this dough.
Don't call her chick. Call her what you really want to call her. It rhymes with chick.
A woman.
Yeah, that was crazy when the Heat did that.
Hey, they some
we
real
doing
ones
it
for
for
that.
your benefit.
That was crazy though, real. Mustard. I'd never seen like that kind of.
She don't need no divorce money out of the new bag. Come on now, nah.
Yeah, so you was with me when I got the old bag.
I think
not the new contract.
I think Mike Brown deserves a lot of credit, even though the culture thing. I understand, like whatever. I still think Malone's one of the best coaches in the league, but he just kind of ran out his time. Pop obviously gone.
Why you keep naming coach that ain't in the league?
Well, I think he'll be in the league. I just think he ran out of gas in Denver. But Steve Kerr's a great coach. The Warriors fans hate Steve Kerr.
Warriors fans hate Steve Kerr. Probably not a great coach.
Ty Lue, I think is overrated.
Or the people that the Warriors be cooking hate Steve Kerr.
Nah, Ty Lue is definitely getting some overrated talks now. I ain't gonna hold you.
Right under.
He used to get put in some crazy combos back in the day.
Ty Lue is not overrated, bro. Not overrated at all. Ty Lue is a good coach.
Where you rank Ty Lue, Jordan?
Probably got him top 5 coach.
See, there you go. That's exactly my point.
Got him a top 5. Ty Lue's a top 5 coach. I mean, you dealing with your best player is only gonna play 35 games.
Is Ty Lue better than Spo? Is Ty Lue better than Spo?
No.
Is he better than Mike Malone?
Yeah.
He's not even a coach.
Mike Malone not a coach.
Mike
Malone's not eligible. He's not eligible.
I think he was better than Malone.
So let's take Mike Malone off the table. Is he better than Kenny Atkinson?
Well, Kenny just got
possibly, yeah.
Kenny didn't have a good job the first time, came back, learned, and then it's a different.
Kenny had a great run even in Brooklyn.
Kenny wasn't good in Brooklyn. Kenny wasn't good.
Yeah, Kenny
was good in Brooklyn.
He got ran out of
Brooklyn.
He got ran out of there.
Yeah,
he
got dirty.
He wasn't a good coach.
Oh,
yeah, no, we're agreeing with you.
Really
Yeah,
coach,
he
Terry
got
Scott
them
ran out
dirty.
of welcome. That's another one. Like he ran.
Nah, Kenny got ran out.
Terry Stotts was a good offensive coach.
Kenny Atkinson got ran out of Brooklyn largely due to some of the things. I won't say because of KD, but some of
is
it.
Tyloo better than Quinn Snyder?
Yeah,
I like
Quinn Snyder.
I like
Quinn Snyder. I like Quinn Snyder, but this is what I'm saying with Tyloo.
I think the NBA has a lot of good coaches.
Yeah, they do.
But for I think it's borderline impossible to rank.
Hey, Jordan.
But for your best player to be out that much, it's like very
if David Adamman wins the title this year, Jordan, he vaults up to your top 3.
I like David Adamman. I mean,
what kind of history
after coaching 20 games?
Yeah.
No, by the way, did y'all know
No,
this?
but that's a hard
David
job.
Adamman is the first coach in NBA history to have more playoff wins than regular season wins in his career.
That's dope.
Yeah, bro, that's a hard ass job that he doing, bro. To be honest with you, like that shit is hard. He make big boy decisions too. Like he make big boy decisions too. Like I like that about him. Like he make a decision.
He get on MPJ ass too. When MPJ,
yeah, but Jordan, you can't say he's a top 5 coach after 30 games of basketball.
They did it with Tyloo. Shit.
Has he even played?
And they shouldn't have. That was wrong then, and it's wrong now.
Is Tyloo still doing this?
But if you are a top 5 coach, why can't you say it after 30?
Well, because we wouldn't.
Yeah.
You just can't know that fast. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to coach a whole season. You got to be able to see how this person adjusts. You know, from the beginning of the season, middle of the season, end of the season, you got to know how to.
Is it different for players?
Judgment.
It's been 11 games.
You say?
No, I think it's
8-3 Mustard. 8-3.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
But it's been 11 games.
All winning team, by the way.
This is really.
I don't think so. I don't think so, Mars. I think for me, Mars, I need to see more basketball. Like I need to see you. I need to see you play. I need to see you play through adversity. I need to see you.
They did that though. They did that. They did that.
How long is that?
Who is they? I don't know. I don't know what they do. I don't care what they do.
Aren't you the one who said like what you're doing now is like what's important and all that stuff? So like, let's say hypothetically, a rookie comes into the NBA, right? And let's say he misses the first half of his season with an injury. He comes back in January. He plays the rest of that season, and they make the playoffs. He's averaging 38, 8 and 6. I can't say he's top 5.
Mars. You can Mars. First things first.
Shit, I would because Zion would be top 5,
right? But my thing with that is if you're in that tier already, like if a dude Mars, of course, first of all, playing and coaching, they are a little different. So from when you ask me that first question, I do think it's the difference, but it's a little bit of similarities. So if a guy comes into the league and he's like Victor Wembanyama, and he comes in the league and he's just automatically there, you don't need to wait 5 years to rank the kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's balling. It's clear. But if you're more like middle of the pack, it's a little harder to tell. But for me, coaching is a little different because I think coaching is harder. First of all, I think you have so much more adjustment.
Harder than what?
Playing.
Sure.
I think coaching.
We
already
had this conversation.
I think it's harder to. I think it's harder to coach already, and so there's just so much more that you have to deal with, especially being a head coach. Not only do I have to have my game plan ready, I got to delegate things to my assistants, my trainers. I got to receive information from my scouts. I need to know how do you prepare. What does your preparation look like down the stretch of the season?
You got to check in with day-to-day life with your players.
Right. So honestly, I'm gonna tell you the truth, Mars. I think it's easier. Just bear with me now. I think it's easier for a David Adamman situation. Who's been and I'm not taking nothing away from Coach Adamman because I think he's doing an amazing job. And I was the one who said that the Denver shot themselves in the foot by what they did. And David Adamman stepped in there and he's doing his thing, right? So I was wrong about that, admittedly. But what I will say is I think it's easier for him because he's been on the staff. He knows all these people. He knows what's going on. He jumps into the playoffs where I don't got to make a whole bunch of adjustments from the regular season to now. I already know. I could just get the coaching. And you can't judge me based on what you've seen before. You can only judge me based on this right now. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to see him coach a whole season before I'm like, okay, yeah, he's there. Even though he's showing big signs.
Hey, Ox, to your point too about it being easier, I think it's easier for him because number one, he doesn't really have much to lose. That's number one. So number two, he's not going to do nothing egregious He's not gonna do nothing egregious to where it's like, oh shit, what the hell? Because Jokic might say, no, we ain't doing that. But so I think it's a little bit easier for him to just like make a certain decisions because he don't got nothing to lose. And
that's true, Jordan.
So it's like, but I will say he's doing an amazing job. Like, to Swiper's point, if they get to the finals and they win, bro, you did an amazing job. You're a leader of men. Now, coaching can change from one year to the next. You can be a good coach for 1 year, and the next year you can be trash because sometimes your voice just some people don't want to hear it. Like,
remember Ty Lue? Remember Ty Lue was the one who was saying like, man, this coaching shit is he basically says bullshit because he like I can tell a player to go do something, he do something wrong, I get blamed.
Yeah, exactly.
I
just had a game last weekend. I know.
And another thing too, like with Coach Adelman, I do think he got something to lose because he has to. I think he has to prove something for this little stretch of games. Like winning that series, that Clipper series, I think that got him. Okay, good. Now I think he's going to be solidified as their coach. I don't know if they've announced it yet. Swiper.
If he beats the Thunder.
Oh, right. But Swiper, I don't know if y'all have announced it or not, whether y'all going to stick with him or not.
No,
but what I'm saying is, winning that series was very important for him because he could easily be scapegoated. He could easily be scapegoated like, oh, we lost because of him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I was actually kind of lining it up for that on my own world, of course, not in the main world because nobody, you know. But in my own world, I'm lining it up like they did that, and so now they could lose. But you got to remember too, we're talking about Nikola Jokic, somebody that's been already talked about as an all-time great. They want to say he's the best offensive player we've ever seen. They just threw his legacy in Coach Adams' hands. Like
really
here,
quickly,
you
Ron,
got it.
Really quickly, Ron. Before we move on, just so you guys know. This is very similar to the Luka situation. Let them dudes in Denver win the NBA championship. Every last one of these coaches in the league, don't think for 1 second that your ass can't be replaced late in the season because that's the archetype right there.
That's the day before the playoffs.
Right, that's the archetype right there.
That shit is crazy.
We can win it. We can win it by doing it.
They need to be tenured. Do you think they need to be tenured? Because Adam has been there for 7 years.
He's been there for a while. He's been there for a while.
He's basically spent like
shit. Memphis hired their coach. He wasn't tenured.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't think they should have did that personally. But
wasn't he there?
I think he did a decent job though. Now, he wasn't there that long, wasn't he? He wasn't
there. He had been there though.
I thought it was only for like 2 seasons, right? 1 or 2, right?
I thought he was a rookie coach.
He was Ron. He was in the year. He was playing coaching.
I know he was coaching Paris. I know, but
in Paris, okay.
Yeah, but I don't know if it was his first year. I just know he had been there throughout the season.
Yeah, I think this was the second year this year. I believe.
You think
they re-signed him? Didn't they? They kept him.
I think I would have kept him too. I would.
Yeah, they did. They did.
I think he did a decent job, man. To be honest with you, with what he had
on Basketball Reference, it says it's his first year.
It was because the team he was coaching last year, they ended up winning the Euro Cup and moving up to the Euro League. So he did a fantastic job with their team.
And they probably wanted him. They probably wanted him.
They for sure did.
So that's why I'm saying I think it was a great hire. Knowing his background,
but I think that's the difference, though, Jordan. Like a 7-year, 10-year. Like remember, Jordy Fernandez was in Denver for a long time too before he went to the Sacramento Kings with Mike Brown. And then moved on to the Nets. So I think David Adelman was already in head coaching interviews. And so I think he was already in the system to be the next Jordy Fernandez. But I think David he's a genius. Like if you ask people in the staff about him, like in the players, he's a technician. Like he is like Malone is extremely emotional.
He grew up on this Swiper. Don't forget who his pops is.
Man, I hated his dad as the Rockets coach. Get the hell out of here, boy! I couldn't stand his dad.
I mean, we've seen this. We've seen this before. The Cavs fired David Black for Ty Lue season, and Ty Lue went on to win the championship.
That was a coup. Let's be clear about that.
He got his ass.
That was a coup.
That was LeBron.
They set him up. They set him up.
Yeah, that was a coup.
Wait, Swiper, are you saying? Swiper, well, I don't know. You or Jordan, one of y'all. So were y'all saying that they brought the coach from Grizzlies? What's his name again? Thomas. What's his name?
Thomas. He got a weird ass name.
Thomas. Yeah. Are y'all saying they brought him over here as an assistant to line him up to take the job from the beginning?
Anytime the coach doesn't hire their assistant, be weary of what the GMs are doing.
How do you know he didn't hire him though?
I don't think so, Ron. I don't think so. I think it was one of them things.
The reason I'm saying that
will have to sign off typically if they're tenured like that.
That's why Ty Lue didn't take the Laker job because he couldn't pick his staff.
That's exactly what I'm saying. So I think the same thing happened
on a shorter contract too.
How could you hire a coach and not let him pick his staff? That's crazy,
bro. They do that a lot though. They do that a lot.
To George's point,
they thought Ty Lue was a LeBron merchant. That's why. That's literally chill. That's
and they want to get rid of you when they want to get
they
rid of you.
He was only there because of LeBron. And guess who else got that treatment? Mike Brown, after he won Coach of the Year, got that treatment for years. Remember, he made it a season. Jordan, a season and 12 games with the Lakers before they fired Mike Brown.
Fired him, yeah.
All because
they
of
brought
the
in
LeBron
D'Antoni after
stuff,
that,
bro.
yeah.
And David Blatt ain't been back in the league since.
But look, that's what I'm saying. When a team,
Jordan.
when a GM doesn't hire, when you can't hire your own coach and the GM picks your coach, you have to know in the back of your, he's picking my replacement.
I don't want to. I ain't working with this dude.
I don't want that job. And I don't want that job, bro. Because I don't know you. I don't know you, bro. Like, we ain't on the same page. Realistically, we not on the same page. And ain't no telling what the GM told you. Like,
so Ty Lue gets the Laker job, and on the staff is Jason Kidd. Hell no, I ain't working with him. Because I'm getting money for him.
That was crazy.
Man,
All right, fellas.
They didn't even get JJ. Go ahead.
We got a shit ton of super chats. So first off, salute to everybody that sent through a super chat. Salute to everybody that's tapped into this episode. I think we're at about 15,000 people that have just watched this episode so far. So salute to all of y'all. Make sure you're liking the video. Make sure you turn your notification bells. Make sure you keep going crazy in the chat. And make sure you become a member ultimately. Shout out to all of our Hall of Famers. And shout out to everybody that's up here on the panel with us now. Everybody's gold. Well, some of y'all are goated. Some of y'all are cool. And there's a few people that are Hall of Famers like Multi Kenny, Cheese, Minor, Worldwide Mace TV, Jason Grills, and Teddy Hart. Salute to them. Also, yo, Dre,
Novell?
you know what? You're not a Hall of Famer anymore. But shout out to Vail, but
Vail
not a Hall of
came
Famer
one
no more. But Dre, you know where we're going to be at tomorrow night, right? You know what's going on tomorrow night, right?
Yeah, Boston.
Yeah, and the Knicks going to be up 2-0, and we're going to be watching it live on Playback. So y'all be sure to pull up. Check out this game with us because, once again, the Celtics are down 0-1, and they're fighting for their lives right now. So we'll see if the Knicks can go up 2-0 or if the Celtics are even to score. We'll be watching it live. Y'all be sure to pull up on Playback.
Hey, take the over on Tatum. Tell you that much. Or take the more. Take the more on Tatum.
Whatever it is, take the
People
more.
want some money yesterday.
Hey, whatever the demon is, add 6 points. 43 points for Jason Tatum.
All right, y'all. We got another super chat from Bob Wick, which is a nasty super chat, which is probably why it's a $69 super chat. Either way it goes, my man Bob Wick said, instead of talking about the game as a whole, we are slandering Tatum and his light-skinned Bruno Mars. And this light-skinned Bruno Mars motherfucker, who is that? Just wants to bring up Joker shit.
I think he's talking about Mars.
Yeah,
No,
Mars. He's only light-skinned person up here.
And he spelled it like that. Oh,
This
Swiper?
guy.
But he said
This
Mars,
guy.
and he spelled
Which
it
one
with a Z like Mars.
No,
Yeah,
Which
Bruno
one of you two
Mars.
is it?
No, Mars
Bruno
is
Mars.
but Mars is spelled like M-A-R-S. That's spelled like Mars.
No, Mars
Yo,
M-A-R-Z.
Yo, chat. Who's
Mars
the light-skinned
is
Bruno
M-A-R-S.
Mars?
This is Mars.
Bruno Mars is M-A-R-S.
I know he ain't talking about me. So
He is.
Maybe he's
You
talking
guys
about both
can
of
do
y'all.
you guys can do
Mars,
this.
I think he's talking
Stuff.
about you, bro. I think
It
he's
says
talking about
Mars.
He not.
Well, anyways, whoever the light-skinned Bruno Mars motherfucker is, they said that he just wants to bring up Joker to shit on Tatum. Until Tatum fixes his jump shot selection, he will always be behind. LOL. Simple.
I don't understand
just
how
not as good
that
as
was me
Jokic.
bringing it up when it was a $100 super chat that brought it up, and then we regurgitated the conversation that Chill initiated last week about Tatum and Jokic. But I get blamed somehow for this. And I say, if I say he's top 5, I'm
Swipe,
hating.
who brought it
Mustard.
up? Swipe, who brought it up?
You.
All right, y'all.
That SOB over there brought it up.
Hey, we need another episode where Swiper addresses Nigerian rumors.
Swiper, you
I
can
just
say
wanna
it.
know. I just want to let you
Rumors.
know that, Ron.
I don't curse. No, I'm
Rumors
not. No
is
rumors.
crazy.
There's no rumors. I'll show you my ancestry.
Oh.
Cowboy Bob said it's one game. It's one game. Win the series before the Knicks fans can talk. We missed free throws, bad three-point shooting, and won an OT to a team we lost to all season. Is Bridges' defense more important than his offense? Question mark. OG a three-point shooter now? Question mark. Go New York, go. Dre, I'm gonna ask you: is Bridges' defense more important than his offense?
I'm gonna be honest. I think yesterday, I'll take the defense over the offense. I mean, guy stepped up like OG. OG gave you 29. He came up clutch and with some defensive stops. I'll take the D. They said he couldn't play D. He played D last night.
He played D last night.
Buster's disgusting.
Ain't no way y'all let that slide, but y'all
That's
that's
crazy. And he from New York too.
Yo, he played defense last night. He played defense last night, man. I take Mikel's defense, man. I mean, bro, he can score the ball, bro. He can score.
It's nothing wrong with it, y'all. Hey, if you want to take the O, take the O. If you want to take the D, take the D. It's your preference. It's your preference.
Yeah, you missed that part. He said, "Yo, I take the D
anytime."
Anytime is crazy.
Y'all are nasty down there.
Hey, ain't nothing worse than what Mustard did though. That shit had me tripping.
Oh, it's clipped. It's clipped, by the way. It's
It was
clipped.
tripping.
Look at Mustard. Look at Mustard looking like Donatello.
No, mine was not.
But that shit was
Right,
crazy.
you do got a Donatello.
Nah, for real though, for real.
Yes, you do.
The defense
Hey, go Mustard, go Mustard, go Mustard, go Mustard, go.
You do got a
Go,
Donatello
go,
going on
go,
that
go.
Yo.
Bro, I gotta cover it up right now.
All right, so Cheese sent through a members chat. This is the Hall of Famer, by the way, and he's goated. But shout out to Cheese, and his members chat said, Jokic reminded y'all who the best player in the world is. Hashtag the real MVP.
Hakeem David Robinson, baby. Repeat.
He's not the MVP, but he is the best player in the world for sure.
All right, we got another super chat from MP13. MP13 said Mars might have been onto something. I'm gonna make Chet make decisions. He looked unsure when it wasn't a catch and shoot three. I'm putting him on the floor. Him putting it on the floor was a mess. He has to make better reads after closeouts.
I'm a genius, man. What can I say? That's why I heard Denver in 5 or 7. I don't know which one.
Oh man, he sounds like Swiper now.
That was my prediction before the series started. Ron can attest to it. I said it. I said Denver in 5 or 7. It just depends on what game 1 looked like. And game 1 looked like Denver in 5.
I don't remember.
Okay, say in 6 maybe.
No, OKC don't win this series regardless, but it's gonna be in 5 or 7. That Denver win.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, man, you make Chet beat you.
Hunter sent through a super chat about that game. He said OKC's on the phone right now trying to get Zoo on that team. No one there can do anything with 15.
Man, yeah, man. I'm telling y'all, it's cookies. It's cookies and cookies from where on out because Zoo is crazy, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. I
My
was
best
thinking the
player
other
is
day.
better than your best player.
Hey, I was thinking the other day, like I wish they allow trades in like if both teams out the playoffs. Like, yeah, no, we both out the playoffs. Our season over. Fuck it, let me trade for this guy right now. Like, why I need to wait? Like, he out, I'm out. Fuck it, let's do it. I don't get it.
Could we do that in AAU? Can we trade teams?
Boy, they do that shit in the halftime. Motherfucker be playing with you, and then you look at the next half, he on another team. You like, I was just about to sub you in.
Yeah, that's crazy.
AAU is the jungle, boy.
NY Smooth sent through a members chat and said, has this ever happened? All 4 teams lost at home?
Game 1, I don't know. I couldn't. That's something I wouldn't be able to tell you. She'll be like, hey, 1977.
And I was there. You're gonna say I was there.
Yeah.
I was not there. No, I was not there. No.
So Golden State has a chance to make history tonight.
History that it may be history. We don't actually.
I hope
to all of our knowledge.
We will have no Golden State glaze up here while I'm on the panel.
Oh, yes, we will.
Mm-hmm.
You damn right we will.
The Warriors got some for us, man. I
want to see all
the road teams win game 1. That's what
I ain't taking the step even pick for no reason.
I'm gonna revoke your Rockets FC card if you want to see the Warriors win.
I'm Blazers
never
FC, buddy. I'm Blazers FC.
Oh man, Marzo bullshit now.
Yo, shout out to Michael Core.
Let's go.
He sent through 99 cents, but shout out to Michael Core just because. Heat versus Haters 2.0 sent through a members chat and said last night's games were fire.
I'm not. Jalen Brunson will never get another opportunity if I'm the Celtics. You'll never even see the ball.
Oh, bro, we're swarming him. We're swarming him in the fourth quarter. That's not even happening.
Another shout out to Arch and all his Tatum hate today. Also, shout out to A. Blair. A. Blair became a YouTube member. Salute to you for joining up.
Ox, is that a burrito?
No, it's my socks. I'm packing my gym bag. I don't see. I'll be in the lab, Jordan. I don't know about you.
Yeah, me too. My gym bag packed right now too. Yeah.
Mark's gonna come back next PC weekend flexing on y'all.
Yeah, I gotta get
my.
I'm just playing.
What if Mark's came next PC weekend 6-pack?
Oh, 6 foot.
Just
like,
come on, man.
Whoa, relax. 6 foot.
He would be a clone. Mars would be a clone. Hey, Mars,
maybe
you know they got the surgery.
No, that's some AI shit right there from Mars.
No, you know they got the surgery.
Yeah, they do.
You know they got the surgery.
The shin.
That was like 5'7". It looked like 5'7". I think he's like 6 foot now.
Nah, people legit went to make went to 6'6". They went from like 5. Yeah, you can do it, bro.
Yeah.
From 5 to 6.
No, 5. It was 5 something to 6'6". You can
it's
do
like
it.
5'7" to 6'6".
It take about a year.
Hell no. What that's going on now?
It was like 6 foot. It was like 5'8" to 6 foot.
Literally, it's your legs. They literally will like.
Yes, but do you see how unproportionate that looks? Your legs is this long,
he can barely jump rope.
Hey, look, but guess what?
He lift weights. He look big.
He can't walk for a year.
Now his ass can barely jump rope.
You could go from
ain't no way you that
8
insecure
to 7'4".
Bro, he can barely jump rope.
What do I need to be that tall for?
Barely jump rope.
I swear to God, he can barely jump rope. He jump rope slow as hell, and it look like his feet hurt.
I see on like TikTok and stuff, like you see them like trying to recover, like they legitimately can't walk.
Yeah, like he walk like he got bunions.
Mars, but he can stand. That's all that matters.
And then imagine
Anyway, I ain't gonna.
Imagine you walk outside, you get chased by a dog, and you running and one of your implants crack.
You looking like
the dude, bro. The dude walked like the bottom of his feet got burned, bro. I'm dead ass serious. Like he walked like
ox. So like what the hell? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ron.
Yeah, that shit is weird, bro.
It's like a BBL. It's like a BBL for legs.
You just gotta be happy. You just gotta be happy. You just gotta be happy with how God made it.
Leg BBL is crazy.
If you 5'1", man,
you can
accept that
that boy got a big Brazilian leg. That's what he got.
On any your body, you can get surgery on it.
He got a big Brazilian leg.
Yeah,
everybody out there in the chat.
I bet you looking into getting some extensions.
No, I don't need it, bro. Trust me. Need to regrow.
So I'm about to go to Turkey. Don't worry. I'm gonna come back with a fade. I'm gonna come back with waves out of this world. Boy, that shit gonna be crazy. I'm gonna be like, oh shit, he said he was Nigerian.
Hey,
he would really say he's Nigerian.
I'm telling y'all right now, when
that's not enough.
When that ESPN contract comes, it's raps, bro. Raps.
You go
Swiper finna get sideburns and shit.
We going to Mexico. We getting everything.
Swiper, let me know. I'm gonna be over there with you. Hey, while you getting your procedure done, Jordan know where I'm gonna be.
Hey, I'm gonna
let
be
me
there
know when
too.
you go to Nigeria, Swiper.
Hey, Gaga is my place
when I get the
to
bread
be.
to do it. Matter of fact, my people need to fly me out there. We can do some shows out there. That'd be cash, bro. Shout out, bro.
All right, so we got another.
You better not come back with no hair.
You don't have to talk about soccer if you're going over there. I ain't gonna hold you.
We got another super chat from Kareem NYK 2001. Kareem said, "Chill the big dog. These puppy ass panelists want to take down the Lion King." Remember, Mars and his followers were saying Luka was better than Jokic.
Hey, I called that out.
I remember that.
I do remember you calling that out.
I don't remember that.
I do remember you calling that out.
Absolutely, I
don't remember that.
Absolutely.
Mars, you said that?
Everyone remembers that now, apparently. Okay. Everyone remembering that.
All I'm saying is I call that out. I call a Luka Glaze out a long time ago, and I like Luka, but I call it Luka Glaze.
I don't know what I am when it comes to Luka. I've been cool both a Glazer and a hater when it comes to Luka. I don't know which one.
You just big Glazer. It's okay. You just big Glazer.
Luka fans are too sensitive, so
they definitely are too sensitive.
I say Luka hasn't looked the same this year. Oh, I'm a hater.
All these fan bases.
I say Luka was really good.
Mars, at least you get called that. I say anything about Luka, I'm racist. I just go straight to racist.
Nah, the racist parts.
I see you call Matthew Burke in the comments racist.
He is racist.
You use the same thing.
He is racist.
They said I was.
Most Serbians are cool, but like if I say too much about Jokic, like the name they use is homeboy. They use the homeboy in the context. Hey, homeboy, relax, chill out, homeboy.
I say anything about a white player, I'm automatically racist.
I don't remember saying Luka's better than Jokic though, because I've been a strong Jokic advocate. But
well, Kareem, I remember it. So as long as me and you remember it, it's true.
Facts.
All right, my man Yakayu. I hope I'm saying your name right. Yakayu said, "Was Isaiah Thomas greater than Michael Jordan in '89 or '90? He went through MJ, Bird, Magic, and led Detroit. But we know MJ was in the middle of possibly the best peak of all time. And we didn't put Isaiah Thomas in them combos, even when MJ was ringless."
Chill.
Yes, we did.
Chill, that's crazy. You gotta put your.
He said yes, they did. He said yes, they did. Chill was around.
You said yes.
Yes, they did.
You said Isaiah Thomas was better than Michael Jordan
in '89.
Not in '89, no.
What about
88.
No, we was talking about Isaiah and at that time it was Isaiah and Magic. That's what we was talking about.
Well, who?
Oh, so Jordan wasn't even in them combos.
No. Did you say
he was above those combos? He was Black Jesus.
Well, no.
He wasn't Black Jesus.
Which basketball shoes, bro?
Which I think this is such
God in basketball shoes.
It's so contradictory to me. And it makes me nuts because 1 minute it's about winning and the next minute it's not. Then you're the best player.
Hold on, chill. Was Isaiah Thomas better than Michael Jordan when he beat him in back-to-back years?
Was he better than him?
Yeah. No. They played against each other and he won both of those series.
Yes, that's correct. That's correct. Nobody was talking. Nobody was talking about him like that. But Isaiah Thomas didn't do what Jason Tatum did in the NBA playoffs in the last 5 years.
You know why no one was talking about him like that? Because he wasn't better than Michael Jordan.
Got it, Mars. Got it, Mars.
That's it. It's really nothing.
Got it, Mars.
Careful, Mars. It's the son of
people seem to understand that 40 years ago. I don't know where we're going wrong.
Chill out, Mars.
30 years ago, it used to be understood that
you make it too much sense.
Whoa, Jamal. Don't pull out the
my fault.
Relax.
We seem to have steered the wrong way in recent times. 30 years ago.
Diddy day 2. Hey, hey, Ron, you gotta start saying it. You gotta start saying it along with the days. It's Arts Diddy day 2. If you know, you know.
Oh my God.
No, man.
Shout out
Yesterday
day 2.
was day 1. Yeah, it's day 2.
Fink Jones sent through another members chat and said Swiper pocket watching ox is crazy.
He's a millionaire. What you talking about?
Swiper eyes ain't big enough to watch these pockets, man.
Yeah.
Damn. Let me hold them couple of dollars you've been holding on to.
Shit, I'm broke as a joke.
All right, we got another super chat from Mavs fan 06. Mavs fan said, chill always glazing Tatum like he don't have the best starting 5 in the league. If Jokic, Luka, SGA had his team, they would have multiple rings. Chill, stop the BS. Hashtag MarsFC. Hashtag Swiper FC.
Let's go.
So I'm not part of this fan club. I don't know, but
yes, you are.
Chill. Who's the worst player that could have played on that Celtics team and they would have won the title last year?
Who's the worst player that could have played?
Brunson, Devin Booker.
That's a tough.
Are we taking somebody off that Celtics team?
I'm saying replace Tatum. So like, Devin Booker. Could Devin Booker won last year?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think Ant could have.
No.
I mean, I think JC. This is where I think Jason. This is where I think you guys just undersell Jason Tatum's value.
Anthony Edwards is a good player.
He is a good player. He's not Jason Tatum.
I think the better question would be replace Jaylen Brown.
Who played better in the first round?
Like not Jason.
No, but Anthony Edwards could play better than Jason Tatum, but he doesn't bring to the Celtics what Jason Tatum brings.
No, he doesn't.
So I don't think they win without what Jason Tatum brings.
So who's the worst player then? You think Kevin Durant?
Jason Tatum.
No, that's not the question. That was all answer.
What is the question, Swiper?
I think Jason Tatum is the worst player.
Okay, Swiper. Okay, Swiper.
What about this? Does LeBron win and replace Jason Tatum?
Last season?
Yeah. I think that's a better.
Y'all about to sit up here and pause and lie?
He could.
Y'all about to lie?
No.
I need a yes or no. I need a yes or no. I need a yes or no. No.
So you want to put me on? So you want to put me on? So you want to put me on the record?
No, I'm just asking.
Okay, right, Mustard. So you want to put me on the record? I said that Jason Tatum was better than James last year. So to answer your question, no.
Well, I mean, they went 16. They went 16 and 4
in
the playoffs last year. They don't need to do 16 and 4.
I
think they could.
16 and 3.
16 and 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they could win. I don't think they win in as much number fashion.
I know one thing: Jaylen Brown don't outplay LeBron James. I know that.
I agree with that.
Who doesn't outplay him?
Jaylen Brown.
I
agree.
Brown.
I don't think Jaylen Brown outplayed Jason Tatum either. But
even breathe.
I
think LeBron would play well enough to where Jaylen Brown's not winning finals.
I think the Celtics could win with LeBron last year. I think that's a fair thing to say.
Bron don't got that reserve tank he once had. With all love to one of the GOATs.
You was gonna say Bron don't have that dog.
Hey, maybe
no,
I
wasn't gonna say that.
Hey, it looked like he had it all last night.
You should have said that. I was gonna agree with you.
I would never say that. I would never say that.
Tatum might be at a gas too.
Bro, come on, bro. Let's not do this. Bron don't got that tank he once had. He's still an amazing player, but Bron
looked like it in the Olympics.
Tank. All right, bro. All right, never mind. I thought
when Tatum was getting DNPs.
I think
because of Steve Kerr bad coaching ass. That's why.
Respect Steve Kerr.
I'm just not gonna play with you.
I don't respect nothing over
I
there
see
with
what
the
Mo's
Warriors.
doing right now, Ron. I see
you
what
said
Mo's
LeBron
doing.
would've won?
I'm not gonna play
I think
with
he
you.
could have won. I think he could have won. They would have been my favorites. I'll say that. They would have been my favorites.
Okay.
All right, Shaw. MP13 said whenever it's time. MP13 said whenever it's time to hold Tatum accountable, all of a sudden the conversation gets derailed immediately, and we never get to the bottom of Chill's logic. But we can have a 45-minute segment about Jokic can't protect the rim.
Swiper, quit sending in super chats from your burner.
No, I think we got to the bottom of it. I just think it's not going to change. Like, no matter how many times we disagree, it's just not going to change. Like, if Chill thinks Jason Tatum and Jokic are on the same tier, then he thinks that. Like,
it is what it
no
is.
No matter how much I disagree, no matter how much the Wild disagrees, he'll think so. So he.
Hey, Chill. Quick question for you, Chill. How you think he's going to perform at the Garden, Tatum?
Well, from
you might be in for a 50-point game from Tatum at the Garden, big dog.
The last time he played there, he got busy. So I mean, I to be honest with you, yesterday I think was an anomaly. I mean, he's been getting busy against the Celtics all year, and I don't think that the playoffs should change. The Knicks, I'm sorry, I don't think that the playoffs shouldn't change anything. No, I don't. I could see in Game 3 on Saturday a 35 game 13 rebound performance. I could see that.
How much did you say that he usually averages against Mikal?
He averages 30. Well, last year he averaged 35 against him. This season against the Knicks, he averaged 34, 7-7 against the Knicks.
In the last series, he averaged 30 against Orlando, right?
He averaged 30. He averaged 31,
11, and 5.
Yeah, 31, 11. Yeah, 31, 11, and 5. So
I'm not going to bring up the contested rebound.
I'm curious to see what he do at the Garden.
That's not great. But shout out to Jason Tatum.
J-Dub is not only a member, but J-Dub also sent through a member's chat. J-Dub, instead of watching Player's Choice, you know what you need to be doing. But shout out to J-Dub for watching Player's Choice. J-Dub said, hearing Swiper talk about Jokic made me leave the FC.
I do think some things Swiper says about Jokic, like I do think they get blown out of proportion. But he do be glazing. But I do think some things get blown out.
I'm about to say he be glazing.
No, for sure. No, hey,
yeah,
he a glazer, absolutely. But I do think some things he says are just also true.
But if I had a player like that on my team, my favorite,
there is some validity to what Swiper says. I'm not
like sometimes Swiper will just be talking about the Nuggets, and all of a sudden everyone's like, "Oh, but you're glazing Jokic."
Just like there's some validity. Yeah, but I talk about Jason Tatum.
Exactly, but y'all know what's going on. Y'all know it's that boy who cried wolf thing. It's like Swiper, you go so far all the time that when you say something that's realistic, I don't even hear it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, no, you're wrong. But really, he's right. And then I'm like, damn, well, Swiper, you do so much glazing. I thought you were glazing again. So
maybe that's how people feel about you and OG Anunoby, though, Ox.
No, or you and Al Horford.
No,
or you and Sabonis.
Yeah.
Oh, you're Sabonis.
No.
You and Scottie Pippen?
Nah, you be glazing Sabonis.
Scotty's all-time great. My thing with DeMontis is it's never like that with Jokic because I don't put DeMontis in those conversations. I don't, and then I'm also very hard on DeMontis too on certain things too. But the problem is when y'all hear me do that with DeMontis, y'all only hear what y'all want to hear. I'm like, yo, what about when I'm sitting there talking about I'm sick of this dude because he won't use his left hand? But okay, so yeah, I do. I admittedly, yeah, I'm very
ox to cry wolf.
I do.
Or the boy that cried out.
I'm real quick though, because what I'm saying is, yeah, for sure, I do big up DeMontis a whole lot, but it's nothing compared to how he does with Jokic. You know what I'm saying? And that could be because Jokic is just better than DeMontis. Who knows?
A little bit, yeah, he a little bit better.
Yeah. And that's what I be saying, Mars. It's not that much. He's not that much better.
Yeah, Ox.
He's not that much better, Mars.
You gotta stop. You
but he is. If
DeMontis won Finals MVP this year,
I wonder is Ox only saying that because Sabonis is in sack?
No, I'm not, because I was a fan of DeMontis when he was in Gonzaga. Ask anybody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Gonzaga or Gonzaga? Which one?
I don't know. Whatever. I'll call it. I don't care. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
For sure.
All right, so Average Joe sent through a super chat and said last year in the finals, Tatum and Brown shot 26 and 23% from three. And as a team, they shot 33.8 from three. There's a reality where their three ball fails them for a series. It can happen.
They won that series last year, by the way, just so you know. So everything that you just said about the numbers doesn't work. Because they won the NBA championship shooting.
That doesn't change what he said.
Okay, but he's making that point about their 3-ball failing them, and that means that they'll lose, but they won, so it doesn't make a difference.
No.
Yes. That's why you brought that up.
That super chat is alluded to my point.
This one
about the fact about the point I made earlier about how the Knicks can win the series.
Sure.
And I said they have to win the games in which the Celtics don't shoot well from 3.
Sure.
They already won game 1, the game in which the Celtics didn't shoot well from 3. Which means if there's another one, which is possible, they have to win that game as well. He then said that the Celtics have shot poorly from 3 throughout a series, saying that if the Knicks are able to win the games the Celtics shoot poorly from 3, that they have a chance. What they did against Dallas doesn't change anything. That's not really relevant. They can win shooting poorly, but when my point was that the Knicks have to win the games in which the Celtics shoot poorly, it's not really relevant that they've won before when they shoot badly. But
all right, y'all. Mavs fan 06 sent through a super chat and said, quite simply, Chill doesn't watch the games. Mavs ran action for 10. Just fucking yapping.
You know what it is when it comes to Mavs fans. You know what it is when it comes to fans all the way around. You know, if their team isn't the best, you a hater. You a hater. And Mavs fan 06, dumbass, he a hater too. So I'm good.
Is he 06 because of the finals or because he was born in
that was the year he was born. I was actually at those NBA finals.
Now 19.
Yep.
God damn.
Average Joe sent through a super chat and said, speaking of coaches, y'all know that man Glenn, Doc Rivers. That man Glenn got his nickname off of wearing a Dr. J shirt at a summer camp. He didn't get it from anything he did. Got it from wearing a shirt. Shaking my head.
He did wear the shirt.
Yeah, so what he did was wear the shirt.
That's what he did.
You talking about?
And he probably was hooping, and they was like, "Hey, I got Doc over there," because he got Doc. He probably was hooping his ass off.
Hey, Jordan, he was most definitely hooping.
Yeah, that's what happened.
He was most definitely doing that.
Doc Rivers in today's game is a top 5 point guard, by the way, but people don't already.
Doc was crazy. Doc Rivers was cold, man.
Doc Rivers, top 5. Top 10 at worst, but top 5.
Hey, Ron, read this super chat. I've been waiting all day for you to read the super chat. Oh, not that one. What the hell? No, the one that was just up.
Well, you see, the thing about it is Art sent through $100 super chat, and he said, speaking of Ox's pockets, remember when Ox pulled out a chicken wing, put it in his pocket midstream? Dub Ox. Ox, what was going through your head when you had a chicken wing in your pocket?
He was saving
what was going through my head was I was hungry. I want this. I wanted some chicken.
I used to do that a lot when I was a kid, though.
If I got a pocket full of chicken, I'm pulling it out.
Put some chicken in my pocket. Shit, I just snatch somebody's chicken. I'm gonna eat it for later.
What, you used to put it in your jeans?
Yeah.
Basketball shorts?
No, my jeans. I go.
Oh, so we got 2 people up here that be having chicken in their pocket.
Bro, to Jordan's point, that's why
it's probably barbecue. Barbecue chicken
in middle school. That's why we used to wear cargos. You know what I'm saying?
Chicken in your jeans.
I feel this pocket was
insane.
I got wings.
And I know you got like lint pieces on that. Like,
bro, I had a homeboy. That's extra flavor. I ain't gonna lie. I had a homeboy that pulled out a burger. I had a homeboy that pulled out a burger one time out of his pocket without the wrapper.
Hey, stop playing.
I'm dead ass serious.
Oh my god!
I'm dead ass serious. He pulled that burger out and ate that joint.
A whole burger?
It was half a burger.
So he ate some of it, put it in his pocket.
The other half was in the other pocket.
No, he ate that. Bro, you know how they be rushing you at lunchtime. Throw your food away. Throw your food. Man, hell no. I just bought these wings. That shit going in my pocket. Lying like a motherfucker to me.
That's wild.
I
put the napkin in my pocket first, though. Y'all don't see that part.
Merry Christmas.
All right, chill. Yeah, but to Art's point, yeah, man, I put the chicken in my pocket, but I was hungry. Shit, that was going through my mind, right?
Shout out to chicken and pockets.
Ticket didn't have to make such a big deal about it. You know what I'm saying? We could have just rolled right past it. Now the whole world knows I've been eating pockets.
There's a subsection of people watching this right now just saying typical. I know it. There's just a subsection.
It is what it is. They gonna call me racist when I say something.
Hey, but you know what though, Mars? It is typical. I'll do it again.
Just the subsection, just like, yeah, I knew.
All right, y'all. I got another super chat from Mike Kelly, who's disappointed in you guys. Mike said everything comes back to Jokic. Have the Knicks been mentioned yet?
Yeah, Mike Kelly.
Yeah,
I'm with it.
Let's talk about how the Knicks can win the series, Mike Kelly.
Bob Wick said, let's get negative.
I mean, I guess
the way you said that was just, I don't think you meant
negative.
That's like that.
That's what he said. Another super chat from F.A.
I don't know.
Effa.
Mars,
Sent through
it's
a
from
super
Euro.
chat.
Say it. Mars, he probably from the UK. Say it.
No, he's saying Euro, so he's from a European country that's not the UK.
Oh, sorry.
But
Well, shout out to Effa. Effa said OG was right about the best player wins the playoff games. 3 for 3 so far.
facts. Halliburton, Jokic, and Jalen Brunson.
Hey, Mars, what's the pound sign then? What's the sign for pounds?
It'll come up. You'll see it.
Someone sent a super chat?
No, Mars, you sent a super chat from your burner.
Super chat. You lost your mind. Go look in the private chat, Jordan.
All right, let me see what the pound sign is. Yeah. Oh, that shit look the same, Mars. What the fuck?
It's a different sign.
That shit look the exact same. What the hell?
It's a different sign.
Y'all know what this is?
So.
Dub strike through.
I think that's Nigerian money.
I don't know who sent through.
Oh, 5% there.
3,000 dub strike throughs, but thank you for saying it's a great episode. Appreciate it.
Hey, once it go to the PayPal account, that shit might end up being 2 cents. But
the euro sign doesn't look the same.
Yo, I knew. Look, Brian, you know
how
I do, man.
A little bit more.
Some similarity. The euro sign is more curved. But
nah, look, Jordan, because Swiper hit me the other day talking about, yo, Ox, I need you to cash this check for me because my ID don't work. Send me the check in the mail. He said, I'm overnight you the check. I just need you to cash it and send me the money back. You can keep 100. I'm like, oh, yo, Swiper, what you talking about?
So nobody gonna find out how much that is.
What the 3,000?
I never seen that.
It's blue, so you could just put 2 and 2.
It's
together.
not much. It's not much. It might be Korean.
Damn, Korean coins.
All right, y'all. The Baller Shot Caller 1999 said this series is going to be the same as the Mavs one. I got Denver because of size and athleticism. OKC is too small.
It was Korean.
Somebody said. Bro,
Nah,
how the hell do you know that? Mars got plenty money, boy. You hear this?
Monopoly money for sure. I mean Denver and 5. Denver and 5. People, the OKC conversation gonna be interesting this offseason because another second round exit.
Mavs fan 06 sent through another super chat and said, "How we go from Ticket TV to Jordan?" Heartbreak emoji. Anyways, Jordan, I coach an AAU team. We be in
Alodia tournaments
in Houston. You familiar? You know about Alodia?
Yeah, I do, but I'm not even gonna be funny, to be honest with you. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. If you coach a team and y'all be at Alodia tournaments, y'all team trash as fuck. That's what that means. You know what I used to do? I used to have a 6th grade team. When we were going on a losing streak, I would just put us in a Alodia tournament to get our confidence boosted. We'd be out there playing 6th grade, playing against 9th graders, busting their ass.
So he probably done lost to you.
Sure.
I
won a Alodia national
championship. He's 18, so he's 18 coaching.
I won a Alodia national championship, and I probably threw the trophy away. I ain't gonna lie. I'm dead serious. I won it.
There you go.
I won it with my 6th grade team.
Everyone starts somewhere, Mavs fan 06. Don't let Jordan.
Hey, Mark,
next time when you see him at Alodia, make sure you take
you on your own journey.
I ain't gonna be at Alodia. I'm gonna be in Anaheim, California.
Your team might lose 3 games, boys, and you might need to get their confidence back up.
They lose 3 games. I take the tournament off.
Come out here this summer and coach with me, Mars. Come get on the coaching staff.
Me coach? Nah.
Yeah, man, come on.
I always had a thing that it's hard to listen to a coach who can't do what they're telling you to do. It's just weird to me.
Well, then do what you tell them to do.
Hell,
hey, Mars. Now when my team lose 3 games in a row, you know what I do? I told them last game we ain't playing no more tournaments till we play damn defense. Fuck that. That's what I do now. I don't put them in no confidence boosters. We just ain't getting the shit. I'm gonna enjoy my weekend. That's what I do now. I swear to God, I told my team that this week we ain't playing no more tournaments until we play defense.
How do you know when to put them back in if you don't play no games to see if they're playing defense?
I see that practice. I want to see flying around that practice. I want to see people diving on the ground. Even a couple injuries. You know, sometimes people get banged up at practice. Hey, I know we locked in. We getting banged up. But
I see.
That's how we do it.
You play in that one tournament. It's in Anaheim, or are you playing in the Seal Beach one?
I'm playing the national one, the middle school national. I sent it. They haven't sent us the schedule. They just sent us the ticket to. We flying out of LAX, but the tournament is in Anaheim. It's the national one. I'm talking about all the top middle school teams gonna be there.
Yeah. Send it to me.
Yeah.
All right. Bird North sent through a members chat and said, "Your fans gonna give Jimmy hell tonight? Wolves back."
Yeah. All right, dude.
Warriors by 12 tonight. They pull away late.
I got him too. Zigsaw Puzzle said Chet was hanging his head for a split second after that shot. He could have run end to end for a better look.
I think he did the right thing. He took away the rim from Russ, and then he closed out late on Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon just knocked down the shot. You tip your hat at that point.
And also, did y'all see the play from Jamal Murray? The one where was it Casey and I got the bucket and Jamal came behind him and fouled him. When Jamal threw that turnover, he did like this. Oh, and started jogging back.
Yeah.
That's how That's how Casey got in front of him. Like, bro, you got to. That is so 8th grade, bro. You got to throw the.
You got to play on.
Yeah, get back on defense. He could have made a stop.
I mean, sometimes it's just human reaction. Though. Like, it's the human part of it.
Ezekiel sent through a super chat and said Tatum is a great player, but sometimes when he decides to forget, he's 6'9" and have a pull shot diet. I want Mazzulla to choke him out for that.
Mazzulla might choke him to death.
Yeah.
Mazzulla said he agreed with the shot selection. They asked him about the shot diet last night, and he said for the most part he liked the looks they got. They shot 41 shots in the second half, 34 with threes.
Bro, you know what, Mars?
I didn't understand that.
Mars, I ain't gonna lie, man. As a man, I want as much discipline in life as Joe Mazzulla. That man is disciplined and consistent and
Jordan,
with the craziest shit I ever seen. But, bro, he do it every day.
Jordan, I'm here to tell you, it ain't no hope for me if Joe Mazzulla's the bar. All right?
I swear, bro,
and you just fresh out of luck with me.
Bro, I can only dream of being that disciplined and consistent with everything he does.
I don't even dream about
his
that.
Book,
it ain't a chance.
Bro, his book might be a bestseller 13 times over if he come out with a book, bro. I'm not even kidding.
Jordan, if I have a dream that I'm as disciplined as Joe Mazzulla, I'm gonna wake up scared. Like, what happened? What's going on?
Bro, what's the dude name? Damn, I always forget his name. The bald head dude that be working out everybody. That be making them throw up and shit.
David Goggins.
David Goggins, my man. David Goggins, my man. David Goggins disciplined as hell. I don't think he got shit on Joe Mazzulla. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think he got nothing on Joe Mazzulla, bro.
He said he wanted him to choke to Jason Tatum out because Jason Tatum forgets he's 6'9". Joe Mazzulla ain't forget he's 6'9". He ain't choking nobody.
Hey, folks need to quit. Folks need to quit working out with David Goggins, boy. They ass be having season in the injury.
Who did he just cook? He just cooked somebody.
But he did Damian Lillard last year. Now he got a torn Achilles. He probably shouldn't have been doing all that shit. Running on them hills for
that won't work. Ain't tear damn Achilles.
Man, they probably ran on a treadmill for 2 hours. Then they did squats around the complex for probably another 2 hours. Man can't even feel his legs.
Y'all gonna see. I'm gonna work my way up to a David Goggins workout. Y'all gonna see how I act up in that workout. I'm gonna tell David Goggins about himself.
Bro,
I'm going to work out. I'm going to this point.
He gonna end up knocking me out because I'm gonna cuss his ass smooth out.
I ain't gonna lie, I might be soft because if I throw up in a workout, I don't keep pushing. I gotta go lay down. I don't know nothing about no throw up and keep going, but I'm gonna go lay down. Fuck that, boy. My stomach hurt.
I got another super chat from Drip Bayless. Drip Bayless said, if you were OKC and have to give up J-Dub or Chet to get Giannis, who are you keeping?
Neither one. Buy both of them niggas.
Yeah.
Mars, who would you rather keep, J-Dub or Chet?
Chet.
Damn, Mars, J-Dub, get your smelling Gatorade ass on.
Chet.
I mean, I think Chet's better today, and I think he's way better long time. So,
what about fit though? Do you think like Giannis and Chet that's better? That's a better fit than Giannis and J-Dub?
I'm not a huge fan of the Giannis fit in general, but yeah, I think Giannis with Chet is a better fit. Chet can play the 5 next to Giannis. Giannis provides the rebounding that Chet misses. Chet provides the shooting that Giannis misses. And then also because Giannis can do so much offensively, you're not asking Chet to do too much alongside Shea. So Chet just falls into the background offensively like he should be. But J-Dub's also a solid fit. So
yeah, I think I'm keeping J-Dub just because.
I think the Bucks would ask.
Yeah, they both good.
I think the Bucks would ask for Chet though. I had to guess. I think the Bucks would ask for Chet. They probably asked for both. But
shit, and I'll take that trade for Giannis.
Yeah.
Get y'all ass on up out of here.
King Musa said, low-key, I think Mars will be a good coach / assistant. He got some solid basketball IQ.
No. Coaching is a lot more than knowing basketball. I also think that seeing what's going on from my perspective is very different than seeing it down on the floor. It's a completely different thing that you're watching. And coaching is a lot more about like interpersonal relationships. And
100%.
I'm not that type of person. I can look at a game and I can know what needs to happen and all of those things. Like, but in terms of like keeping everyone engaged and happy and treating this person differently because you know he reacts differently to this type of treatment and you need to be tougher on this guy. That's not me. I'm not that.
Mars, that's why we would be the perfect duo. You be Tex, I be Phil. We gonna get some rings, baby. Come on, let's do this.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Coaching is hard as hell because sometimes you like, you like sometimes I catch myself in a game. I be like, bro, I'm being too emotional. Like I'm so mad at this motherfucker turned the ball over, and it's the way he turned the ball. It's just one turnover, but the way you did it, I'm pissed off, and now I can't focus. That's why I need assistant coaches because I can't focus. I'm so mad that the way you turned the ball over. I gotta calm down and be like,
Mars, go help Jordan.
Next one. You know what I was thinking? I ain't gonna lie.
Mars, you're not using your superpowers to your advantage. You're not leveraging what's in between your ears.
Ron, I'm gonna be honest. I one time I was coaching, and I ain't gonna lie. I hope Penn hear this. I was like, man, Penn probably be a good assistant coach for me, brother. He probably could be like, guys, we shooting 63% true shooting from this spot or some board shit. And I'll be like, you know what, you right, because I'm about to crash out.
All right, so that's what we gonna do.
I think Penn would be a good. I think Penn would be a good assistant coach. No bullshit.
We gonna put two PC AAU teams together.
Me and Mars coaching circles around Jordan and Penn.
You crazy as hell.
No. You get
crazy as hell. No, I got Penn.
Me and Mars. No disrespect. Shout out to Penn. No disrespect.
I got Penn for sure.
I want Mars though. I want Mars.
I got Penn for sure.
And then me and
Mars be seeing things I don't see.
He be seeing shit I don't see. You see how he?
Yeah, he be seeing our Bucks plus minus for sure. He be seeing our Bucks plus minus. Yeah.
I'm telling you like this. At halftime, we in the huddle, and Penn come over there talking about you guys is block, but I'm kicking his ass out. Dog, get your ass on somewhere. What you talking about? Don't tell them
crazy.
that.
Me and Penn would be a dream team coaching. Like, cause the one thing I know about Penn, if he on your team, he with you. He with you.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
So
Penn
Mars on the other end. Mars on the other end.
Oh yeah, we down. We down 15.
On your ass, boy. God, he gonna jump on the team. He gonna be talking about I'm Jordan Penn FC.
Mars gonna walk off on me.
Look. I might put a little KD.
Look. Ox gonna be coaching the game. He gonna look over. They're gonna be down 15. He gonna look at Mars. Mars gonna be on my bench. He gonna be like, what the fuck? Mars gonna be like, I don't know what to
y'all ain't never gonna be up 15. I ain't worried about that, Mars. We ain't going.
Oh, we up 15. I'm gonna be right there with Ox, man. We having a great time.
Hey, me and Penn be a dream team coach. I'm just being real. I think Penn would be a good assistant coach.
That'd be dope, but not for it though. Ron, when we get in the PCAU team, though, man, I've been wondering about that, man. I'm trying to put them in some PC jerseys and get going.
Man, I can't.
Hey, we can franchise it.
Let you guys know it's too far ahead. You know, all I can let you guys
know is that
PC
boys
weekend is coming soon.
Yeah,
but I am running a poll though, and I'm asking you guys. Who would be the best coaching duo? Ox and Mars, Jordan and Penn, or Chill and Swiper? You guys go
Chill and Swiper.
They gonna be arguing.
Oh hell no!
They gonna be Swiper. Chill gonna be like Swiper. We not running that shit.
Chill gonna be like 100%. Chill. This 100% gonna work. 100%.
He gonna be like. Chill gonna be like. I don't know what to tell you, but this guy's better than this guy. Mars, Swiper gonna be like, huh?
And what did you say? You know what's really gonna happen? Swiper gonna do that telepathy shit. So Chill not gonna be trying to run something. But then Swiper gonna do the one where he's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, Chill, you were right. We should run this." And Chill gonna be like, "Yeah, let's run that." He gonna plant in Chill's head what Chill doesn't want to do, but make him do it.
For sure, that shit gonna go automatic left field. That shit gonna go automatic left field.
I forgot.
Swiper gonna be running all shit like everybody Jokic. Swiper gonna be running number plays for Jokic. Like Jokic read this. Like
the one European player on the team. The one European player on the team. One of them gonna have all the touches.
Yeah, like man, you out your damn mind. talking about Jokic ran this. Yeah, are you out of your damn mind?
All right, y'all. Ezekiel said in a super chat, also to quote Mars, whoever manufactured Tatum's shot diet should be executed. Why the hell does he love the three so much? He was stealing money yesterday.
That was a quote from me. Yes, that was a quote.
That boy shot the ball. Crazy. Everything was green light for him yesterday.
Crazy.
Just do that 3 more times, JT.
Hey, players. Hey, Ox, you got a good idea. Players' choice AAU team. Yeah, for sure. We be worldwide.
Yeah, I've been saying that for a little bit though. Man.
We be worldwide after that.
Jordan, you coach girls too?
I want to. You know, I got a daughter now. I want to I've been saying for the longest, I want to transition from boys to girls. I hate these boys. They get on my nerves.
Transition from boys to girls.
However you want to identify, Jordan.
You guys.
We clipping it. We clipping it. No
contact. Whatever you want.
What Lil Wayne was doing?
Oh shit! I lied. I was scared then.
Hey, chat, do your job. Y'all know what to do.
I lied. I'm telling you, I lied.
I stand to you, Jordan.
It did Mars right off the back. I stand with you. Like, oh my God.
Solidarity, man. Solidarity.
Bruh, I want to stop coaching boys and start coaching girls. I train a lot of girls right now. I train a lot of girls right now.
I prefer coaching girls too. I prefer.
I do.
It's
more fundamental. More fundamental.
They actually listen. They listen.
But Jordan, it's not going to be no easier though. It's not going to be no easier, but
no, it's not going to be easier. But they loyal too.
I prefer.
They loyal too. They very, very loyal too. Like once you teach them something, it's ingrained in them for life. Like boys, you could teach a boy everything he needs. At the moment he get Kobe on your ass, he swear you ain't teach him shit. And he gonna go somewhere else.
The thing with the boys is too often you gotta lace your kicks up and show them like, hold on, bro. Like I do this. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll show you. You know
hey, that's the fun part though too.
For real.
Yeah, until they start crying. So and shit.
Hey, Ron, remember we had them young boys who was throwing lobs and all type. Man, my knees was out there screaming. I'm like, shit, throw it up, bro.
I was so bouncy that day. I ain't even know it either. All of a sudden, I just boom.
Man, them young boys thought they could really get with us.
You know what it was, Ox? It was that Mexican water. You know. Whew. All right, y'all. Random guy speaks said, "What's good, y'all? I still can't believe the Nuggets won. These playoffs have been cooking. Is this the best start to a playoff in recent history?"
I don't know.
Been a good
I've enjoyed it.
It's even playing field.
Yes, but yesterday, even though it was only 2 games, but that was like some of the best games I've seen, bro. Because like I didn't care who won either of the games, and they were just came down to the wire, but that was really good basketball. I loved it.
Besides the chucking up threes, but facts.
Oh yeah, well that was stupid.
Switz Daniel sent through pounds.
Yeah, pounds.
Pounds.
Whatever.
Well, shout out to Switz Daniel. Switz said, Jordan, if you're the Rockets GM this offseason, what's your perfect offseason and why are you doing the trades if you do any?
Number one, the Rockets got a whole bunch of money, but number two, I'm definitely trading Jalen Green, as you know why. I don't need to explain it. I'm throwing Şengün in the mix too if I can get Giannis and maybe like a good ass role player with the Bucks. I'm throwing that shit in the deal too. Really, I'm throwing Şengün in a lot of trades this summer. I ain't gonna lie.
Good role players do the Bucks have?
And I know you hate on KPJ, but it is what it is.
Oh, you bring him back to Houston?
Yeah, I'm bringing him back to Houston. I know somebody get him straight. But at the end of the day, I'm throwing Şengün in a lot of trade talks. Like I'm jumping off that train. I've been saying it though. I don't feel like Şengün could be the center we need for a championship team. So I'm hitting up the Blazers about Rob Williams because we may not get Steven Adams back. I'm checking a lot of I'm really checking the temperature on Jaylen Brown. Let me tell you the truth. I'm really checking the temperature on Jaylen Brown. I think Jaylen Brown with this team, with the defenders that we got and the level of defender he can be, I think we'll be back kicking ass again. it is a lot of money, but we giving up some bread too. So, you know, I would really want to see Jaylen Brown in place of Jalen Green and without Şengün with maybe like a Rob Williams or somebody like that. Shit, Porzingis, if they want to throw Porzingis in the deal too, shit, go ahead. But I want to see another dog. I don't necessarily have to have Devin Booker would be good too, but I want another dog. And JB is probably my favorite right now. Like, and I'm not even that high on JB, but I'm high on he's a dog. Another dog with this team. And I'm locked in because Amin, JB, Tari, Jabari, maybe Fred VanVleet too, Dylan Brooks. Oh man, but JB can score more than Jalen Green. Man, I'm locked in.
All right, Cowboy Bob said Mars you said it on your show about the 3-point shots. Focus on your tools and keep in the game. We played bad and gotta win. Go New York, go.
Telling you, they got a real shot, man.
Dre, you feel like y'all play bad?
I don't think we played our best. But not. I mean, it was good moments at the end of the game, but I don't think we played our best.
All right. Mitsu said, hopefully I find a wife who loves me like Chill loves Tatum.
I do think y'all
Tatum
be
Town for no
though.
reason.
Y'all be hating on Tatum though, for sure.
I don't want her to love me that much, and I want to be able to move around.
I feel you, Ox. I ain't gonna lie.
Kirkland Barnes said,
calling me.
Kirkland Barnes said, rookie mistake by OKC. Trust your defense. Not only was they up by 3 before the foul, the Nuggets had no timeouts. Let them go full court.
Facts. Let them play it out.
Yeah.
All that numbers. Game. Hell, there we go with the Korean bread.
The Baller Shot Caller 1999 said, this was my first time watching Denver since Malone's firing, and it seems like they are playing at a faster pace. Am I tripping?
Yeah.
You didn't watch any of that Denver Clippers series? Oh, you missed a good. Missed a good series.
Why does the money sometimes have a CA in front of it? Does that mean California?
Canada.
Oh my God, this man Mars know all the damn country.
I think that was just logical.
Canada.
I thought it was California bread. You know, they separate the bread over there. Shit.
That's a fact. We do got our own money over here.
Yeah, you know, they already said Ron.
Ron, what I'm saying, we got the 4th biggest economy in the world, Ron, in the world. Man, just accept, eat it, hater.
California got their own thing, boy. They got their own bread. They got their own other stuff too. I ain't gonna say it, but
Draymond gonna ruin y'all whole economy, and I can't wait for it. I don't know what he's gonna do. I just know he's gonna do something to ruin the whole California economy. So keep going, Draymond.
Say he was finna say Cash App.
Yo, hey, Cash App ain't even that bad though. Like I can see that one.
I can see that one. I can see Cash App is great. We got a Cash App for Fit Joe.
Shout out Cash App and shout out all the super chats. And shout out Timothy Kest. Timothy said, you guys just going to ignore Mikhail's defense after you guys shitted on him all year? When is it time to make a play on defense? When it's time to make a play on defense, Mikhail has come through.
For sure, he came through big.
He pulled up, man. That's why, like I said, that defense, I'll take the defense over the offense. If it's for me to win a game and to move on in the series, I'll take the defense all day.
Facts.
Average Joe said, I'm just curious. Does this Tatum stance apply to someone like Anthony Edwards? If Ant takes the Wolves to the finals and he wins MVP, is he in the convo too?
Episode 2 of me on Player's Choice. When I said it, y'all said I was crazy. So I'm back. I also picked the Wolves to go to the finals. I do want y'all to know that, though.
You did.
Yeah, I remember.
So all I'm saying is if Ant do that, why not?
Steph getting his 5th this year.
Mara's always on bullshit, man. I'm telling you, dog. Stop rooting for Steph Curry, bro.
I ain't rooting for anything. I'm just saying what's going to happen.
Let's go.
I hope they get their ass beat.
It's time for you to leave Jordan.
Don't kick me, Ron. Don't kick me, Ron. Don't kick me.
I think you kick him. Yeah, kick him. Yeah. He gonna tell you what to do on your show.
Yeah, like what?
Crazy.
What we doing?
I'm trying to.
What we doing? Don't kick you. That's what I do. Jay Got Game said Dub Knicks over and under at 2 p.m. Eastern time. If PC actually goes in depth, talks about the Knicks and Boston game.
I don't think we went too in depth.
Bro, please stop starting them damn games so damn early over there in New York, bro. Nobody got time for a game to be going on at 4:30. Yeah, it should be going on at 4:30.
You guys on the West Coast, right? West Coast?
I'm on Central Time.
West Coast. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And Mars
crazy
far
when I was in Vegas, I'm like, man, these games
West
are
Coast.
early.
Yeah, in California, the games definitely be early, especially college football. That should be at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on? But
hey, that should be dope. I'm telling you, y'all don't realize how fire it is to do whatever you do the night before, whatever it could be. Wake up, and the first thing you get to wake up to is straight to a game.
That's fine.
It is cool as hell, but it's like, God damn, bro, motherfucker, I didn't sleep. What if I did something last night? I couldn't get up to 2. Got all the games over with.
It's still going. No, it's not. It's still going to be games at 2.
That's because Ron, these dudes want to sleep. These dudes want to sleep all day, Ron. We up 2
hours before y'all. What the hell?
Go ass up.
We up 2 hours before y'all every day. What the hell?
That's why the California economy is thriving, because we get up early and get to work.
You see me, I be up at 5. You know,
it's 7 o'clock when Ron is up. Congratulations.
I'll be up at 6. Niggas sleep in.
Keep going, Ox.
Mavs had that damn fight in the middle of New York. That shit was at 3:30. I'm like, bro, I'm not even at home. I can't even watch
that
this
was crazy. Mavs fan 06 said Jokic worst series better than any Tatum series. Chill. Be real, nigga. Be real, nigga. Plays good versus the Magic. And look how this old bum talking.
Whoa.
I
agree. I still think.
What about
Jokic
the old bum talking?
No, I agree that Jokic last series still played better than Jason Tatum did against the Magic. Even if it wasn't a great Jokic series, it was still a great series relative to the rest of the NBA.
This is a good one right here. What makes Tatum better than Anthony Edwards?
It wasn't $5 super chat. We can't answer it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we just go to put it on the screen and then ignore it.
But it was a good one.
I didn't know that
was a good one.
Yeah.
Hey,
I didn't know that was the rule.
Nobody knows it's the rule.
Yeah, you gotta send $3 extra for an answer to the question every show.
But Mars just broke the unspoken rule by saying the rule. But now that you guys know the rule, hint, hint. But shout out to Average Joe.
Man,
and
y'all
shout
need
out
to send me the shit.
It is Chris John. Chris John said Knicks 1-0.
Why not just Christian?
He said his name's Chris John.
When did he say that?
No, he did say that
yesterday.
He did say that.
Oh.
But shout out to Chris John. Chris John said Knicks 1-0 against the top teams when it matters. Dub McHale in overtime, and OG was ready all game. Brunson goes without saying.
Ron, that nigga missing 1 cent. What you doing?
It's green.
That nigga missing 1 cent.
It's green.
And after they go through all them damn wires and shit, that shit gonna be 364.
Yo, Jordan, it's not about the amount, it's about the color. See, you got green.
Told you he was racist.
Or you got blue.
Yeah, we
you got green,
crazy.
And you got orange, and you got purple somewhere in between.
And then you got red for the real bread. For the real bread.
And then what you guys don't know is once you get out the red tier, it's a pink. But you guys will probably never get to see a pink.
Oh, the boy get them pink slips.
Yeah, man.
Those pink ones come from California, Jordan.
That means somebody sent in $1,000 super chat. They can get Mars for a weekend.
Yes, that's all it takes.
I mean, hey.
Mars getting flew out.
Oh, yeah. All right,
damn,
I gotta get to the gym, dog.
Mars getting flew out for a thou.
I'll see y'all tomorrow, bro.
Mars getting flew out for a thou. Wow. God damn.
It don't take too much for Ox. It's just the box is bigger, so you got to pay more for shipping. But it don't take too much for Ox. But all right, y'all. Think it's Pilot 9 said, "Love you, OG, but JT is not on Jokic's level. Jokic is way more impactful. I wish you were right as a Celtics fan, but facts are facts."
Nah, he on his level.
Pimp named Slick Mac said, "Why are y'all listening to this dude Mars? He don't believe what he's saying. He can't even keep a straight face."
I don't even know what that's alluding to. I don't know what.
Because you've been trolling our show. That's why.
No, I don't know what conversation.
You can't keep a straight face right now. Look at you.
Mars.
See? You see?
Mars, hit him with that Darvin Ham. Y'all boys rebounding, boxing out. Salute.
Come on, man.
That shit is still fucking hilarious every single time I hear it, bro.
All right, Dre, you about to get up out of here?
Yeah, fellas, gotta get up out of here.
All right, man. Well, when the Knicks go up 2-0, I'm gonna bring you back. When they go up 3-0, I'm gonna bring you back.
Yeah,
Celtics right win game 4, and then I'll bring you back when the Knicks win 4-1.
Yeah, I'll invite y'all to New York. We'll sit courtside. We'll watch the next series, Eastern Conference Finals.
Yes, sir. We'll be there.
Damn.
See, Dre about to fly Mars out.
It's good to have the link in bio, dude. What I'm trying to tell you.
Salute. Hey, salute, boy. That shit is hilarious, bro. There's no way he came up with that and said, yeah, the team gonna respect me now.
All right, y'all. Taserman17 sent through a green super chat so we can read it. Oh, wait. Taserman17 said, chill. JT is a more refined PG. Paul George with the James Harden shot selection. In real truth, JT is not an elite shooter, despite the volume. I like JP, but I don't know.
Yeah, he's not an elite shooter. He's a good shooter. He's not an elite one.
Definitely a good shooter.
Fit Jones said, you can't be a good coach and not get thrown out of a 50-point blowout.
I don't disagree with you, Fint. I ain't gonna lie, though. When my team down by like 20 and I think they playing soft as hell, or not even 20, if it's down like by 12 and it's 3 minutes in the game and I think we just losing it, I don't even call timeout. Fuck it. We finna get this shit over with. Let's roll. I did that last weekend, too. Y'all ain't listening? Shit, I ain't finna waste my time out. Let's get this shit over with. Fuck this shit.
Antoine Van Leer said, what do you guys think a 5th ring does for Steph Curry's legacy?
Does a lot.
Jordan?
He
does do a lot, but he never get it.
He in my top 5 once he do that.
He ain't in my top 5. He bad. I don't even know if he in my top 10.
He go over LeBron. I know that.
Damn, so you got LeBron 5th?
He's somewhere. Bill Russell won. LeBron somewhere.
Yeah,
he go over LeBron for sure.
I think I got Curry right outside my top 10, like at 11, like 11.
He do that. He might be third. He might be third.
That's crazy.
Wherever Bron is, he's a step ahead of that.
That's crazy, Ron.
He got 2 rings over Bron.
He just had 1, but
he won 3 on Bron. 15, 17, and 18. He won 3 on Bron. And he gonna have more rings than Bron in total.
Oh, yeah.
And he changed the game.
Mm-hmm.
What? Bron changed the game too.
And he was humble enough.
Bron made people feel comfortable to be free agents.
Ooh. Oh my God! So we not.
And then,
say this for the summer. Say this for the summer.
And then the change that the biggest impact Bron made was free agency. Then the same Bron fans who will give Bron credit for that will then get mad at KD for using the free agency that Bron allowed him to use to beat LeBron. It's pathetic. But I mean, I guess. So
we had this conversation. We had this conversation when everybody.
We'll have this conversation right now.
It's a problem.
When everybody in Cancun, man.
Hey, because you know what? Also, Steph was humble enough to know that he's regarded high enough to even let his teammates get Finals MVP. Cool, you see, when one of LeBron's teammates were going to get Finals MVP, he threw it.
Literally, we don't talk about that. D Wade was going to win the Finals MVP. So Bron said, I'd rather lose the series than see someone else win Finals MVP.
You see?
All right, Steph win this year. He got it.
Can't wait.
Win this year. He got it.
Mike the Champ. Y'all know Mike the Champ from the PCL. He really should have won it, but he was humble enough to let Chill move on. He said, Brunson is better than SGA. Down by 5, 2 minutes to go, 1 game. For my life, I would take Brunson over SGA any day of the week.
All right, buddy. Okay. Okay, Ron, we need to get out of here, man.
All right, y'all. I got one more super chat, and it's from Average Joe. Average Joe said, I'm suing Mike for that super chat. Reading it just gave me an aneurysm.
I think he was cooking, but one's clutch player of the year and one wasn't. But is that it? We can go now?
Yeah, we got 2 big games tonight. Y'all be sure to tap in because you know where we're going to be bright and early tomorrow to talk about these games. In the meantime, Jordan.
I'm going to sick my dog on you, but the next person mess with me. My bro back here, bro. Got something.
Yeah,